Hey, what's up? Just getting ready for Worlds, because this is a pretty big deal. I believe this is day one or part one. So, if I remember correctly, it's like best of one Swiss, and then they're gonna do top 8 tomorrow. Ayo.
Let's see.
It's the ever so famous Mr. Teddy.
To open up.
I probably should. Oh, right now my audio is muted on Twitch. I'm watching via Twitch.
Only a minute. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Worlds. They're gonna announce tomorrow all of the bans and restrictions after the Digimon finals. So I don't know how deep or far they're gonna go into this event. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone brings. I think there's like 24 people playing because like Japan, for whatever reason, has like 6 representatives. And then like all of the rest of Asia gets literally like 2. Oh, it's
Hey, good morning. Welcome to
It's
all
East
the tamers out there
and
to the
Yoshi.
Digimon Trading Card Game Championship at the Bandai
Well,
Card
Yoshi's,
Game Fest World Finals here
paused.
in Tokyo, Japan. I'm going to be your co-commentator, East here, joined by the lovable, wonderful, and here in spirit, Yoshi Saraso. What's going on, Yoshi? Good morning, good morning. Oh.
I guess
Is
he's muted.
my man freeze framed? Uh-oh.
Not awkward at all.
Looks like Yoshi might be having a couple of technical
Yoshi is
issues,
not.
but we'll get him situated.
Yeah,
Just a
funny
moment.
enough,
But for those
Yoshi,
out
I
there
believe,
watching,
is
we have had a
living in Asia.
long amount of Digimon games played throughout the world, and it all culminates in today. We had the 24 best
it's cool
players
that.
from around
Oh, I
the
guess
world.
they
I'm
just
talking
took him down.
Japan, I'm talking the rest of Asia, so like Indonesia, Malaysia,
Oh,
Singapore,
I love how it says
Korea,
live from Japan,
China,
Eggman. So
over
I
in the
believe
West,
Eggman's
America,
helping with
and
the
Europe
setup
as
and
well.
everything.
All
I
these
can't
guys
hear you
fought
on
some
Discord.
crazy matches yesterday.
Oh, you can't
I
hear
can
It
me.
all
hear you
culminates into
on,
the last 2 matches we
stream.
have to decide not
hold
only
on.
our winner, but also second place and the third place for the Digimon card game this year. It's going to be fantastic. And
Video chat.
I had a chance yesterday to speak with some of the players, not only on the English side, but also the Japanese side and some of the other players in Asia. And
Can you hear me now?
apparently some sparks were flying out there. It was wild. Looks like we're going to have Yoshi here in just a moment here. And I think we're also going to get into some of the matches.
Can you
and
hear me
a
now,
little bit of
Teddy?
the explanation about kind of how the tournament format is in just a bit. But before
Teddy.
that, man, the decks. Ooh. I had a chance to play with some of the players a little bit earlier this week, and I was like flabbergasted, like blown away by how skilled these guys are. I don't know how many times I lost to, it's going to sound crazy, to 7th grade Demon Lords.
That's not
what,
surprising,
Digimon Emperor
East.
is
Like,
very
no
good,
offense,
and
that's not surprising.
I
7th grade
think
Demon
we
Lords
might
is
have-
still incredibly
Yoshi,
powerful.
are you back here, buddy?
I'm here, baby. Listen to you.
All right, what's going on? Good morning. What's going on? How you feeling this morning?
Okay, now he's back.
Ooh.
Sitting right next to you.
Dude, you're here in the
Yoshi
most
the
like
Blue Ranger?
in-spirit way of Digimon possible. It's through the digital
I thought he
world.
was a Green Ranger.
Come on.
You are
Also, I gotta say,
I know he's
wish
done
I
a
was,
couple of Power Ranger roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully.
wish that I had
Oh,
the
now I can hear you.
time.
Okay.
You're looking good this
Yeah,
morning, man.
it,
Hold on.
whatever reason, Discord likes to mess with my settings without me actually doing anything.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Hey, yes, he is a Green Ranger.
Oh,
That is
you're
correct.
ready.
Yeah, chat was saying he was a Blue Ranger, but I thought he was a Green Ranger. I mean, he's
Alright,
done
so, like,
multiple, so...
what-
Yeah, I
are
know
you
he's
looking
done
forward to
blue
today?
and green, but His
know.
like most
well,
well-known
it's been
screen.
a really fun time. I had a chance to kind of
Yeah,
tour the
I
venue
think
yesterday.
he's most well-known
It's
for the
massive.
green
It's
one.
even bigger than it was
It was
last
funny.
year.
East was saying
We've
how
actually
he was losing
expanded, so I don't
to
know if folks
7 Great Demon
who've never
Lords,
been
so
to,
there might be a 7 Great Demon Lords
Makuhari
in
Messe out here in Tokyo, but it's like
Worlds,
the event center.
which
Tokyo
wouldn't
Game
surprise
Show
me
is
because
here.
the deck is
So it's
still
huge. Like,
incredibly
it has to
powerful.
accommodate a huge amount of people.
No, yeah, I
We're taking
mean
about half of that up now.
the
thanks to
clock
Bandai
win
Card
condition decks
Fest.
are still, I think,
And
absurd.
lots of players.
Actually,
They also
thinking
running a
about it
bunch of
now,
tournaments as well.
I honestly think if that
That's my
somebody's
hope.
playing
Yeah.
bringing Royal Knights, a good
Oh,
counter
did
to
you wanna
Royal
pick up
Knights is
2
7 Great
halls
Demon
by
Lords
itself?
because they
But
just
yeah, it's
play
gonna be a good time.
Creepymon and then
Lots of-
blow
there's
up
lots
their
of things to do
Digimon, and then they
outside of
can't
just
do
the
anything,
tournaments
and the deck
themselves,
doesn't
or the
attack,
War
so they
Finals
don't get
themselves.
ace
Lots of like
opportunities.
3-on-3
So
events,
like
team
maybe
events. You can
that
play up to
is a good
1v1s.
counter
There's a
to
big
Royal
tournament for that
Knights.
going on right now as I speak.
Yeah,
We've
and
got 2
then
tournaments technically going on at the
Oguromon
same
does
time.
just nuke the board
And outside of that, you can just,
effectively.
there's a bunch of
Right,
merch
so,
to pick up,
So
like-
it's like
really
even
good
if they
looking
do
stuff.
set
You can
up
buy
for
a
some
January
unknown reason a
anniversary
board,
edition
Oguromon
sleeve
can
of
just
some
nuke
things.
it when they're ready and win the
We'll give
game.
some away a little later. But anyway,
Their win condition is just better than
I'll
the
send you one if you
Royal
want,
Knights win
man.
condition.
I guess like Knights
Yeah. I'll
has
send you a couple in the
I don't
mail
even
you
know
need
if it
something.
has the better matchup spread just because like Knights is good, but they're covering the same role, and if it's literally one versus
You know,
the
with
other,
the yin-
I
with
think
the yin
that
being-
Royal
with the yin
Knights
being as bad as
loses
it
to
is,
Demon Lords, which is funny.
With the yin being as bad as it is,
I mean,
Yeah.
Royal Knights has the potential
when
to go
folks come over
faster,
here,
but
it's
it
like,
needs to
everything
do
is
more.
50% discount. Like I was talking to a bunch of the
I think a
other,
lot of things
who
need to go
traveled over,
right
like,
for it to
it's
go a
like
lot
the whole
faster.
country is on sale.
Yeah,
So
it
Whereas
needs
they
to
did
find
the
the
Demon
level
Lords is just gonna
4
do
all
it.
tamer.
wanted yesterday, and
Like Demon Lord's just gonna do it no matter what,
today,
effectively. It's just a like a matter of time.
And the third place match because we
Yeah,
have a
it'll
great
be
representation
interesting to
across
see
the
what
world
is
with just 4
brought.
players.
I wonder how many purple hybrids are actually in Worlds.
I mean, I have to imagine there's still a good amount.
Oh, probably. I'm at least expecting half of Worlds to be purple hybrids. Like, it's between purple
I wanna keep
hybrids,
it under wraps 'cause I think a lot of people
Virus
are gonna be
Imperial, but I don't know how
pleasantly
many people are actually going to be on
I did
Virus
a little bit
Imperial.
of
And
digging
then Royal Knights is
before
obviously another
the
big
finals
one.
happened. I said, what were some of the decks that folks might?
I guess that's what they're talking about right
and
now.
I think that I was even with
Yeah, they
that
are talking about it.
that bit of information, I was still surprised. So I think we're
Yeah.
gonna go to the rules here in
mean,
just a moment.
I don't
so,
Yeah,
think
because they're
that's-
working with some funky
for the folks
rules
who
for
are
how
not
they're
familiar with
doing
the
it.
rules,
Okay,
become
so yeah,
familiar with them.
they are doing
So you're telling me a little bit about the time schedule here.
the final tournament, or
we're going in at 10:15 Japanese time, right?
10:15
For me,
Japanese
it's,
time.
Currently almost 8 a.m. So
The final I know is
15
best of
minutes
3,
we'll be getting
like
into
the
this.
finals.
The best of
But
three,
it's like best
we
of 1
actually
Swiss
thought we were
for
going best
the
of
first
one.
part.
Best of 3, which means
Weird.
we get to see more
Okay.
Digimon.
Oh God, best of 3.
Yeah, and then the match for third place is best of 3.
Right?
So yeah, here's the rules. It is going to be
Additionally, we've got the style for
Best
the
of 3 final,
matches.
best. Oh, it says
Yeah.
best of 3 for both though.
best of,
So the first
one match
person
is
to win 2 rounds, of course, 2 out of 3
Oh.
is going to be the winner of.
Oh,
the match.
they're
Says
maybe
best of
they're
3.
no, they're
So
just explaining
one round
finals
is
and
30
third
minutes with a
place match
maximum
rules.
Oh,
amount of
okay, so
time
the rest
for
of 'em is-
90
okay.
minutes total.
Yeah. I think
And
they
the
should have
loser
led
of
with
the round
how
previously will
this is
start
going to work
going
instead of how
first in
tomorrow's
the
going to
next-
work.
The next round. So
Yeah,
and
I
if,
don't
no
know.
winners decided by the end of the match time. there's gonna be
They
some
get
additional-
90 minutes
there's gonna be an
max.
additional turn,
Wow.
And then after that, there could be even
That's
more
good.
ways we can decide a winner. I think.
I
for
mean,
folks who
the
watched
games
last
go
year's
so
Digimon,
fast. I'd be shocked if
finals,
any
Yeah,
match
I
goes
highly
to
doubt
time.
anybody
became
gets there,
Very,
but-
Right.
very important.
But
So just a little bit more
that's
about
still pretty
the
cool
turn
if they give them the
and
90
some
minutes.
stuff.
Yeah, additional
So,
turns.
with what you were saying,
When
last
time runs
year we had
out,
to
their
kind of
turn
look
counts
into,
as turn
how
0.
to figure
How
out
many
if
turns do
security
they
control
get?
going rampant.
0,
So
1.
this time,
Oh.
with additional turn, we
Mhm.
get the first player's time running out during the turn. The turn will be
Turn
counted
player
as 0,
time runs
and one
out
turn
Yeah.
0 and 2 turns will be added.
That
So
way,
4
Okay, so
turns.
it's
technically?
0,
spending the whole
1,
time on the one
2.
turn. And if the second player's
So
time
3
runs
turns.
out
It's not
during
4.
that
Okay,
turn,
interesting.
it will be
Yeah,
counted as 0, and then the
interesting.
2 turns will be added, which is, I think,
If a winner is
don't
not
hate it.
decided,
supplement that.
additional rules
If the
will be
winner is
added,
not decided,
decided by the
the
judge
additional
according
turns will
to
be
criteria
judged
described below.
according to the criteria
So that'll probably be the next slide.
placed.
Okay,
I think
so
for
here
folks
is
who've been to, like,
how
tournaments
tiebreakers
before, this is probably
go
gonna
for
seem
Worlds.
pretty
So
straightforward.
highest number of cards
So
in
there's a
security
couple
stack
ways we can
wins.
decide who wins
If they're the
no winner is
same,
found
then they go
after
to number
time. So the
2.
first
If
is
they're the same
whoever has the
in that,
most
they
amount
go
of
to
security
number
in their
3, then
deck
4,
or
then
their stack,
5.
will be the winner. But if they both have more than 3, then we go to the next
I
step, which
honestly
is
don't think they'll
who has
get
the
past
most
number
cards
3.
remaining in their deck.
I mean,
And,
by
this
that
doesn't
point,
count,
I'd
like,
be
tokens like
surprised if they
Veil or
made it all the
Digi
way
Eggs.
to that.
But if the
to
numbers
that
are
end
equal,
point.
then we go even further.
Yeah.
Whoever
Let
has the
alone
higher number of Digimon in the battle area
they're close to getting a
wins.
tie or something of that nature.
again, the tokens
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
count
I think
here.
like the
Oh, excuse me,
slowest
tokens are
parts
counted
will
as one.
be like
And then if the numbers
the
even
amount
go
of
even
time that they're going to
further
be
beyond
taking
that,
to
where
think, because
whoever
I
has the
don't
most
think that
cards
they're
in their
going to
hands
like
wins.
call for
And
slow
then
play
after
or
that, you know,
anything, like
if we've
spending a minute
exhausted
to think
all
out
the
your
parts of
turn.
the game, you know what?
No,
We're
I
just gonna
doubt
do
it.
it by
By that
order
point,
of
I don't think
choose,
they'll
which
care as much.
it could be like something
Right.
like RPS. We've never gotten there, and I don't think we will. But yeah,
No, I don't
it'd be
think we
kind of
will
crazy
either.
to have the World Finals decided by RPS. Right? I'm a rock main, by the way. I don't know about you.
There you go.
I'll turn.
No, I'm interested. I'm very interested to see
Or, I
what
mean, they
everybody's
can do a coin
playing.
toss, or
I think
you know,
that's
you can
literally
device
all
with
anyone's
and
actually
do
curious
a
about,
coin
because
toss.
like Worlds has always
That'd be
been this
Okay, so
weird
it looks
thing,
like
and
we're
it's
gonna
been
do
like basically a super
amazing,
locals of
which
like
obviously
high
is
level
why we're all
players.
here, right? Oh,
The alt art card's fire though. Like the
It
digicode
is.
design, I love. I love that idea.
Smexy,
It
man.
is. I haven't been
I
like
dig it. Also, the
playing
force feedback
That's
as,
the
is
only
a lot of
word.
people's favorite.
but I still
That's the only
basically
word for it. Yeah, exactly.
consume the
Yes.
same amount of content.
Yes, Smexy is really the only word.
Um,
Like it's so clean, it's so
excluding
thematic, and like
maybe
it
I
just
take a
looks
little
so
bit
good. Like the
less of it,
Digimon
but
language there, using the
I
actual
mean, dude, the
card, like all
cards
the
look
actual card
flames,
text.
man.
I wonder, are you
They
allowed
look
to use it in an
good.
actual?
Yeah, I was just
I mean,
I'm
listen, real
beginning
card
to
game
slow
players
down
really think
myself
it is. So like,
just because I'm trying to buy
that's
a
true. You
house
know that's
essentially,
it's
so I
more of
need
a
to
flex,
save
just
every
like being
little
able
bit
to
I
play
can.
it than anything else. Like just knowing
You
that
and me
it
both.
exists and that your opponent has it means you pretty much already lost.
Especially since this year, based on the
Also, I don't know about
tournament
you, but Ultimate Digimon,
scheduling,
one of my favorites.
I literally have nothing to play
Yeah, I
until
think it's a lot
maybe
of everybody's
post May.
favorites. So then,
So
like,
I'm
for
just
this to
like,
be
cool. There's
the
really
winners
no
card
real
for
incentive for me to
Christmas,
actually buy much of
I've
anything.
kind of stayed
I
away
bought
from it because I have so many favorites. I'm
BT
like, okay,
or
that's the
Special
game.
Booster
That's it.
2.5 because I already told my store I would buy it. But based on this ban restriction list,
in
I'm
shambles.
probably going to
Exactly.
like that's gonna be a big make or break point for a lot of players. I
I'm
think.
getting to the top table. I'm
I
trying
think
to
so
zoom,
too.
trying to do
I'm
the
interested to see. I mean, that should be tomorrow. Or not? Yes, tomorrow's.
Yeah, it'll be
That's from what I
tomorrow.
understand.
Post after the final. Tomorrow they're gonna announce the ban restrictions. So I know you've kind of been out of the loop, Teddy, but like, what do you think they like? How many cards? I'll start with how many cards do you think that they're gonna hit? And I know you're a little bit out of the loop, but what do you think would be reasonable for them to hit based on where you left off?
No. Yeah, but whenever you like, whenever they pull
Let's
out
see.
the champion
Let's
match,
see.
right? They pull out the champion match, you're like,
I
what did I
have
sign
to
up for?
imagine just from
Things are about to go very bad
what
very
I've
quickly.
the little
And
data
like
that
I
I
mentioned,
have seen
looking at your like
from like events and tops and things like that,
you look up and you're like,
I'd be very surprised if
why did I do
Uh-oh.
something from
Uh-oh, the final boss is
Akamike,
finally coming. I'm
Purple
not. I'm very underleveled for
Hybrids
this encounter.
isn't touched, like those kind
But
of
I think
things.
Right.
like once since we've got the rules set
I'd
up,
be
I think
very
we're gonna have
surprised
the
if they
players
weren't
come out in just a
touched in
bit,
some way, shape, or
and
form.
for folks at
Mirage
home,
has
I think
been a
this is the
constant.
first time in Digimon's history that we have
Not
all
as
Japan
I don't
finals.
think it like has its like splurge moments where I
So
think, but it's
the
always
first two
there.
players are
So it's
Japan.
like
I'm not gonna say who it is, but the first two players
I
are
have to
Japanese.
imagine they do
So first and
something.
second place, or people fighting for first and
Yeah,
second are both
because I'm gonna
Japanese.
be pulling
And
up on
I will say though,
Facebook.
that doesn't mean the
Like,
rest of the
so
world is
here
out of the
is
running. There are players
N
from around the world
Gaming's
who are also
like
playing for the third
predictions,
match as well.
which I don't necessarily disagree with the majority of them. Some of them caught me a little bit off guard. Just for viewers for chat, that's because everyone has their own opinions. I just want to show and
Yeah, I had a
gaming
chance to speak
channels because
with
they're
some of the
more
Southeast
into
Asian
the Japanese
players.
pulse,
Friday night, I
so
went out to dinner with those guys
having
when they
different
got in,
perspectives is
and,
nice.
they have been practicing night and day. They were like, I went to
But
bed
yeah,
like 4 a.m. like practicing for.
No,
It's gonna be
honestly, this
That's
doesn't look
crazy.
bad. I don't
I
think
don't know
this
about
looks
you,
bad
but
at all.
I'm an old man at this point.
No.
I
So
don't
need
know
the
how I
sleep.
feel
Like,
about
me on, like, 3
the
hours
Aguni
is
mon,
not.
but
I don't even function.
The
I can't even
Agunimons
the
to
function.
stop
rest of
the
this-
the Agunimons to stop the BT4 from OTKing on turn 2.
You're probably jacked up on caffeine at this
I
point.
mean,
was
yeah,
I was more
guess.
shocked about the Soul, the Soul
Oh
Lugermon.
yeah,
Double shot of espresso at the end of the day.
that definitely is a little out of the
Like,
field,
it's
but
just
I
like,
kind of
whatever.
understand the
agree. I
logic.
think they've been going
I do
really
too.
hard at it.
Just because it either kills something, which most likely is going to be a floodgate, or it revives something. 9 out of 10 times you want to revive something, so that's the part that kind of got me, where it's just like, oh, it is technically a card you could play around to take away Fenrir's like truest easy OTK. Yes, it means you sacrifice a body, but I don't know. I didn't think it was that
I think that's a
important.
minor drawback for how much you gain.
Yeah, like I
It's
think
good
if
for traveling,
honestly they
too.
just
Like,
hit the
I've seen, like, whenever
Balmon,
there's,
like
a
the
BCS
Soul
I think
Lugermon's
that'd be
fine.
enough.
Yeah,
or
that
something,
honestly just
folks
feels
travel.
like
Like,
enough
they're like,
because
you know what, I
then
don't live there, but
you
I'm
literally
gonna go play
can't
there,
do it
that's for
outside
sure.
of discarding
Yeah,
multiple
yeah.
copies
I don't
of
think you get much chances to play, right?
what's its face?
I think the
Skull
hardest thing for me
Bellucci.
would
Yeah,
be,
the
Also
Bellucci.
qualified,
is
right?
when I find out that I'm like, yeah,
I mean, yeah, and I feel like
I
that's
wanna
like you're just
be there,
negging
and
to
then you're
try
like
and
really
get
high, and I'm like,
a stack. So it's like, I don't think that would be the
Yeah,
worst.
right? That's the
Right,
worst,
and
Honestly.
man.
out of Virus Imperial, I
it
I
looks like
like the
Alright, so
Wormmon
let's see,
hit.
we're just
Obviously,
getting set
the
up here.
actual problem card is
I was about to
Uh,
say, I'm like,
the
yeah.
Shadramon promo, but I think like the
I love
Wormmon
the
plus the
sleeves here. Hold
Shadramon
on,
just
why-
does
Why
tip
does
the
one guy gotta
edges
be the
over
bad
the
guy?
edge,
Oh, this
or
is a
tip
third
it
place
a
match
little bit
first.
over the
That's
edge.
yeah.
I think you could do one or the other. I don't think you need to do both.
America's
Yeah,
Oh.
and obviously they
Yes,
want
it is.
the promo, like they're
Yeah,
reprinting the
we
promo,
got
and the
America.
promo is a
He beats-
card people are seeking. So
And then I think
Wormmon
Silva,
is
for folks who
obviously
don't
the
know,
lower
didn't
one
see
on the
the
totem
Grand
pole.
Asia Open last year in
Yeah, I
Japan.
think that
He
would
actually
probably get the
qualified,
bullet before
even though he's from Singapore.
for the
So
promo
this guy's
will.
very
But
strong. He was
I
one
mean,
of the only
I don't
players
think
using Dex
that
30
one. I think
Rotomon
that
at
one's
the time.
pretty
This time I don't think it's
bare
gonna be
bone. I
that,
think
though.
that's
See what
fine
we
either
get.
or.
What
I
the
don't think I
buttons
would
look like, and then we
mind
can take a look at
either
what the
way.
decks are.
Probably sucks for the people that are like investing super hard in it right now, but I mean, that's just the nature of the card game.
Right.
Don't get too attached.
Ahead of time?
But I mean, if we
Even-
go
like,
by
even-
just from
bro.
past ban lists, I
Oh,
mean,
okay,
they're
okay,
not
okay.
really that aggressive with
Ah,
bans.
okay.
I mean,
So
the
it's
last
like-
one they hit like at least 10 cards. I know, granted, there's like a lot more problematic cards that need to be hit at this point, especially as the game
Yeah, it's really
continues
hard
to
like, know
develop,
how to root for, 'cause,
especially
I've
as power
met
creep
Smokey
also
Kurobe's a great
is
guy. I had a
increasing.
chance to meet Onion for the first time,
Yeah,
just
I'm
a couple
like,
days ago.
ugh.
He's a fantastic player.
Some of
Seems
this
like a
stuff
really
looks
nice guy
just
as
pretty
well.
insane, man.
And
Like,
because I live in Japan, like I
I'm
don't know who to root
dabbling
for
right
this
now.
entire event. Like,
I mean, I
want
only have two
everybody to
decks
do
because
well,
now
but
Oh,
at the
are their
same
decks
time,
not
like,
double sleeved?
Someone's gotta die for someone else to win.
Oh,
right?
look how horrible that looks. You could see the
Cut here,
sleeves
man.
just
I'm like,
crumbling.
hold up. They're using one Bandai sleeves, which fine. Bandai sleeves
That's,
are
I mean, yeah, that's whatever.
yeah. I'm like, you can't go more than one game with those sleeves unless you double sleeve them.
Nah, bro,
think
you
that
can see them like crumbling when he
Yeah, I
like
think the
puts
players
them and
yesterday
tries
were
to
actually
riffle
given sleeves
shuffle.
to
They
for the
just look
event.
like they're
I think what you
struggling.
can see for their
Oh,
egg decks
no.
are the actual 25th anniversary sleeves I talked about before.
Oh, those
I
are
mean,
the
they're allowed
25th
to double
anniversary
sleeve,
sleeves.
no?
Being sold at the event.
Yeah,
today.
that's
It's got all of
allowed.
the Digimon from like with the hero trait from the upcoming set for BT21.
I wonder why.
Yeah, like BT21 will be the first set that I actually just buy pure singles. So, ooh, 1 versus 2. All right. I'm guessing that's indicating that they're turn player,
So they rolled here. It looks like
or like they're
right,
they're
so
on
they
the
just rolled here. I
play.
think Onion's gonna be going first here.
I mean, I guess
Oh,
that's
they're
a
not gonna
nice
show us
thing
the hands.
to
Come
keep
on,
in mind.
production. Let me see what they're playing with. Come on, don't spoil me.
Oh, that looks like
we're getting the
I
Lucamon.
mean, there were a lot of decks.
Is that Lucamon?
Yeah, there was a lot of
It
decks that people could have taken to this event. I think that was.
looks-
it
It's a
really
purple
widespread
deck. I know that.
Yeah.
I could swear it's Lugamon.
Finner
I-
Lucamon
I
was
think
pretty
it
strong going.
is.
This purple hybrid was a
Let me
minute.
go back and
minutes.
see.
Dude,
Royal
how is there
Knights has
no-
been like on the come
that
up
not
these
a-
past couple of weeks.
I can't tell.
Bro,
The
Royal
image is
Knight,
not.
that deck is crazy.
It's a scary ticking
we'll
time
see.
bomb.
See,
Like
these
that,
guys
It's
are
purple
really
for
good.
sure. I just don't know what the card is.
Yeah.
Right? Because like
No, because
they
I
grind
saw.
you
I
down,
think
and
that was a
then
purple
they're left
memory
a
boost
bunch
with
of
the
huge
Lugamon
buff
art.
dudes, and you have like
Um,
nothing left. It's like,
And
well, I
then
guess I'll
I could
die.
swear I saw something with 5K. It looks like a soul, I think, or not a soul.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fine, whatever,
No,
you know?
the other
I've got a
one.
Mecha
yeah,
Player back.
the Lugarmon. We'll know in like
Get
2
underway
seconds. Once they
here.
flip their egg, that'll
They're
tell us
setting the cards
everything
so
we
we
need
can
to
also
know.
see them at home.
Yeah, I mean
this
that's
is
just
really
the
cool.
dead giveaway.
If you ever come to
I
Tokyo, in
kind of
Akihabara,
need to ask my
Bandai
friend.
has a
Oh
place
no,
called
he's
Bandai
playing
Deck
Virus Imperial. Okay.
And that's
Okay,
usually-
so we
English.
just saw
He's
like a
using
worm
English
mod.
cards. Thank you. I didn't know if they would just
Here's
give
one
him
also,
his deck to
a
use in
huge
Japanese,
deck right now.
or not. So it's
This is a
cool
pretty good
that
setup,
we're
as
actually
Superstar.
having
He's
the
got
mixed
purple memory boost
languages.
as well. He does have to be a
Okay.
little bit careful.
We just saw the
how he's gonna
Luga.
play
Okay,
that
that's
purple
what it
memory
was.
boost.
Yeah,
Because
so I
it
just saw
does
the
grant
promo.
the
I knew
Digimon
there
to
was
basically
like
loses the color he needs for
purple
the
red.
colors
Oh,
of
this
the
is
options.
Tau Loop. Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if their hand is good,
Look at
but
this. Okay, guys,
Yeah,
how
he's
is
running
it-
Tao Loop.
Tao
Very
Loop?
That is
interesting.
just insane. Like,
does
it-
Tao Loop actually win this
the way
matchup?
that
Do they hold
he's
up?
made
Do
it
they
look
actually
like-
run
What's
any
this?
options
That's
that would
not-
be
it's
able
not
to
Talmud
disrupt the
Loop. That's
combo?
thing, it's not Talmud Loop.
I don't
It's
think
cool.
so. Because remember, they could just nuke the body
Yeah, just
before.
regular Sakuya.
Yeah, like they're basically just trying to lock them out of their raising area, and I think like if the Lucamon player was smart, they would just have a level 5 in raising, or even they could just do a level 6 and then just hard play the other one. But I think like maybe at least getting up into a level 5 in raising isn't unreasonable. Not what you want, but not unreasonable.
No, I don't think so. I think they have to play the different way. in order
So
to deal
Virus
with this.
Imperial versus Tao
On the
Loop.
right, on the left. Kurova on the right.
It's an interesting matchup, though.
Yeah, because if Virus Imperial does its
Onion's gonna
thing,
be turned here.
doesn't the
How does he
level
play this,
6
though?
basically just lock... no,
Oh,
it
he's
doesn't
just gonna
Floodgate.
hard
Or
play the
does the
V.
new
He
level
wants
6
different
Floodgate?
moves,
Hold on, I
optional
need to
open.
have my database pulled up.
The new level 6?
Yeah.
Or,
So we trash to draw.
in,
one. He's
Virus?
gonna
Yeah,
go
he does.
Yeah.
With... Yeah, that's gonna be the turn.
Um,
Wow. I'm really surprised he went this route. I feel like there's
it's
a little less
Virus
draw,
Imperial,
but, a little
BT.
less like cycle through the deck. Meanwhile,
Virus
on Kurova's side, he's also gonna be doing a
Imperial.
little
Pretty
bit
sure
pushing
this one
himself.
does, because I was looking at the stuff. But I'm pretty sure this one
Yeah,
does.
Narika Tamer
Because
as
he,
well as
like,
the
your opponent
Digimon,
can't
which is
play
a great
Tamers or
setup for
Digimon
the
by
next turn.
effects until the
You're
end of the
gonna tamer out
turn.
for basically
Yeah,
most of the
that's
game.
it.
And then if he has the Imperial, he trashes the... If he has the Dragon mode, he
Landing the
trashes
ball
the
is raising
security.
here, that's right. He
It's
thinks
the
he
fact
has
that
And
they
then he
can't
gets
play...
to delete something.
Yeah, it's the fact
after
that
he
they
does
can't
it.
play Digimon by
level 4
effects.
right now.
Yeah, that
That's
one hurts
the
a
big
lot.
part.
And that's pretty good if he has that in hand. Does he have it in hand? He does indeed.
So,
And go-
Yeah, he just
looks
picked it
like
up
they
after the
started
level
off with a
six there.
Vmon, and the
There you
Tau
go.
player
He's set up
is
there.
just setting up their Tamer, which
Right.
is
the
pretty
Digimon here
decent.
is gonna let him evolve,
I'm-
play the
it's
Tika
interesting
Tamer,
that he
and he's
chose
gonna
not
be
to
able
Digivolve in
grab
Raising.
more stuff off of this as well.
Because doesn't that
Yeah.
Vmon get to Digivolve for
Yeah, this
0
is
on
a
Purple X?
fantastic start for Kurova.
It does, yes.
Yeah, I think maybe he just wanted to draw and discard
Get this,
really
yeah.
badly.
So back to Onion's
Start
side.
setting up and...
Yeah.
But I mean, he didn't put
It's the
anything
one
that
on
would be...
Raising, so we can now use the
useful.
purple memory boost.
Do you just swing
That
with this
Wormmon,
rookie?
though,
That was a good draw.
late
being able to
game.
draw.
Or do you
I
just
feel like-
evolve? Like, hold on to it, see if they're going to
If-
do
if he
anything?
gets that
Oh,
Wormmon
promo
late game,
Shadramon to
he just,
play
like,
out
hard
the
plays it,
Vmon.
he gets
And
his
then the
entire-
Yeah.
his
Vmon
entire,
will let you
you know,
draw
Can
and
do more
discard
digging.
So-
Yep, dig a little
Got
more
it late
deeper.
game
Okay, he's
for-
playing a little
Oh,
bit ahead.
he doesn't care about
He
this.
played
This
the,
is smart.
Digimon
He doesn't
Crest to
care
double trash
because
last
the
turn. Oh, this
Wormmon
makes
will just
sense.
be able to grab the Shadramon to basically reset
Beautiful play.
and go all the way up the chain.
Yep,
as long as it's set up.
irrelevant.
Here.
So that's
Yeah,
like
this
he's-
makes it so that he can just do whatever.
An analog
Oh, that was a
way
pretty
to
good
go
draw.
for-
Analog, just to get more stuff in the trash, look for what you
Set up as
need.
well.
He has the Virus
right now he's-
Imperials in hand.
Oh,
I
that's
think he wants to make
good.
that analog play.
It doesn't
Maybe
really
find
look
a-
like the... is this
Nano
actually
Demon
pure
or
Taumon?
a
And not
Cloud
Tau
Demon
Loop?
in order to get those level 5s up so he can get to his level 6s.
I would like that a lot
Kurova's side,
more
he's at a
if it was
Wild.
pure Talmon.
Absolutely
position.
wild.
He's got something in raising.
That would be
level
super
4 out,
cool
he's
if
got
it
a
was
tamer
just
set
like
up.
pure
Yeah.
At
Talmon.
this point, he probably
It's
wants to
interesting
roll as
that
fast as
Onion
possible.
is
Not
not
letting Onion
playing
get to those
Demon
level
Lords, though,
5s.
because that's the deck that
When they get
he
their
won
effects
with.
actually
I
evolving
mean, I
into
guess,
the
like,
needed,
he just feels more
it's really
confident
big. I think that's
in
what's gonna happen. We're gonna
Virus
get Talmon
Imperial than
super
Demon
early.
Lords.
It's gonna be a
Man,
cost
sometimes
benefit
Unga Boonga
option he gets to play from hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes
Makes it
Unga
fun.
Bunga,
Is
you
enough.
can't play the game.
Super
Unga Bunga
evolved
Part
plug-in
2,
here.
yeah, that is enough.
So I mean, I can't hate the player, man. I would do that too.
Immediately.
If I
Yeah.
had the ability to.
Ooh, Starmon for Barrier. Okay. Well, also on play,
that's,
minus
uh,
3k is
When he
not
plays
bad,
that,
and then the
one
inheritable
option.
barrier is pretty good.
I was about to say, yeah, it gives,
does
but
give
doesn't
rid
have
of
that stipulation, or is it just
He does get a
generically
lot of
gives
effects
barrier?
here. So
Yeah,
all the
it just
options play.
generically
All
gives
this advanced
barrier.
effects procs, we got a memory off
That's
that.
pretty cool,
He's got the
actually.
proc, the Rena-
I like
Rika
that.
Tamer.
Yeah,
He's
I
minus-
honestly
minus,
think this is
2K
pure Tau.
to delete
I haven't
the
seen
Digimon as
anything
well.
so far that leads
Instead,
me to think it's Tau
hit
Loop.
a token here on the next option play. Yeah. So it's like
Not
you're also
currently,
gonna get-
yeah.
You're gonna get just a quick training option, but this is gonna give.
I
him
mean,
a
I
token
respect
as
that.
well.
He's playing just pure Sakuyamon, basically.
This is a 6,000 DP.
Wait,
block.
this is the third place match? Hold on, did they already
Right, that's
finish
so
them?
crazy.
like the whole event?
Well, didn't it just start? What?
Yeah, the highlight says it's the third place match. I just caught that.
Unless
So
they're
maybe
doing
they
it
already
backwards.
did the
Actually,
Swiss,
super huge. I
like
can't say he's got one in
the best
hand.
of one
He also has
Swiss,
the option
and
of
they
some
just
level
didn't
7s
stream
in this
that.
deck
That would
I
be
think are
unfortunate.
particularly
That'd be
scary.
really lame.
But
Not
the
gonna
fact
front.
that Onions and like fighting for third is kind of
I
neat.
don't know, like he's
Uh,
probably winning
I'm
with
not
this
gonna
No,
guy.
lie,
Onion's a good player.
he is a very good player.
'Cause he's still
I don't know
It'd be nice
about
to just locking it
the
outright.
Japanese side. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
obviously
true
he
though.
got
He does
here.
have
He's a
the
good
one
player
body resistance
too.
at
He's
least.
got the
But
ton
Especially
of
using
Ruin.
this not
So
ruin
on
mode loop.
on swing,
I think
Yeah.
like that
Samon's inheritance
like
deck to also
that
play another,
probably makes me
option
really
that
want to
costs
see his
-2.
deck
That's why he
list
played
like
this
really
Digimon. Let's
badly.
check
I'm
it
like
out.
I'm
what
telling
what
you,
was
I'm
he
very
thinking?
Oh, the
interested to
memory
see what he does.
boost.
There's the ruin mode, so he still goes into
Oh, he
ruin
does
mode, and that
Oh, here it is.
effectively
This is what I
turns him
meant.
off for
It's
2
the
turns.
ruin.
Yep.
Just completely
I mean,
lost
yeah,
my
that's
mind.
amazing.
So the ruin.
So
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
still
the ruin's letting
ruin
you hit his
locking the
hook rate
opponent out of the
blanket
game,
-5K, so as
just
soon as he plays
actually
something
playing
not
fair.
focused
it's
on the
immediately
loop
do that
itself.
effect.
Yeah.
So this is huge. And then the follow up here is next turn.
Yeah, I think he just
Kurova
like
can
sets
attack
up
with the
his
ruin
trainings
mode,
and memory
and
boosts and
it
just
leads
takes the
itself to
turn
put
off.
another 5K blanket down. So
Another 5K.
Onion's got to build up and raising
Yeah,
here
this
and just
just, I
get
mean, this is good. I mean,
this
It is
Dino
smart though
Demon.
that
opponent
he's
can't
using
play
that
for a turn
Digimon
effectively.
and maybe
Yeah,
he's able
so
to
how
play
much
something
damage
else.
does he
Oh,
have?
he's
So
still
if
Oh, he is
the
able to
Sakuyamon can go off, they could
raise
actually potentially win next turn because they'll move out of
Yeah.
raising.
I
They
don't
do
see him
have
going to
trainings
level
to
5 in the
evolve
back.
basically for next to
I feel like that's
nothing.
where all your
They have the Rika
Yeah,
that'll help
good stuff
too,
comes
and
out.
the inheritables on the other
No,
stack.
yeah.
Well, actually, they'd lose the
Yeah,
other
you're
stack.
absolutely right. Like you want to have that level
Yeah.
5 on board. And right now he's only got 1, unfortunately. He actually needs 2 in order to get to those level 6.
Wait,
Oh, this
why?
is cool.
It is,
And, looks like
oh,
he's
he's
spinning
just
his
evolving
memory
and
boost.
raising, so that
And
way
he's just
next
gonna go for
turn
level 5.
it doesn't just hard ruin
Wow.
him.
I mean, you kind of have
Yeah,
to.
it doesn't
right? Like,
die,
it's
yeah, he
either that
doesn't
or
auto
you have
lose.
Nothing.
Yeah, so that
Right, you're just
he's just
waiting
like,
for him
okay,
to
I
boost his
can
up.
still do stuff.
Don't disagree with this
I mean,
at all.
I don't either because if I was like playing Fen,
Yeah,
I
we
would.
typically
We
see
were
the
honestly
decks,
just
like,
talking about
DNA
doing
2
the
times
exact
in order
same
to get to
thing.
their
It's
boss
like, yeah,
fight.
let's
Yeah.
just go
Now,
to
he might just have to raw
Build up
the
in the
higher.
back.
This means he can.
Yeah, so
Kurova in hand, so
according to
take a
Steven,
huge
it's
positional
literally
advantage
just
here.
third
His
place in
training's already
finals.
set up,
Huh.
so he can
Wild.
build
That's
a second
really
stack and
weird.
Get to another Sakimon if he wants.
I don't
So that
know.
means the tournament's already done for the most part for everyone else.
Whoa.
To be fair, I kind of assumed that was going to be the case, but I thought we would see
Starmon
like
Tech
at
here
least
for,
the
like,
top
nice DP minus,
3 matchups,
so
like so third,
the deck does a lot of
second,
DP
and
minus
then
on its own,
first, like
but
that, I
Starmon's more like
guess.
the finisher if you need
I
to
think
get that
they're
little bit
just
extra
giving
extend. I
it
love
Or I
all
guess
to
top
One
4
Piece.
matchup, I would say.
Yeah, I think they're just giving it all to One Piece because they're doing like
Meanwhile,
all of that other
fine.
stuff at the same time. So now he basically gets to go up for free. What is memory now these days?
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I was like,
Oh, is he not swinging with Ruin? Oh,
He is
probably
doing it.
because
Yeah, I mean, they're
he wants the on delete to trigger on the
Okay, so
opponent's
he's gonna,
turn.
yeah, he got a ton of resource and value off of those trainings he played
okay,
last
yeah, I
turn.
like that.
He's to the second
I like
Sakuyamon
that a
here.
lot
I think
more.
this is the one that does have.
And then this has barrier too, so it's going to be
barrier?
hard to
No,
remove.
this is
Safe
what I'm talking-
swing,
this is the
yeah.
previous one as well. Yeah, this is
Predominantly a
nice.
safe swing unless an
So he's gonna
option
do the same
messes
thing.
with it.
Then he's got the
Whoa, Kuroba's
tokens
deck is
too.
very thin already.
No, yeah, this is good.
I saw him
I
really
mean,
like,
this
so
is such
excited
a
and it's-
commanding position.
Oh, is that a second
This
rune
is what the
one?
deck does,
Hold
right? There's
on.
so many,
Oh,
like,
he's just like,
draw
I
and
forgot the
search
token
options.
trigger.
Wait a second, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
And then he
remember
goes
to discipline the
into
token here.
X antibody.
We're gonna go into
Okay.
the Sakia
To be
X
fair, there's
here.
like a million things happening on his turn.
Another
Like,
option.
Yeah,
I
and then
completely get
he's just
that.
going to gain all the memory back somehow and just
Alright, so
rip the
this is
security
gonna be a
asunder
tough-
by
a tough
attacking
follow for Onion
all
if
at
this
the end of
isn't
the
his
turn
last
because
turn.
that's a thing now.
I think that he
And
only
especially
has
if he
that
goes
Kurova
in,
only has 4 swings though.
So he gets
So one
to
attack, it's like
use an
okay,
option
that
on
grab
attack
something
because
off
of
the
its
training.
effect.
Yeah, the
Free
X.
option play. Gonna play another one
Nah,
next
dude,
to the
Sakuyamon
top
X is
two,
cool,
cost
man.
-2.
It's a cool
This is
card.
Evolve.
Oh, he's going into
It's a
nice.
Chaosmon
Valderarm.
Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
sick.
No on
I like
play
that.
effects.
Yeah.
I like
Keeps
that.
turn 'cause it gives back
That's really
misery.
cool.
Oh
Yeah,
my
2 checks
god,
because
that's
it
2
natively
checks
has
that
security
second
attack
+1 at
plus.
this point.
That is
One,
super dope.
two.
Oh, is he like saying the DP? No, you should be fine with the stack. Oh, he gets to
He also
unsuspend
becomes
and then
active
2
as
more
well.
checks.
Oh,
my
gains
god,
all
2
the
more. That might
memory
be the
too.
game,
That is
yeah.
insane.
That's it. That's game, baby.
Oh, dude, this is crazy. He could just win right here.
Yeah.
Holy crap, and yet
He just wins right here.
Oh, what a turn.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, just the
that
one
turn
ruin
three?
mode
Was that turn
basically
three?
won him the
Won
game.
him the game.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he
I mean,
couldn't
he is
combo
a
off
very,
in that same
very
turn.
practiced
He
player.
had to like spend his memory
Yeah, I mean,
poorly,
we saw him with
evolving
the
and
great
raising.
setup turn,
Oof.
like, turn one.
Genuinely
Onion
Oof.
passing over
Yeah,
3 was
That's
so
crazy,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Nice
No,
job. Very good play from him.
he gave it
Yeah,
one and he did
no,
all of
that was crazy. I knew
Oh yeah,
he
the
had the
second
potential to
turn
just
he did pass
basically
it well,
go
but
off that turn.
turn 3.
I honestly thought he was just going to ruin lock him that
Turn
turn
3,
and then
remember he
be
played that
patient
Vmon
and
out
wait,
first
but
because he
I
wanted
mean,
to.
I didn't even
No,
see
the first turn he wanted
the
to. He played the
Boulder arm.
Vmon out to give over
Oh, yeah,
3
yeah,
because
That's
he wanted
cool.
to keep the
That's a really
memory
cool
boost
card.
option available. Yeah.
Yeah, I
He tries the
mean,
second Vmon
it's a
result,
good card. Like
and
I've been
given
buying
Grove
up
a free memory to
Volder
play
arms
the
just because
Redemon
it's a
Surge.
good
He
card.
found his level 4 plus
Not
Tamer.
only just
He also
generically,
does
but in
Redemon
its own
Rage,
deck
so he had
too.
his whole setup from turn 1. Incredible
Yeah,
start
who
there
needs
for
loop
Karoba.
anyway when you could just
And it
swing
was no,
Just win.
Oh, that was a
Digivolve for
very
next to
quick game.
that
nothing,
was
and then swing for 5 checks in a single turn. Loop is overrated. All Ruin Mode did was just buy him the one turn he needed to win.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it's Digimon, right? Like, as
that was
long as you
good.
have a
That was
searcher in
good.
there,
Like, genuinely,
you
he
can always
just
do
played
something, right? Like, you always feel like you have an
Takuya
option.
as
You
the
can go
base
through
to
the deck
just
a
make
little
it
bit
so that he
more.
could
Right?
efficient
It's like
evolves up,
it's not the perfect hand after the mulligan, but like
chip one
you're
hit
down
with
but
the
not
ruin
out.
mode, and then just win the next turn.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
Crazy.
So wait, if they're doing third place right now, does that mean they're waiting till tomorrow to then
Yeah, 100%. Like
Reveal the
that's
rest?
like
yeah,
this is
do
always
the
like,
rest?
if this doesn't make it, what
That
do
would
I
be
have
very
after that?
inefficient, but
Right, exactly.
So
And
let's
of
say
course
Yeah, no, that would be really weird.
Digivolve in the back and then
Because
Digivolve
according
into
to
the
like
one
they have a
the one
content schedule that was posted.
yeah, I
it's
thought I saw it
God
earlier.
dang it!
Yeah.
Every single time, yeah. The Digimon
Oh, we
players
do
are
actually have World
I
Finals
swear. But listen, we're
data.
gonna shuffle up here for the second game.
Oh, they're
Keep in
already.
mind, I think
Wow. Okay.
Onion is going first this time.
Yeah, it was tweeted out, and then I think they're showing off Onion's list right now. At least in my Discord server.
I think you lose automatically
Hackmon
set to go
posted
Yeah, he's posting
Onion's
it.
list.
Oh, is it?
Looks like we're gonna see the mulligan here from Karoba again.
So
Oh,
the
and
most
we see the
represented
other, and we
deck.
see the guy too.
Yeah, the most represented deck
Meanwhile,
was
Onion's still-
Blue-Green
well, he's
Imperial.
really mulling over this. I mean, to be fair, this could be
I
his last
mean,
game.
not, it's still good, man.
It's still an insanely good deck. I don't
And Grova's
discredit
even if
anyone
he
from
loses this
bringing
one, he
it.
has a chance.
I love the Sukuimon deck. This looks just good. Just genuinely
I
just
mean,
good
it's
Sukuimon.
really great. To
Yeah,
see
I'll
Sakura.
after this game I'll show the chart to
Yeah.
chat so that way they all know exactly what we're looking at.
That's
But yeah,
great.
it
Wow.
says day 2.
You know, he's in his
Um,
element.
They are going to be doing the World Championship
Yeah, he looks
finals
really
and then
comfortable in this match. Again, the Southeast
Digimon
Asian guys are
presenting
very,
information.
Very serious about the game. I mean, they.
This
Okay.
is
are
Japan
practiced, they're,
time.
like,
So
very
what's 9
knowledgeable. When I
Teddy?
went out to
Do
dinner
me a
with him, we
solid
talked
and
a
look
little
up
bit
what
about Finland,
9:45
talked,
Japan time
one of the
is.
stronger Finland Lugumon
Gotcha.
players out there, and he gave me great
9:45.
insight into the deck. And I'm kind of sad. he's
That
going
would
in
be
today.
for
Ben
us,
Taylor.
or well, at least if you're on the East Coast, that would be 8:45 p.m.
But looks like okay.
Yeah, so this
At least
This
you know
hand
level
is
three
so
knows
Interesting.
what it is. It is tough because it's a purple.
So,
memory.
yeah,
So
if
maybe
you're-
this is their like their day 2.
Yeah.
you don't gotta say
We'd like
that,
to
Steven. Come
see-
on now.
Without anything for the Vmon to throw away. I mean, you
Don't
could
do
trash
that
the
to
Diamond
us,
Vmon,
man.
But that's
Can't wait to
kinda
see
scary
$200
'cause you don't
Shadra
see
on
a
Star.
Don't bring that
Vmon
into the
throw
world,
away.
man.
I unfortunately sold my Shadras too early. I had
Meanwhile,
I think
going
2 or
down
3
with
extra
this game now.
Shadras that I sold for like 40 during the initial
Yeah.
hype, and then I didn't
Without
expect
any
like
Kuzuhas.
the complete
might
and
be,
utter
like-
buyout of
Right?
the
This might be a
card
temporary
and it
Tal
to
Luke
jump
deck
to
for just a
100.
moment.
I think that's literally who gets set up first,
So
Colin.
we're gonna
That's
be ready
really
for the
what it
second
ends up being.
game here.
Yes, this is day 2. Okay.
All right, let's get into
Crazy
it.
that
Again, Onion
they
going first on the
Didn't
left.
stream
Robo on the
any
right.
of the other games.
Virus Imperial
Or at
Vmon
least
versus
so at
Sakiyamon.
least
This is
what they
for
could
the
have
third
done even if they
place
didn't stream
at
it is they
the
could
World
have
Finals here.
recorded
Fist
it.
bump here. Let's get into it.
You just
he's
missed
doing the
game
purple
1
Oh, we're gonna
of the third.
Oh, you're
place
hard
match.
taking that
We're
Wormon.
gonna see-
You're hard taking that
Yeah.
Wormon.
There's the worm.
Can't take the Tamer, unfortunately, but he does
Alright.
find the Wormon, which is great. We can evolve that in the back, and we can still get
That's a
access.
good
I mean,
Let's
granted,
see.
there was only 2
Purple
options there, but you're just
Yeah,
hard
that-
taking that Wormon
that
every time.
Lugumon memory boost
Yeah,
looks
I
so
don't think
good.
it's even an option.
Emperor, you just arrived. Did you miss anything? You missed Onion losing to Sakuyamon
They're selling
round
them here.
1, so this
I'll
is
mail a
round
couple.
2.
A very commanding
Well, the
game.
Rika Tamer here gets to search.
Yeah.
No hits,
No rookie. Oh, I
unfortunately.
was gonna say like no rookie. I guess he just wanted to search
So
to
it'll be a
see if he had
slower
better options of
build
the
here
rookie,
for
maybe.
Grova.
There you go with the train. Okay, so he's got
So
options
he
so
could
that's
take
good. He's gonna
either
set
of
up.
them. Probably the Tau.
You
You
go
already have a
for
tamer
the
set up.
Rika.
Oh.
I mean,
have to
having an
imagine
extra
he-
tamer is not
Slash
bad,
Slash-
but
he
based on
does
that
have
hand, I think
Talmon
you want the
with
Tau.
Talmon in hand, but he doesn't want to suffer the
Because you
overkill
have
penalty,
the
so I think he can take
4,
the second
you
one.
were basically just missing the
Might
5.
get the
Yeah.
Onion at 1 here. Thanks
Because
to
I
you
don't-
technically could have tried to
One
next
back.
turn set up memory boost to dig for it, but I mean, it's right there, so no reason not to.
Just like to be able to play a tamer and then
It's like-
and then
So,
training and
Onion probably hard play the
That's just
Vmon,
so
play the memory boost.
what a great first
Right.
turn.
Oh, no, he's just
The
passing
H
turn
here
with the
in
Vmon.
full
I wasn't
effect.
looking at the
We
memory.
did see the Wormon have all been raising. On
So,
the side,
discarding
and
the
now we're
level
gonna see
5 to
Digimon
draw
play here to
2.
trash. Oh, he finds the
Okay.
Plasmon, it looks like, and
Okay,
looks like
okay.
the Dino Beamon. It's
I
hard
think
to see
like
at the second, but he does
maybe
trash one on level 5
the
that's
matchup
cool.
is probably in Sukuyamon's
I see
favor
the
just
red
because
head
it doesn't
with the-
need like a complicated setup.
Yeah, as long as you just get a line, ideally that's enough.
Well, Kurova here goes
Yeah,
out.
like just a little extra draw power,
This
have the
one is
line,
exposed,
just
so he
go
wants to
up,
make
do
sure the board
stuff.
stays clear if possible. He does have a lot of minus
Because then all you do is
capacity.
lock
Oh,
their
this is
board.
the
Mon here.
draw,
So
discard
there's
an
a
option,
Digimon
draw
here.
2
He can
one.
either
Interesting.
Trash a plug-in and draw 2, or grab one back from the trash. I think we might
Yeah.
see the trash.
So is he gonna just grab the option back, or is it specifically just no? It's specifically just plugins.
Grove's displaying the effect here.
Yeah.
So I think
He
he's
can't
just
grab that yet.
doing it just to evolve into it, even though he can't gain the
Very
effect.
versatile.
I mean, I don't think that's a
Oh,
necessarily
Tau
a bad play.
Ace. He's
Oh,
acing.
so yes, he does neither effect. I don't think he can do
Oh,
either.
interesting.
So we're
Okay, so no plug-in
Talmon
options,
H
which
drops,
is
though. So by
fine.
picking up the other level 5 here, it's
He's
give us a
gonna
free
whiff
option
on
play,
all
so
of
we
the
get yellow,
options, but he gets to
memory
find a
boost,
Digimon,
yeah,
so he is probably just gonna
Renamon,
try going into a
themed
level 6
memory
here,
boost here.
just to try to lock him
so
out.
clean.
I think you take the ace. You either take the ace or you take the rookie.
Do we pick up the Sakya X?
Yeah, he's just taking the extra
Oh,
rookie.
yeah.
That's
Use the
smart.
Renamon.
Because he doesn't
I
have one in
agree.
hand, so if anything
I wonder
happens
what does
next
that-
turn, he
what
could
does that
just
mean?
set up a
Yeah, what does
second
that mean for his
rookie.
later turn? Yeah.
I think the rookie is the right play
Does he have something in
in
here?
this instance.
He's got ruin.
So he gets to use the Rika to gain
Crazy.
a memory, and then he gets to minus
Oh, yeah. Off the
security
the
attack
option
or
play
minus
here,
3k,
minus 2,000.
something.
Yeah, he's got a Sakuya there, so that's fine.
Oh, sorry, not minus 2,000. It's minus 6.
He doesn't need
I
to
mean,
do the minus.
it
He does
doesn't matter
both.
because it's just going to get minus
We're
6k
just
DP'd.
going to the Sakyamon. Okay.
Yeah, it's dead no matter what anyway. So
So unfortunately, we don't have
So,
a Kusuhamon
the-
here, so we're
just
not going to
the
see Talmon
draw
drop
2 is
again, but the Sakyamon is
ridiculous.
going to give us a token.
yeah, that extra dude, that like consistency is insane.
He does have to
Yeah.
draw, which then sets him up
Yeah.
as well.
You're taking the plugin every single day. You're taking that plugin. Especially
Oh,
since
that's
that's
like
the plugin that turns off when digivolving effects. So if he had a Digimon sit on the field, he could just turn its effects off, which is really good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
that
got-
pause
it's
plugin.
just
There's
like-
no way.
Until
Dang, where are you
yeah,
watching
you
it?
saw
Because
the
like
Power
I'm
Pokemon
watching
swing,
it
but
on
once
the
they get into
Bandai
that
official thing, and
Digimon
it's
Dragon
like
mode and fighter mode, things go south real
a little
fast.
delayed.
Grove's doing all he can to make sure that doesn't happen.
You can watch it on YouTube or Twitch. I'm
Okay, we
using
see the penalty,
Twitch.
and there's the Dragon mode.
That
in the
might
end.
be why.
This is the fighter mode.
Yeah.
Can we see the Dragon mode?
I'm like, you were like, talking about. I was like, am I crazy?
Analog Youth, maybe.
Hey, Cross.
Bro, the artist from what is it? Promise Neverland. I could. be
Oh,
saying
that
that
means
really
we're
wrong.
most likely not going to get
But
the...
like,
No,
Yeah,
depending
like,
on how
actual manga
long
artist,
the
like,
games last,
drew-
because there's the finals too, but they're
that
not
Pokemon fighter mode.
announcing...
It looks
So,
good.
Teddy, do me a
Also,
solid
the
and look
foiling
up
texture is
when
so good.
13,
Yes.
1 p.m. JP time is, because that's when they're getting
Alright, we're gonna
the
play
announcement.
memory boost
So most
here.
likely we're going to wake up to
boost
the
is a
banner
little bit
restriction
more
already being
dig.
announced.
It is
That's
12
another
a.m.
Dragon
Sunday for
Or
Eastern
it's
time.
Another fighter mode. No Dragon mode though. He might pick up the
Yeah,
Dino Beam.
we're probably just... I'll see it as I'm driving into locals.
Unfortunate that there was two options.
Also, you gotta respect the
Uh,
flex. Yeah.
I know, right?
Kinda
So
lost
popping
it.
the
You gotta
memory
respect
boost.
the-
Is he
you gotta
going to try
respect the
going
flex
off? I think you have to.
You gotta respect the flex of the two all.
I don't think you can hold the back
fighter mode.
in this matchup. I think giving them a
But
turn.
you know what? I got them both. It's fine.
Is not ideal.
Yeah.
This is
I don't
truly
know.
max rarity or all rarity.
I feel like if you give him the turn, then he's just gonna.
Yeah, he's just going to set up. I think he's just
And-
not set up enough.
So that my
Yeah, I think it's still too
You take
early.
the promo Shadramon. No, you take the other Shadramon. Does he already have a promo in hand?
Well, it's going to the trash, so he can use the promo, or he can use that one too.
Oh, fair,
all the
fair.
other
He
anyway.
just moves out the Wormmon, and then
Takes the other one.
Shadramon does all the other crazy stuff for him.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So
that
he's
doesn't
just
matter which
looking
one
at the
he grabs.
trash. He's just like, yep, there's the Shadramon promo. So I think on Sakuyamon, they're just gonna ruin mode, and then the game ends again. Like,
Yep.
honestly.
Remember the virus
If he passes, yeah.
I don't think Onion's gonna be able to do much this turn.
Get an idea of what your play should be to stop your
Yeah,
I
he's just gonna
almost-
play out
yeah.
another Wormmon just to try to set up a little bit more.
Passing over.
If he's got the ruin mode, this might just be
I'm a little
curtains.
worried.
Yeah, passing over 3 memory
He's gonna finally
is
find the
also
dragon mode, though,
crazy.
Suicide.
Might be a
That was like
one-turn delay.
suicide. In this in
gonna
this
trash
particular
that.
scenario, that's like
Yeah, like he
borderline
already can
suicide.
basically build up to another Digimon. He could like hard play a Sakuyamon and build all the way, or hard play the Renamon, and then Digivolve all the way up for basically nothing. With the right hand.
Yeah, Cross X, that new Sakuyamon stuff really is good. The new
Yeah.
stuff is really strong.
So he does have the ruin mode. There's 100% no way he doesn't ruin mode here.
I see it.
No
No,
way.
yeah.
He's also
There's the chaos as well.
Yes, it is meta.
Yeah, and then there's
Current.
Boulder Arm as well.
behind that
Roxas.
Super Evolution play.
It is a meta deck right now. You got
Yeah,
a lot of
Roxas.
support.
Virus is incredibly meta right now, just because it does a lot for like nothing once it's set up. And the only problem is the
I
setup.
mean, to be fair, a ruin mode.
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna hurt.
mean,
I think it might
he
be
got the
GG's if he has the
he
ruin
set
mode
up in
here.
the back. He probably just.
Yeah,
I
so
like
he's
this.
just gonna hard play another one, and then I think he is just gonna build up into another Digimon, like another big stack, and then end the turn on Ruin mode, and then that
I like
locks.
that a lot.
Yeah, and then that locks Onion out of the game, and
Use the training here
after
to
that,
evolve.
I think he just wins because of the
Oh.
additional board state that he built.
That man's got
This
a
is
shovel. He
so
is digging.
good. Like, I like that he didn't just shotgun the ruin mode. He just said, "I'm gonna make it impossible." So even if he deals with the ruin, he has to deal with both bodies and the potential of the body in the
Right,
back.
because he digivolves into a Taumon essentially for 3, and then he gains 2 memory back, and then maybe an additional memory because he used an option.
Then the following turn.
He has the tamers, and then the option should
Yeah,
give him
so
the
he
memory back.
essentially still digivolves for net nothing on top of this digivolving for free.
All right, the Talmon here.
Yep.
We're gonna pass over to
And
evolve that
potentially,
Talmon
if he's
for
able to
Super
play another
Free,
tamer or
Super
something,
Evolution plug-in.
depending on who he goes into here.
I see. Yeah, he wants to set one up. and
So
Sakuya
he's
X,
gonna
so
go
he wants to
into
spend-
another. Is that the Drasakuya? I think it is the Drasakuya.
Yeah, the one that gives him the 2.
Yeah,
gets one for that for
needs,
using
who needs to
option.
spend memory?
Plus one from the Rika.
I mean,
No,
we'll
man.
spend memory. We'll just get it all back.
And
It's
another
okay.
draw here.
Minus 6k. Yeah, it's
Yep.
the minus
This
6k.
is minus 2k to the
Mhm.
the Wormmon.
Oh,
there's
he's
no way
minusing
we
2k because of an inheritable and then minus
I think
something
this has-
else.
I think that's a security.
The
minus.
security minus.
Okay,
So
yeah.
the effects kind of bounce between
So
security attack
he's
minus.
giving that. I mean, not that it's going to stay on the
Hard
board
to
anyway.
small your head.
Oh,
Right,
I
because
think
just
that's-
the plugin kills it because it's a minus 3k
the
and
pause
stops when
plugin's gonna just wipe it
digivolving.
though. Wow, he just gets the
Yeah,
free
so
pause plugin.
not that it matters,
Okay.
but yes.
And then
It-
spawn 2
it's-
tokens,
it's
one
token,
for
there's a
each of the
second token, because
Sakuyas.
both Sakyamon see
That is,
the option
this. I mean, this is such an absurd board state. There's just, I cannot imagine that he does anything to come back from
there.
this.
Looks like, I think with
Yeah,
this-
I think honestly the game's kind of just over because he ends the turn on ruin mode and then that locks Onion out of the game.
That memory boost
Because
is-
then he just has the board state to just win, and because of Virus Imperial being all in on the aggro,
Yes, I think you can use this,
in
but
combo, they have
he might just
basically
go
no
into the ruin mode and
defenses.
pass over the memory.
Yeah, I mean, that whole deck is just pure offense. And he
Yeah,
gets the
he-
chip for
even-
free.
Yeah, even if he swings and hits a tamer, it's still not going to be enough just because of how the deck works.
Tokens aren't real Digimon. It's fine.
Yeah,
I like
and
that he
then
took
ruin
one
mode to end the
swing.
turn.
Something that people are like, I like that he took one swing.
So
'Cause
I
he
guess
didn't
the
wanna
game
give
is
him
over.
extra.
Right.
It'll be
Really, really
interesting to
smart
see
play.
if
Oh, this is the ruin mode
Onion's
comes out
able to
here, which
fight
means-
against this, but based on that
Onion
hand,
is under
like
another
he,
5K
and
plugin.
ruin mode, you really can't do
And
anything.
I don't know if that. I think that means he might be Dunzo.
No, he's 100%
Like, he wasn't
done
able
so.
to-
No, this, I mean,
You're
what
right.
can he do? Look at this
He has
hand.
one shot.
Yeah.
He could slam the level 5. Like, that's like,
He passed
It-
over a lot of memory, but unfortunately,
I
there's,
mean,
like,
he just
nothing
has
he
to
can
do the same thing, Evo and raising, and then pass the turn, and then watch himself die.
Pray he lives.
Yeah.
And
That's like the only thing he can do.
I don't
Hope
know, we
something in
face on
security
board.
saves him.
I mean, he could hard play the
If he does
ace
delete
and
the
kill
ruin mode,
something. It's still not good.
no, I don't think it's
No,
possible.
but
to
I
delete that.
I think
This
if
might be
you
GG
kind
for
of have to
Onion.
do something here.
But I mean, he is a better player than I, so if
'Cause-
he
Do
can find it out here,
the level
I wouldn't be
5s have
that
on
surprised,
play
right?
effects, the new
World
ones?
caliber players here. World
I
caliber
don't
players.
believe so. I think. Well, hold on, let me make sure.
I will still
Yeah,
be
because
surprised.
he
Or,
might be able
Yeah,
to
right.
set up like an
I
ace
personally
play,
will be,
just
yeah.
hard play. No, he's just digivolving and racing,
Let
and then
me
he
see
watches
what
himself
they have
die.
now.
Over to the
So cool.
one here with
Ruin
They
the
are
mode.
both
Digimon
on play
DS,
and when
but I think
Digivolving.
that might be
Yeah.
a wrap. We're gonna
So
promote
ruin mode
the-
just steals the
the
game again.
Renamon. That's 5 checks
Yeah,
already.
I mean, what could he do? Like he could slam the big guy. That's
The
just about the
X-Antibody
only thing he
Ball
could
condition.
do, and even then, that's not ideal.
No, because then if you're unable to get rid of the body, ruin mode just
Yeah.
swings,
I
kills
talked about
itself,
this,
and then clears the
in
body.
previously, but
Yeah, it's just a losing state.
I mean,
Like, this is
Yeah,
one
and
of
then he
those,
just
like-
gets another
but Saki X
token,
is gonna come out
and
here,
he
and
has
he's probably gonna be able to
plenty
keep
of
the turn.
damage,
He's gonna gain
especially
more
since he
memory
also
here
has
with
the
the
Volder
Naked Tamers
arm.
as well as some of the inheritance
Yeah,
effects.
I was like, I think he
So,
swings
yeah,
with the
this
big guys
swing,
first.
we get to
This
play
is,
an
I think, the
option.
logical step here, so that he could set
He's
up
gonna use
harder.
Talmon inheritance effect first, it looks
No,
like.
not
Hot
another
Fighters
ruin.
2. He's gonna give him
No.
the Volder arm.
He
Yeah.
didn't even grab it either. That's the funny thing.
Saki X wants
That's
to
good.
let him
I like
gain an
that.
option for free as well.
He went straight for the
Evolve into
Valder
the
so he can get
Valder.
the
Yeah, and
extra
then he gets
damage.
to, and then he gets to gain
Nah,
2 more
bro.
memory
Volder arm
from
here.
the tamers.
Both
Yeah.
inheritables, and then the
Well,
tamers.
Nika Tamer plus 2.
Yeah.
Gains the memory.
Oh my
Attack
god.
is 2 checks.
Yeah, he
Jesus
just
Lord.
like what is memory at this point?
God, dude, that is
Oh my god. Also,
crazy.
It literally both games played out exactly the same.
Yeah, there was
like
not much
they
you could
just
do.
literally went up a line and then did basically had a huge setup, and then the opponent was unable to do anything. Man, that's.
Good
I mean,
game.
Onion got third. That's or not. Onion got fourth. That's still pretty respectable.
Still a great position.
Yeah, out of everyone in the
Amazing play,
world,
like,
that's
Sakimon,
fantastic.
so much draw,
So,
so
no.
much memory gain.
No hate
The fact
there.
that the
They
Digimon
both
play
played good.
Tamers, you
I
get
mean,
so
Onion did
much
the best he
value
could. He
out of
just
that.
couldn't set up.
Even
They was
looking
just
at
Yeah.
too
you
fast.
saw even from, like,
Yeah,
turn
they
two,
literally just built
he was
up
doing
a
great.
Sakuyamon, and then
already
Onion
set
had
up-
no
both
response,
games,
and
like, turn
then
two, he was already,
post
like,
that
fantastic
they just
position.
spit out a giant board, and then the game ended because Ruin Mode locked Onion out of being able to play the game.
See, like people I like and seeing in the chat, they're talking about how he bricked. They're like, I don't think he bricked. I just think it's just not enough time.
Yeah, no,
if they-
Sakuyamon just didn't let him breathe, and then Ruin Mode just made it so he was actually unable to play the game. Like, I think if he wasn't under Ruin Mode, there was a potential for him
Yeah,
to
right, like,
actually
once I
play
see the
both
things
of
I
those
need, I'm
games,
good.
but the
Every
fact
card
that
game
Ruin
players
Mode
like wish.
made it so he can't move his Digimon out of
you know,
racing
it's-
area to use the start of main
It's
effect,
it's
made it so he
unfortunate,
can't
though,
play the
like,
game.
We
Yeah.
didn't really get to see Onion's Virus
It's-
Inclusion
I
deck
mean-
do much. I feel like he spent so much time, like those first 2-3 turns, just trying to collect.
I mean, that's just a good Sakuyamon.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
looking
just-
at the list. It's nice.
Yeah, it's
It's
just classic
good.
OTK woes.
Ruin Mode
Is
drop.
you don't
He's
find
like,
your
well, I can't
combo, you don't
promote
do
'cause I don't have
anything.
everything set up in the back. And I need
If
Yeah.
you find your
in
combos,
the
then
battle area
you
in order
can
to get
do
all my
stuff.
effects.
So
It's
hold
unfortunate
on.
that,
If
Onion- we didn't get to see him go
I'll
off as full
show
power there,
chat.
It's
The
still an incredible
breakdown.
player. Trust me, I've lost enough to him playing 7th grade Demon Lords to know that he is a really good player.
Yeah, no shade on Onion. He played well, and he brought a
think he
pretty
did the
strong
best he
deck. He was one of the only 2 Virus Imperials. So as far as the breakdown, we have 5 Imperials, 4 Purple Hybrids, 2 Sakuya, 2 Tyrant Kabuteris, 2 Levias, 2 Magnas, 2 Virus Imperial, 1 Mirage, 1 Taka, 1 Galaxy Loop, 1 Royal Knights, 1 Gallant Monax.
Yes, sir, Gallimon.
So
Deathbed.
like
yeah.
the only real surprises, I guess, was
Yeah,
the
like
Sakuyamon
Tyrant.
and the Tyrant.
Yeah,
I think honestly, like everything else is kind of exactly where I expected it, because these are some of, if not the best decks in the meta. And then I think maybe these were just like the anti-meta reads, or I'm just not well adversed on Sakuyamon to know how busted she is.
For some awkward plays in the beginning of the game.
Well, Sakuya X is an
Even with
absurd
more
card.
memory boost,
Genuinely,
Digimon,
like-
you can't get both, right?
It does a lot, and then the build up from it, like Talmon Ace also is an incredible card.
Yeah,
Like-
in the Digimon Discord, people actually want to see Sakuyamon get hit. I can, after that, yeah, like, I think something in Sakuya, So this goes to like what I was saying like way earlier about like free advantage. It's like any deck that can gain an absurd amount of free advantage is like already primed to be incredibly degenerate. So like that's why they want Digivolution, like and Gaming's predictions wanted Digivolution plugin S to get hit is to try to limit Sakuyamon. And like after kind of seeing that, I don't disagree.
I like that.
It just
No,
was
I mean,
so
that was
it wasn't even on my
crazy.
radar.
I mean, that just goes to show you all it takes is a
Yeah,
minor
it's kinda
buff,
wild when we saw
or in
the
this
first,
case, I
like,
guess it
set
was a
of, like,
big buff
the
because
Turbo
Talmon Ace
Blazers,
and
Mysteria,
the
Garden
Sakuya
Edition,
X,
which I said
but
was a
like
fantastic pick. Sepia,
just
those.
that little push,
Like, second
even though that
edition,
card is
where it's
old
like
and it hasn't had any
more things, like,
problems
you get, like, a
up
red
till
ye-
now.
like a red yellow or like
All
a
it takes is
green
that
black.
one
That'd be cool.
one random printing of support,
Yeah,
and then it's just
so
like now it's
for
absurd.
Well done to
so
the
for my
people that
chat,
takes third
like
place.
this is
Unfortunately,
where the Japanese meta
yeah, Ian
currently
takes third
was
place
at
here.
for
So I mean, he's definitely
BT20.
making Singapore
It was
proud.
mostly
One of
just
Singapore's,
Royal Knights and
finest there.
Purple Imperial.
And one of the under crew, so to
But like
speak.
you still have
It's like
a
group of,
pretty
like,
decent
laser
amount of
players
like
in
other
Southeast
decks
Asia.
that are
Like,
doing numbers.
yeah, the
Sakuyamon is
moniker
up there
Unker,
as well.
UNKER,
So like it's not like
they're all very serious about the game, and most of those guys
it's
were
not
actually
surprising.
in, the finals this past
Seeing
weekend.
like
So they
that
had a
the
great showing. To see Kuroba
the
take third
matchup
place and
spread
bring that
or not
home
matchup spread
must be,
what
really
people
great for the
brought
region. You guys should be really happy
comparing
with
it
this
to
Southeast
like
Asia.
where this was at, it's just I guess the quantities was a little surprising. I think like the only real like head scratching
Also,
standout, which I don't even think is a head
Onion-
scratcher standout, is
I think with
Tyrant.
Onion losing,
Tyrant's
that means
just
that this is the
super
first time
slept on.
America
It's
hasn't
just he
been-
doesn't deal damage fast
like,
enough. That's the
like,
biggest problem.
hasn't won. I
Yeah,
think America's won
it's
most
just a
of the
little
World Finals
slow.
for Digimon in recent past.
Yeah, for sure.
Steven, yes, Teddy does exist.
I do.
He's just been very busy.
He was against
Unfortunately.
I want to say, I think yeah, it's Frozen, right?
How's the
But
kiddo?
yes.
From Europe, yeah.
We're how are we?
But
Yeah.
this
We
year,
are
like you were
4
saying,
months
finals,
out
top two are
till
both
she
right?
is she will grace
We're
her
gonna actually
presence
watch
with
those
us.
games after a
Do you already
very,
got
very
your
short
room
break.
and
You guys
all
out
of
there,
a lot of prep
quick
stuff
bathroom break,
taken
grab
care
some
of? I'm
snacks,
guessing.
grab some drinks, 'cause
Yeah,
we
for the
come
most
back, we're gonna
part, we gotta
have
just break down some
highest
stuff in the
power
baby
play
room,
Digimon
but
card game across the
she
world.
should
Don't
be
miss it.
all set. We're just in the waiting game and making sure that mom and baby are all good.
We'll see you guys soon.
Good to hear. They're gonna be right back. Sorry, chat, if I'm talking over their commentary. Obviously, you
Yeah,
could
that's my bad.
watch the official streams if you want their commentary. They're just talking about the state of the game and how great it is, and you know the usual thing.
And there will be another round, yes.
Yeah, there should be the
For
finals.
us.
So that will be the big thing. And then noon Eastern Standard Time is when we're going to get the ban and restriction. So we're not going to get that this stream, unfortunately.
No, I mean tomorrow.
We're just here for the finals. Well, I guess third place in finals.
So just to hear you say is so weird. Third place in finals, man. Just like what?
Yeah, I really hope that I
so
already
weird.
know that they didn't, but I was really at least hoping that they would record some of the Swiss games. Like
I mean, I
it's
don't
so
see why
it
they
baffles me.
wouldn't.
Like they have the capability to like sure, okay, you don't want to spend the extra bandwidth that you'd be paying for to stream it, but it's basically free if you already have the equipment to set it up and record.
Yeah, I don't. Are you saying anything monetary wise makes no sense to me because it's just like it's already there. They already have all of it. They just need to do it. So it kind of doesn't make sense to me why we're not able to at least see like the top 32 games or at least a few of them. Like I don't know. They definitely could have put more than just 2 games than top 3. And I mean, of course, the first place game will always be shown, but like. Come on.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to.
While we're waiting for that, I'll put this back up so people can look at it in all of its glory. As far as the deck breakdowns, I guess if you wanted to know what Onion was playing, this was his deck list, which it looks like it's a very solid deck list. I mean, it's Imperial. Like, I think
like him
his
using
spicy
Ace.
card, like his spicy tech card of Demonic Disaster, I think is fun.
Yeah, it's sick. It's really cool. I like that he's using the ace too. The
Yeah.
new ace.
I could swear he saw it both games.
And yeah, he just didn't use it. Like,
Yeah, he's not
the
using...
dragon mode ace is what I mean.
Yeah, he's not using Flame Dramon. Instead, he's using XVmon.
Yeah, I don't hate this. I don't think you really need the flame Dramon. Doesn't really add anything that you can't already do.
Yeah, I mean, you already have the Shadramon that already lets you do the whole DNA thing that you're
Yeah.
trying to accomplish anyway.
And it works a little bit more in line with the Wormmon, so I can see why. It's just another option. I think that's like a flex spot, honestly. You can kind of just do whatever.
Yeah. No, I think this looks like a very clean Imperial list. I can't
think
find
it is
any
using-
faults to it. It just looks very tried and true. I think it is kind of interesting how he does have the Dino Bee, and then he kind of toolboxed the rest of the level 5s. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it. Because then he can say, I need more DP, slam the pail. Like, I like it a lot. There's some cool options in this deck. The Demonic Disaster is dope. I've always loved that card.
Yeah, because I think because of this Imperial, you're not like hitting hard and resetting as often. So like Demonic Disaster, you could reset a little bit easier and try to maybe pressure the opponent more. So I like it.
Very interesting that he's not using any scrambles or anything like that. I feel like this is like a perfect
I think
deck
it's
for
because
the
of the
scramble.
Demonic Disaster. Like, it's either Demonic Disaster, like maybe a single scramble. I think not playing the trainings is correct. You want
Yeah, I
to try
don't
to
think you
find your
need it.
pieces as consistently as possible, and you don't care about how much memory you're spending.
Nah, you don't care.
Yeah.
You're hitting them and then locking them out of playing the game, so it doesn't matter how much memory you give them.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so
I think that's
again,
the only thing I would have, like a scramble in the off chance that like board gets removed. But like, other than that, I think everything else is fine.
yeah. I could see.
I like the list.
Let's take a look at Sakuyamon in
Dude,
terms
this deck
of
is
the
sick.
Japanese lists.
I'm
So
telling you, that deck is so cool, man. Like,
Sakuyamon. So this would be like a
mildly happy.
baseline example. So you could already see that like this isn't the world's deck, mind you. So again, keep that in mind. It's just again the ideas leading up to it. So you could see that they were starting to use Volder Arm.
I mean, it makes sense. Just efficiently
Is this,
evolving up.
This one was using Sakuya maid mode.
Interesting. I wonder.
This one wasn't even running the... Oh, no, it is. I'm like, what other plugin was it running? It was just running those two? What is this one doing? Is this one just running those two? Yeah, so they literally just cut all of the other plugins and instead are just running the staple cards on top of the good yellow plugin and then the green plugin. This one's running one of the blue and a little bit of Fable Waltz. But again, similar idea. There's your Ruin modes. This one also has Quartzmon, so this one's trying to be way spicier. This one's running the Quartz. I think they decided to cut the Quartz. Like, it looks like the developments of the deck, they just decided to cut the Quartz for Volder Arm, which I think is smart. You have so much search, dig, and free evolutions that, like, there is no real downside. So this one's running 1-in-1. This is just more Sakuya stuff. But yeah, so you can kind of see the ideas leading up to the finals list based on the information that we have here. So I wonder what actually is in finals then. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is yellow vaccines. This is like spicy yellow vaccines. Okay. I'm just looking at what just recently topped Japan locals. Always nice to see ghosts. Okay. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. But yeah, Ruin Mode is a very obnoxious card that just says you can't play the game. Or it's very hard to play the game. So, I guess that was just a really good matchup for Sakuyamon. Because, like, I could see a world where, like, even against normal Imperials, where Sakuyamon just does its thing, blows up the main stack, then Ruin Modes them out of the game. Like, it honestly just feels like Sakuya just pairs very nicely with Ruin Mode.
Welcome back, folks. Oh, so this is going to be the Digimon trading card game finals. It's going to be Mujiko on the left here from Japan going up against Doraku on the right. Now, these guys running some crazy stuff. Mujiko on the left is going to be doing Imperial Dramon blue-green, not the virus version. Meanwhile, on
Blue-green
Doraku's
Imperial
side,
made it into
he's gonna be running
finals.
Galaxy
Okay.
Toolbox. I've been waiting
Galaxy Tool. Actually, that doesn't
Yoshi.
surprise me. They're running Invisimon. Such a smart card. Galaxy Toolbox is, like, super disgusting. And Invisimon, so, like, I was playing against Invisimon at locals, and the dude was just like, I'm going to swing, and then Invisimon's going to tuck himself underneath, and then this check happens. So that gives you the ability to then go back into any level 6, and for Galaxy Toolbox, that's insane.
So for folks who don't know, this deck's kind of like, uses red and blue.
They just dropped the
cards to
deck
quickly
list
get
on
to level
Twitter.
6s, and they can do it so quickly that they can just
If anyone's in my Discord, feel free to shoot it. Shoot the deck list.
Blue-green Imperial Dramon has been a deck that's
Okay, so we
pretty
have them.
consistent over the past,
Thank
what,
you,
year?
Snorlax,
And with some of the new cards, like
Hangry Mode.
Fighter mode in hand from the virus side there. As long as
After this, we'll take a look at it.
right. As long as they have the Davis. And
Oh my god,
Champions
that's
and
such a
stuff, they
disgusting
can make
start.
crazy plays and get lots of free value.
That
They can
is
quickly get to
so
their level
disgusting
5,
of a
and then the
start
level 6s are
for
also just as
Imperial.
nasty as Galaxy Toolboxes.
Actually, I'm kind of glad Galaxy Toolbox made it this far, just so Bandai could actually start doing something about it.
Or at least original Galaxy.
Oh, they're gonna bounce itself, the egg?
But obviously, when we are talking about
And then, oh my god, they, again, what is memory at this point? They just pay whatever they want, and then that gets
so this is what
you
Galaxy
the ability
Toolbox
to
does, right? They
loopy
can use
doop.
their cards to cycle in the same stack in order to gain memory. We're gonna see that here by
Like, I think
Doraku
Galaxy
moving
Toolbox,
to
though,
level
is like
5.
an incredibly high skill-based
Yes.
deck.
The
Son of a
Invisimon.
monkeys! I missed the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Invisimon
he gets to flip the security. He knows that it's safe to swing, so he gets to tuck himself back in, and that gives him a free Mega later. That's insane. And then he gets to Digivolve into something else if he wants. It looks like he doesn't have anything, so just hard playing.
So you can
Exactly.
feel safe about hitting it.
But still, the fact that the Invisimon's going to come out and then on play de-Digivolve something is like incredibly backbreaking, especially for
Yeah, you can't swing.
for Imperial. Like Imperial's going to have to try to get through all of the security, but the Invisimon's going to break their partition.
What you were talking about with
So they have to
Yeah,
like
that's
Digivolve
awesome.
into a level 6 to try to keep partition.
Hold on, yo. We'll get there. Trust me,
Rumble.
we'll get there. Wait till the end of this
Alright,
turn for
alright.
music outside. But it's some crazy stuff.
This is cool. So this is okay. So this is something I am not well versed in. So Galaxy with Invisimon, and this is the aquatic stuff.
Yeah, so it's Han Kunmon spits out a level 3 from its inheritables, a blue level 3.
Oh, okay. So he does that, so he can then bounce it back to get extra memory, and then okay,
He doesn't
interesting.
get deleted though. He doesn't get partition.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is gonna
If
give
memory
him
wasn't
a
already a
turn.
thing,
He can make
it
he's
could
gonna
already
rest
be
as a
used.
result, Doraku's entire board,
That's funny.
and he's gonna start swinging
I have a
today.
Discord server, Emperor Youth. Yes, I do have a Discord server. We're not very active. I could be way more active on it, but I have lots of
this
other
is an
things going on.
EC16 pile
So
drop,
he's just gonna wipe
at
the
least for
field.
Blue-green,
He
at least for
unfortunately
Yeah,
isn't gonna
this
get
is a
rid of the
freak.
Invisimon.
or the newest version.
But he has to
And,
Digivolve
he's
up
gonna
into a
swing
level
into
6
the
this
level
turn.
5 as well.
Wait, what?
Oh, did he miss?
Wait, what? Why?
Oh, he missed.
The plus
He didn't
2000?
realize that it
Oh,
had
sweet.
plus 1,000 or plus
Yeah, the
2,000.
extra DP.
No, the Funkumon's
Yeah, the plus
Dang,
2,000
that
during the
sucked.
opponent's turn, so he couldn't swing over it. What a big misread.
That's a misplay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
That's a
huge.
You're
huge.
not used to Digimon.
Now
having
he's even
plus
further behind me
on
over he
I was
was.
playing against black.
Yeah, right. It's very.
That's
Wow, that's
that's
painful.
basically the game right there. Like
Yeah, that's backbreaking.
this is going to snowball so hard out of Imperial's control that this is
Yeah.
very not good.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
just
like no
leave it at
way.
that. Very
Besides
not good.
There's no way this guy keeps anything on board.
I will have to
Like-
say I have made that mistake multiple times.
I can't act like I haven't.
Right. Like it's just such a weird ability that you don't see very often.
God, that is crazy. Just gets to level 6 for free. It's
Yeah, and then
crazy.
if he didn't have a level 6 Digimon, the Invisimon would de-digivolve the Pail, and then that would be able to break partition. So if he had another level 6, he would just go into it, which he does.
So again, we checked it. We know what the card is. We just check it.
What's the other level? Is that another Invisimon?
The question is,
No, that's a
what
Hexablow.
does Darko wanna do with
Yeah,
this?
the Hexa.
Right, he's got a level 5
Yeah.
so we can just go
That's
to a
insane, dude.
Hexablow
Choke him to
on-
1
You
and
usually see this coming from the
then.
Yeah, remove a tamer for
Stun.
free. I mean,
have your own tamer by the deck.
it's not impossible for Imperial to fight back, but already losing that first initial stack for basically nothing is really backbreaking.
Oh, that one's painful, man.
Yeah,
He loses the
if he would
tamer.
have been able to keep his second tamer, it would have been also way easier to fight as well.
If you put it
Not
in trash,
trash,
maybe
like-
Yeah, but now he's
Yeah, now this is just
He is
he's just getting
fighting.
too far
Okay,
behind.
there's his own Hexablow bomb, but he picks up just the Stingmon instead.
Well,
Still
he
gotta
can't
move
pick up the
quickly
Hexablow.
here.
He
Yeah,
can only
that's
pick
not
up
a free-
the
yeah,
Stingmon.
not free or Imperial, so I don't know.
Right. It's interesting that the Imperial player is running the Virus Imperial top end.
Yeah, he has only
Oh!
one.
He could I think the play here is to medieval. The play is so to medieval to suspend it and then delete the Invisimon.
Preventing you from suspending if you have less
Oh,
seconds
he
in
can't
him.
suspend because of Hexablow.
Yeah, he can't. He can't
Holy
do that. Yeah.
biscuits.
There's not a lot you can do to actually swing if you're
Oh my god. I just
His
saw
only
that.
play is to evolve swing.
Or even like
That's like it, and then
me being a
No,
Blue
you're the
Blue Lord
after that attack, the game was basically over. Like, and then the Hexablow is basically the icing on the cake to seal the deal to really make it so you can't do a whole lot.
his literal only option is evolve,
It's really interesting that
and then he can either leave
Yeah,
it like
he's
that.
gonna have to like
He has to
end of turn
swing.
DNA.
nervous.
Well, he could swing.
I think it was Doraku
He's
said
just
that he
gonna
woke
end
up
to turn
in the middle of the
DNA,
night,
gain a
decided to go
memory,
to the hotel
stun the
I
board.
don't-
and he actually saw
He's
that.
just
I mean,
trying to
it's-
fight back. That's essentially
he-
his only play line is just to try to fight back.
Looks like
Yeah, but he has the guy coming out.
Yeah, the Corona coming out is going to be huge because he could just do
Extra
whatever he wants
memory.
with it.
Oh, doesn't pop back out. Excuse me. He's stuck around. Is
He
that a
does have
once- is that a
partition.
once ball effect only?
Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't actually have a way
Double check
to
that myself.
put
Yeah,
a
Digimon
Digimon
probably
underneath
won't
the Invisimon to be able to use the Invisimon over and over again. But still, just the fact that he was able to essentially get 2 Megas developed is really huge.
No, he's definitely put himself in a good spot.
It's not a top stack, so you need to
But I think
have
he's. I
something
mean,
underneath
this
it
guy,
to
he
go
could
for
climb
it.
back. He could
Yeah.
claw his way back.
Doesn't
I see, so
matter
it's a
too much
once per
though.
team.
I think
do
it
you have
falls
it?
back on.
Doraku here is gonna be
It
building
falls
that
back
second-
on
that
if
third
this
stack
player
at
is
this
able
point,
to
right?
capitalize
Yeah.
on him taking his time.
I wonder if he has a card where
I'm
it's
not
like
streaming
you
this
can
on
place a
Twitch.
level
I'm
3
just doing it on
Digimon
YouTube,
under one
or at
card.
least, yeah, I'm just doing this on YouTube. I'm not even streaming it on
That
Twitch.
is the Huankumon actually. So
think he's talking
And
about
for
the
the
last time you
podcast,
were, like-
no, I
Here's some,
usually don't have it on
like, say,
sub only
Bank
mode.
Clutch Shenanigans, we're gonna
I'm not
cycle
big
Digimon,
enough to really care about sub only mode.
stack to get
So
paid,
even on
maybe
YouTube
stack
side,
as
like
well, some
I could have it in
cost
sub only
Digiballs,
mode, but that's
Galmon
not the
here,
point.
it's gonna give him memory and
Like I'm
card
not trying to
He's
sit
gonna
here
go
and
into
make
the level
money.
5.
Dude, look at.
Cressy
I
Mud,
mean,
there's
he's
only
gonna be
one
able to do
cost,
whatever
it
he
has to be on
wants
social
here, man.
Yeah, and then he de-digivolves,
Second Invisimon
and
comes
yeah, the
back.
second Invisimon
Yes.
de-digivolves his Digimon. Oh, it de-digivolves too. So even if he went into a level 6, it didn't matter. And then he knows,
Oh, reveals the security too.
yeah, and then he deletes one with 1 or fewer, one or
But he doesn't
fewer.
care. He has plenty of DP.
Yeah.
With one or less sources.
Who needs jamming when you just have enough DP?
To get over?
He has enough. I think so because he
I
did
d-
2.
He
A
did, yes.
second
From
Hexablow?
the,
The game's
he
just
did
over.
have.
I really wish they could
Yeah.
just scoop and move on, but I think they're forced
Yeah,
to
there
play
it
it
is.
out.
Oh,
Bottom deck, the
really?
second Davis can Musico
Yeah,
proving
2 Hexablaumons, 2 Invisimons.
Wow,
This
this
is
is
super
completely.
No,
brutal.
I mean he dropped he bought like two of
Look,
the
I didn't know
second
we were
Davis
gonna
Ken. I mean
see
that's
the
it. There's like
Invisimon,
nothing
but
he can do.
bro, we've
Oh,
seen
you couldn't
Like-
type in the
Invisimon
last podcast?
today.
I don't know why
Listen, I
then.
don't know
I don't
if
think I have it
Invisimon
set
is
to
the
sub
tech
only
here.
mode.
I
I'll
think
double check that.
Invisimon is the win con.
He might be the game plan. Yeah, he might be the game plan, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I think the
Yeah,
Hexablown is
you
the
there's
Megadeth. I
no
don't think
reason
that's
to
helping
continue
him. I
this
was like, I don't
slaughter.
think.
Let's call it. Let's move on.
I was like Gigadeath.
That's
Gigadeath
it, we're
could,
wrapping
but
it up.
Megadeth's not helping him.
Next game.
Yeah.
Wow, the concede there.
Even them, if he Gigadeath, what is that doing? Like-
Okay, you shouldn't be surprised at that concede. No offense. It's like there is honestly nothing that the Imperial player could do. Fighting through 2 Invisimons and 2 Hexablaumons, his security's already half ripped asunder. He has nothing set up. Like
Half
there's
of his
literally nothing
total
to do
co-
but concede.
Half of his Davis Kens at the bottom of the deck. That's like there's like nothing.
Normally 25 minutes. But
He would need a miracle
that he can, like, take
for it to even come
Yeah,
close
yeah.
to getting it.
I really hope that he can take
And
a
that-
check
moment
Twitch.
to
I don't know
like,
why it's on
pause,
sub
just
only mode.
take some time, breathe,
I
really
I saw that last
We saw
time.
that swing into the
Okay,
ball.
I
was
just
like
disabled
going in.
it. So for
That
next
he was
podcast,
killing it.
I disabled it.
Yeah. That was
It
that was
apparently
nice.
was on accident, so I do apologize for that. I will own up.
I
I
have so
just-
many channel points, so I just was spamming
I
messages
just double
through it.
checked and it was on, so that was my fault. I didn't realize it was on.
That's yeah.
So
For sure.
I really would like to see Musico just kind of slow down this next game, really take some time. your options
I mean,
and-
I don't. I think it was just.
yeah,
Yeah, I
well,
think that
again, on the world
preemptive
stage,
swing
you
was
don't
just
wanna make mistakes like
too brutal. Oh, we also
No,
have
no.
the
Yeah,
Imperial
it's gonna be tough, 'cause
Players
I think,
deck
like,
list
even
also.
with, Return of the
I can't imagine it's anything crazy besides the top end.
Gender
I saw.
Yeah, Prima Gen
card
over.
could save him from the. It sounds so wrong.
From my understanding, that was the only thing from the list that looked,
but
you know,
have
kinda
to have
crazy.
already a fighter mode for it
Yeah,
to
you gotta
even
be
work,
careful too.
because you still need to be a level 5.
I
for-
think.
for it to be
Yeah, I
actually
think
good.
honestly, if.
Luckily,
Whoa,
if he
whoa,
does
Yeah,
have
this
enough
is
Oh,
pretty
he's shuffling
normal.
his deck. I'm just like,
He has
he's.
one
Why
automatic
does he
source.
have
So
an
he's got more than
Imperial
that,
Dramon?
basically
And I'm
just
like,
one
oh, he's
big
shuffling
ball,
the
then that's
opponent's
it.
deck.
So
Got
if he
it.
does get to like a fighter mode that isn't
Medieval
doesn't have any
Gallant
ace
too.
cards underneath,
Yeah.
he's in a good
Interesting.
spot, right? He can just go back up the
I mean,
chain.
Medieval is just such a
Frozen for you?
busted
Although-
card.
Yeah, he's absurd.
It's so
I
good.
can see here. It looks like
No, this Galaxy deck is ridiculous. What is this? What is this?
No, so
hodgepodge of-
Galaxy just basically can run whatever level 6s it wants. It basically
red or
is a
blue.
Yeah, so after playing against it at Nationals, the only way to beat it is if you have floodgates.
Floodgates.
So you
Floodgate,
need the rookie floodgates in order to out the deck. Otherwise, if it has the setup, it just goes off and does whatever it wants, probably by turn 2.
Yeah, those tables
That
are really
is
cool, man.
crazy,
Being able to,
dude.
kinda set
Look
your
at
cards out
this.
really
Like
Look at
that was
this.
the only way I beat all
Although I
of
did
the
speak to
Galaxy
some of the,
Toolbox players
speaking players,
at
and they're like, "You know what? I kinda wanna
Nationals
hand shuffle
was
now."
because I
I'm a hand
mulliganed
shuffle.
for my floodgates. And seeing how these decks don't, like these more specific decks don't have the ability
Yeah, I
to
really
run
think
the
this is
floodgates,
super nervous here. I
it just allows Galaxy
you
to
know,
just walk all over
better
them.
and
You're right about that.
Yeah, that is
play with
crazy.
your head here if you can just-
Yeah, because Galaxy Toolbox generally runs at least 1 to 2 floodgates that are level 6s. And then it just has an ability, like a very high level of ability to make it so that it's very hard to fight against.
It's just toolbox. Toolbox level 6s. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're on the world stage. You know,
And he's running the BT20 at Omni X.
one of your buddies.
Yeah,
this is
Hexablaumon.
cool.
Like I personally want to see Galaxy Toolbox go away. Like I want to see a lot of these top decks go away, just because like I've already said it a whole bunch of different times, but like I don't think that these top decks are inherently healthy for the game.
No, I think the memory shenanigans is too much.
Interesting. He
We may
is he
smoke
if he's going second, this is an okay hand because he at least has a card draw to evaluate what he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there's
you're
a world
most
where
likely
you
as
guys
the
can
Imperial
select
player just gonna hard slam that
fine.
Ken and Davis. Like that's probably your
Yeah,
turn
you
one.
just evolve one in the back and then slam.
I don't want to give away four
You
memory,
you
though.
might not even need to evolve,
Yeah, exactly.
depending on what the
I
opponent's
guess, yeah. I guess
setup
you could
is.
not. Yeah, you
Wormon,
could not. And then just wait till the next turn, get the free play,
Yeah, because it's
reveal,
only
search. And...
one specific level 5 that would be able to delete the Digimon. Outside of that, they have to wait till they're level 6 to do it. So if they
Yeah.
don't have the proper setup,
you can find a level 4?
then
Question
that's
mark?
going to be really easy to take advantage of. But obviously, they don't know each other's hands. We have that knowledge to where it's just like, okay,
Just a moment, though, I think
the Galaxy person is a little on the bricked side because they just have the level 3 to do anything, and then outside of that, they don't have any other plays.
Yeah, Hexablamon is a crazy card. You're not wrong, Yu-Gi-Oh kid.
could be
So I think based on
Final
hands,
Digimon
the
card
Imperial
game
player is in a
Musico.
much more commanding position. It's just unfortunate that he's the one that's going first.
Yeah,
So it
if
does
this was
give the
second, it would
Galaxy
be way better.
player, yeah, it does give the Galaxy player like an extra card draw to work with. So I think you do. Oh, he is just gonna Evo and Raising. I think you just. Oh, you're just gonna have to play
The
the
second
tamer.
Davis. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not ideal.
you're just gonna have to do it. Suck it up.
Yeah, okay, so Davis can tamer
Okay, he
himself.
found the level 4, so he's unbricked.
Yo, you seeing this, buddy?
So
Off to the races.
I think you just hard play the level 4. Oh, he's just Evoing.
I think this case I wouldn't do it.
Oh,
just
and then you
because
found
he
Wisteria,
has-
so
that's
that
even
makes
better.
it easy. Yeah, that's an easy play. Just Wisteria.
Level 4 and raising.
Take whatever. I don't think you need the level 7 in this. I think you're just better
Yeah,
off. I mean, he has
7?
plenty of level 6s, so the rookie? Yeah, the rookie's probably
Yeah.
the smartest play.
I was like, you don't need that,
He's
yeah.
got level 6s in hand, so maybe
In this matchup, you don't need it.
just now, or the Paladin mode now.
I mean, your level 6s just floodgate them out, and if they do
Exactly.
manage to attack, like, I don't know. You must have did something wrong if they're able to attack. So it's just second tamer and pass. He's just literally waiting for something to come.
He's bricked up. His hand is really bad right now.
Yeah. I think you just move out and digivolve into one of the blue level 5 Light Claw Night Flangs. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
you
he
can
has
go into
no reason.
Invisimon and kind of go from there. Waru Seedramon. Or not Waru,
Yeah, the other one.
Mega Seedramon. Wow.
Yeah.
Our Galaxy Toolbox effects to cycle down the card and gain some
Now
memory.
he's doing the.
Trying to cycle. I don't.
Potentially
Yeah,
great.
he's just cycling.
Um,
So, because, like, the deck, half of its, like, search power is actually through drawing through evolution. So it's
Yeah, you
just
just
like,
draw so much.
yeah, you just draw so much because you're evolving a whole
the
bunch.
C-
No, I love this
Oh,
deck.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
like
you
that
just-
it's this now.
I think you just Invisimon cut your losses, or you Hexablaumon and bottom deck one of the tamers that's set up.
I would just I would Hexa here.
I think it's just a hex. Yeah, it's just an easy hex play.
Choke him to you put him to 2. You bot deck one of the tamers, so he can't just. In the off chance he gets multiple level
Yeah,
3s.
and then this turns off any attacks that he can have with the level 5.
Yeah, this is. I think this is the ideal play because now he's good.
I think Imperial's going to lose this one again. Just
No,
call it an
this is
early
done.
prediction. I think he's not in a good spot.
His
He's
hand
gonna
is
have to like
horrible.
his best plays is literally just moving out and digivolving normally into
The question is,
a hex, which is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
gonna keep himself safe.
I-
But the hex
don't
is gonna
hate
get
it.
an easy free 2 checks here.
Yep.
And then he just resets up like a second body and raising to do whatever he wants.
yeah,
He's missing a level 4, so probably just end the turn by hard playing Corona. Oh no, he does have a second level.
No,
4.
he has a level 4 in there.
He just doesn't have a level 5 that it would. Oh no, he does have the red flare.
Yeah,
So
he
can't.
has everything. He has
Yeah,
the line.
he literally just has everything.
This is probably just over. I can't imagine he does anything to.
he's not even gonna swing with the Hexablaumon. He wants to keep it. As
I don't agree with him not swinging, but maybe because he doesn't want to give him tamers or any options. Maybe he's like, I just don't.
Yeah,
wanna
I
do
think
that.
he just wants to like kill him in one turn. No reason to risk anything because he's in such a commanding position.
Yeah, he does have the flare. He does have the
Hexablaumon also has jam.
what's his name Apollomon, so he can
No,
just
that's the older
blow
one.
out the security if he wants to.
No, Imperial's just too bricked. He's
Yeah,
just
this
too
is
bricked.
done, man. HPD, like,
And
I
that's
mean,
not
HPD
even the
could-
the
it's not even a good
good,
pale.
Yeah,
Ice Lad is
and it
very
can't
good,
even attack,
but
even if he
not-
was able
maybe
to.
not for the,
So is he just gonna Evo and raising and
He's just
accept
gonna
his
Evo in
fate?
the back. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the play is literally just Evo and raising and accept your fate.
pray to God your security saves you.
Wow,
That's
so
like
it's
the
just gonna
only thing
build
you
up
can
the
hope
raising
for.
here. I feel
I'm
like this is the harder route, like trying to get
And I
to
can't imagine what his
force
security
the
actually
Hexbomb
does.
on this way is kind of tough.
yeah, no, this is gonna be super rough. He
I
just gets to do whatever he
mean,
wants for free at this point because he's just gonna gain so much extra
Little
free
bit of
memory.
shenanigans
Oh, and he
here.
found the good level 4, so he could actually
Really wanna
use
get you frustrated cycling
the
down to
Siegedramon level
four.
yeah, the
5s.
siegers
To do some
to go
cross-draw
wide
and
and
search with the Lekismon. Lekismon's gonna pick up the
Lekis
crest.
is
God.
really
He's easy
good.
into level 5 anyway.
Yeah, no, he could just loop his level 5s. Wow, this is nuts.
see, I don't mind necessarily like the Galaxy stuff doing this. Like it's like in its own engine, like it's stuff, but I don't like that you can just mix and match
I
the
mean,
other crap with it.
one of
Yeah, you just play
one
the
of
low
the,
level stuff
uh,
and then
one of
a
the
little
weak
bit of
points
the
of
mid
the
stuff,
Galaxy
and then
Digimons
the
are
rest is
those,
whatever you feel like.
Floodgate Digimon who
That
sometimes go
I
for
don't
the
I dislike
Galaxy
that. I don't mind if it's
Tech
like
has
you're
the
just
first
playing the
fate,
normal
like,
Galaxy
base,
stuff,
it's just like a memory,
because that's the
start
intention,
memory,
the
like a
intended
memory,
purpose.
sorry, turn
But
memory tamer.
I definitely
But like
dislike
not
when
being
they're
able to get
just
all the
like, oh
Digimon
yeah, I'll
effects
just
off
do
and the
whatever I
rest of the
want.
Galaxy toolbox,
Yeah, evoing for
plus memory
1,
stuff
and
going
then
is
he
so much
might
to
be
your
able.
advantage.
Oh, he's just gonna go into Invisimon here.
But we're gonna
Yeah,
Flip
I
the
mean, I don't
security
see.
over, see what it is, put Invisimon back.
yeah.
I mean, I don't see. I think that's
So it looks
safe.
like we're
A
gonna
free
see
safe
another
check is
Oh,
pretty
he's just
Invisimon.
gonna
good.
do
Hey, look at
2.
that XVmon. I think I'll just swing.
Interesting that
I
he's not
mean,
swinging with the
Second check, what's the
Invisi.
second?
I mean, the
I think
Invisi's
it's
probably big
a.
enough.
Second
Oh,
Invimon,
the
that's what
Invisi
he
doesn't
did.
even need to check security. It's just whenever
No, it just
security
needs
is
to.
checked.
Yes, that is correct.
That's absolutely nuts. So you just Mirage here and the game is over.
Yeah, there's not much he can do. Like, what can he do here?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
you
the only
just
thing
you
is,
literally Mirage and the game is over.
I wonder. Okay, yeah, I see.
Oh
This forward
no.
draw makes
Oh
him.
my god, and
Is
Gallant
that
X?
our-
He's literally just running like a
Nah,
whole
it's
bunch
over.
of everything. He's
Game
not going to gain a
one.
whole lot of memory, but the fact that now he just can't fundamentally add cards
I
to
mean,
his
what does he
hand.
do? Like,
Yeah,
what does he do?
there's nothing he could do here because he plays out a rookie and then he loses his turn basically.
2024, 2025.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
100%
of course, the turn he
GG.
gets the rookie is when he.
I know players
That's
have
painful.
words for this
That's very
stuff.
painful.
Yeah,
Man, he's a good boy.
that's GG because Invisimon's going to come out
He's got a whole life ahead
of security at the end of his opponent's turn, so he could attack the turn he was played. So Hexablow swings for 2 checks,
Even a big presence on board,
and
that
then you already have
time
yeah,
he's gonna try to
you already
draw
have
cards
lethal
into
on
effects.
field
He's
because
gonna
the
get
opponent
taxed
has 2 security
for how
left.
many ever cards he has in hand. So if every 4
No,
So the
this is- yeah,
Hexablow
this is
swings for
over.
2 checks. One of them is safe because he'll have the information on what it is, and then he could swing with Invisimon or Mirage, and the game is over.
So like
Yeah,
now,
it's
if he wants to
GG's.
play the Davison Kin Tamer, he immediately like starts with like 1 memory in hand or for the turn. So
Wow,
he's gotta
what
be really
a-
careful about how he plays
I
his turn
mean,
out.
this
He
dude
has
hasn't even
bonus
been able to
level 5
swing.
raising, though.
He hasn't even been able to come out and swing at security once.
No, it's
Yeah.
just been the
Like,
most
this
absolute
is
brutal
seeing the
setups.
level-
this
both
is the
times.
worst
I would like to
matchups
see,
ever.
though,
Like
is the
you
Hexablow
never
release
stand. Like this is like
You can source strip with
playing
Hexablow
against a
bonus,
wall. Like you just
with-
can't
Because
play.
the
Or
other
the
problem
Hexablow
is,
on
even
aim,
if
you
he
guys can
does
build
go
into your main
into
effect.
an Imperial or
However, okay, when I'm these
something,
Davis
the
Kin- he's
Invisimon
gonna pull out
de-digivolves
first
it when it comes out of
not
security.
use
So
it.
it's like anything he does play is completely rendered irrelevant.
I mean, you gotta. I mean,
So he does get to split
That's
the
a
level
New York
3
kid.
and the level
Oh, this is
4.
the Digimon Dragon mode. Okay.
He
So
might
he's
just
gonna
split the level
suspend-
4, not the level 3.
I can't. No, he
So
can't
lock
put
something
the level
once
3
suspending.
out. That's like
yeah,
suicide.
you can't
Could
do the
unsuspend
level
something
3.
to-
So
suspend
He
something
would
to
kill
unsuspend
himself
something.
effectively to
oh
do
no,
that.
that's not the
We're gonna-
This
splitter.
is the other one. This
yeah,
is the
that's
16.
the one that suspends and unsuspends.
Yeah.
Looks like we're locking the Mirage Galgamon here.
That doesn't do
Yeah.
anything. That doesn't do anything though. Well, actually, if he locks the he has to lock the hex though,
Hexablow
so
on-
that
oh,
way
sorry.
the hex
So we
doesn't lead
suspend-
to lethal next
We
turn.
suspend the Mirage Galgamon, but we lock the Hexablow. The Sec +1 is too hard to
Well,
ignore.
I mean, I don't hate this. I
So
like
he
it.
buys a turn by doing this. It's not a good turn, but he buys himself a turn.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess yeah, he gets one. Oh my god, I don't know if I agree with this.
I don't. I'll say that right now.
I
I don't because the
don't agree
Vmon's
with
just gonna
this.
get deleted because of the Invisimon anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his Digimon gets de-digivolved and then it gets deleted,
Digimon is also
and
I
fine.
see what he's
then
trying to do. He's trying to set up for the ace,
Oh, no,
but
he does
like,
pick up-
I
This is a
don't.
fight mode, right?
no,
Yeah.
I still
Invisimonn
don't agree
ruins
with
the
this.
ace.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
wait, it's his turn,
I think
so
you
he
can
could
have
ace
that.
here. He could
Yeah, he
digivolve
can.
into
No, I mean,
There.
oh,
oh,
he's gonna digivolve this.
I guess he
No.
didn't have it.
And then
Because
the
theoretically, he could have
start
outed it with that
over,
Imperial
and
if he had
Digimon
the
here gets
fighter
off.
mode,
Yeah, like,
because it's
he has
still
to
his
digivolve
turn,
the
because
search, but, like,
Invisimon's
Yeah.
end of turn, so he has
during
turn
the active
priority.
phase here,
Wow.
keep in mind, the Invisimonn comes at the end of the opponent's turn, so it can
What was the
attack.
point of searching here?
Active phase,
I
the
don't know.
Frost can become
The
active.
search was
Oh,
definitely.
the
I
search
don't-
was maybe to try to find the Imperial, the fighter
did-
mode,
yeah,
so that way
didn't-
it could out the
Oh,
Invisimonn.
okay.
Like no real level
Yeah, but it
5
wasn't. It still
Digimon
wasn't his
Digimon
turn though.
exists.
Like he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, Zudomon Ace is really not the move.
Yeah,
Well, so
I-
it was, but it wasn't. Like it was the
Right.
end of turn, so
Oh,
he
that's
couldn't
pretty
actually do
big.
it.
Oh,
That
there's
that
a
would have been
move
nice.
here.
Please
Is it?
play one tamer. That's it.
Oh, he doesn't have. I don't think he has it.
No, that I mean, there's nothing he can do with this. Either what? I mean, what does he do?
Yeah, no tamers. They all
Play
get
in
auto
body,
decks.
and then what? It gives him memory if he.
And then
There you go. Bye
for
bye anyway.
Oh, he's just gonna Omni for game. Okay,
no,
easy.
Yeah, GG's.
Antibody.
Omni for game.
And he
Deleted.
swings.
And
Wow.
GG's.
That's gonna be it.
No, he didn't have.
It
the
sounds like on
ace,
their
and
end they're going absolutely wild.
Takes the game there.
That was not even a close game. There was
No,
nothing
that
even
was
remotely
not
close
a
enough.
very like interesting showing. It was just like one person played the game, the other person didn't.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah, both the games we saw were like that.
That is
Yeah.
insane. I don't. It sounds bad, but like
I can't even look at it like as like. I mean, I don't
Alright.
necessarily. I can't hate, but like, man, that was painful.
No.
That
That
really
was
Don't say
yeah.
that.
All right.
Imperials are playing.
Let's go to
You're
Discord for a
kicking
sec.
Imperials off
I guess I
players
could
that are
turn them
already down,
off.
but they just got a new
We don't
deck.
need you anymore.
Their old deck still seems
Because
to force
nothing
just,
like they're not gonna announce the
no.
banner restriction list till like later. So yeah. Let's look at
Alright.
the deck lists.
Give
So
me 1 second. I'm gonna take my dog out because he's crying. So I'll be back.
you're good. So we got the Sakuyamon deck list. So they're running double Volder, which we knew, double Ruin Mode, one Tau Ace. Interesting. They're really slim on their level 5s. It's literally just Tau and one Tau Ace. They're running the Starmons, probably just for the barrier. The on play's like okay, but I think that's not what it's in there for. It's obviously just the barrier to be able to give extra protections to your Sakuyamons. No maid modes, but they are running the X antibody. They're running the good plugins, and that's it. The only two good plugins. And then staple options. Because this is basically extra copies of this. These are just good searchers. Purple Imperial, yeah, so Purple Imperial is back mostly because of some of the new tools they got. So here, I'll pull up the database so we could see. So some of the new tools that Virus Imperial got is it has an Ace Digimon. So you could blast DNA into Dino B from Dino B plus Pyildramon to be able to get into an Ace. So that's like their only defensive play, and half the time it's not even used defensively. They also have new level 5s that are pretty decent. They're not like awful. And then you have the new fighter mode, which is essentially a giant floodgate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're insane. Genuinely.
Yeah, so the new fighter mode stops the opponent from playing Digimon or Tamers by effects until the end of their turn, which is like insane of a floodgate.
It's like 40% of the game.
Yeah, and then you have the Shadramon promo. So the Shadramon promo is one of the most problematic cards for the deck because it plays out a Wormmon. So like the idea is you have the Shadramon that plays a Worm or Vmon. And then you have the Wormmon, more specifically the BT16 Wormmon. Where are you?
Mhm.
There you are.
16.
So the BT16 on play and at the start of your main phase one of your Digimon can digivolve into a level 4 from your trash. So it's just like, cool, I'm going to digivolve into Shadramon from my trash. Shadramon is going to play out another Wormmon. Wormmon lets me digivolve into another level 4 from my trash. Now I can end of turn DNA, go into the Dino Bee. Dino Bee plays out either of any of the level 5s. And then from there, you again DNA into your level 6. Your level 6 swings. You get to digivolve essentially for free into your fighter mode. Fighter mode locks the opponent out of the game and hits pretty hard, dies, resets, and then you basically get to do the whole loop all over again. And it literally just takes this card and the Shadramon promo, and then everything else just needs to be in your hand or trash.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like that's essentially the gimmick of the deck, is just setting up that specific combo and setup.
and the fighter mode having raid and piercing is so good.
Yeah, so that's the gimmick there, behind like how this deck operates, and why it's so good. Like just the fact that it's super easy to get into your level 6 and lock the opponent out of the game is the big appeal. It's almost like telling your opponent they can't play the game is a good thing.
We know that they're Garurumon and Metal Guru or Metal. Oh my God, or Greymon. Those are the two
Well, those are the next two starter decks. They're not the advanced decks. I don't think we're getting an advanced deck this year, which is pretty unfortunate. Like Digimon, like Bandai's been really bad about giving us starter decks. Like they give One Piece starter decks like candy. Like they're already on starter deck 21, and we have a whole year on them. And they already have more starter decks than us, and they have more starter decks announced, I think, also. And then here we are getting 2 starter decks for the whole year.
To be fair, I will say like 4 or 5 of those starter decks they had are like reprint starter decks or reprint cards, effectively.
But still, like,
I mean, it's still good. I'm not saying not
right.
discounting it, but I do think that it is a little weird that we are not either on par or ahead of them. At least in the Digimon space, at least.
Yeah, Empire. Boy, I love not playing the game. That's essentially what happened in the finals. I mean, granted, the Imperial bricked
That was a
on
really
game
horrible
2.
matchup, too.
Yeah, the Imperial bricked game 2 and made a really big misplay game 1. I think if they didn't make that misplay game 1, there actually would have been a little bit better back and forth. But like, you're seeing a lot of these level 6s come out, and they're acting as floodgates to try to tell the opponent, no, they can't play the game single-handedly. Like, Mirage kind of started that trend, but they really didn't like go overboard until like EX5, I feel like.
Oh yeah, EX5 was insane. Levia, Anubis.
Yeah. But here's the I mean, this just looks like an Imperial
Pretty
deck.
normal.
Yeah, it's a pretty normal Imperial deck to me. The only spicy tech cards they have is the Virus Imperial, Floodgate, again, just another Floodgate. Don't play the game. It's pretty easy to win when the opponent can't play the game, I guess, is the moral of the story there. And then here is the Toolbox deck. So their toolbox consists of 1 Gallantmon X, 1 Apollomon, 1 Mirage, 3 Hexablaus, 2 Invisis. And then they have good level 7s.
That deck is that's that abomination, man. Like,
No,
I see that, I'm just like, man.
So like, this goes to like that ban and restriction limit list thing, where it's just like a lot of people want the Saya and Ko to die, but like unfortunately the way the deck is set up, like this card needs to die like really hardcore, the Galgamon. And like honestly, I think this deck was just a ginormous mistake. Like if they just nuke this deck off of the face of the planet, I'm okay with that.
The problem, I think, is not necessarily that it was a mistake. It's just that they didn't print it with conditions. Like, there should have been conditions that you have to be using, like, evolving into Galaxy or Nightclaw, like, that specific thing. You can't just, like, make it generic. Like, that's what kills this deck, is that there's no stipulation into what you can go into.
Yeah.
So
So
it's like
this is the they just accidentally made it too generic.
that's all it is. Honestly, what it does is not like beyond absurd. It's what it allows you to do is what makes it absurd.
Yeah. Emperor Youth, you disagree Invisimon and security would have killed the Imperial. I think you're right on that. I totally forgot that even if their Digimon lived and they went into a level 6, they would at least have a level 4 on the field. Because the Invisimon wouldn't have been able to delete the level 4 Digimon. It just would have de-digivolved them out of partition, which would have been incredibly annoying. But at least like there was still a little bit of something that could have been done.
They had a chance.
Yeah,
That wasn't
there
a
was
good chance, but a chance.
right. Is it me or did all the OG content creators go away from Digimon except Mario? Hi, I still exist. But yeah, a lot of the original Digimon content creators that started the game when it first started, like, feel free, go back all the way to my channel as evidence. I do have, like, case openings of every single case, up to, like, BT13, except for, like, 2 of them. One of them I accidentally didn't record. I lost the footage because it got corrupted. And then EX4 was intentional. I just didn't believe in that set. Boy, was I wrong. Because I could have used all of the ruin modes, but don't really care that much. It was from Japanese data. It was a really bad set. Like almost nothing was super relevant except for ruin mode. So I was just like, whatever. I'll just buy the ruin modes and be done. But yeah,
like
the majority of the original content creators did end up leaving the game. Just because we have seen the game in better states, and that's kind of like, I guess, my issue as well as Mario's. Like, we've seen the game be better. We know the game was better. And then around the corner when they started printing BT14, that's when they started making some of the biggest design mistakes that negatively impacted the game overall. And really started to make things not fun. I think BT14 was passable. It wasn't a bad set. It was passable. It's what started the trends. It was mostly EX5 that really, like, put the first nail into the coffin. And yeah. So I know, like, Max, he left he left because One Piece, but he also left because he got a job change and was unable to support content creating for the most part. True Champ Steve, just he's by the numbers guy. Digimon wasn't doing the numbers, so he left it alone. One Piece was doing the numbers. Same with Yu-Gi-Oh! They were doing numbers, so he supports whatever is going to get him the most money. Then you had, God, I'm trying to think of all of the old guard for Digimon content creators. I used to interact with the majority of them. I know Gyroshan left because Pokemon.
Yeah. This guy,
True Pain, he wasn't really big, but he was still kind of trying every now and then. Yeah, he was there. And then
I'm trying to think,
I think he left for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, he did. Well, he kind of just goes everywhere. He kind of plays everything. Doesn't really play any one game.
God,
what is that one guy's name? I played against him in a regional, and I can't think of it. Or I can't think of him. He had like blonde hair. His wife like made little like markers.
Oh, yeah. I know Ride My Avatar's mostly been doing other stuff. He does like some Digimon stuff, but he also has been working on like Union Arena stuff. He was one of the old guards as well.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Mirage Galaxy Loop to be in finals. I mean, so if we scroll up, we could see the data.
I was like, you mean to win?
Yeah, it was, so he was the only person on the deck. And if you
Battle Ready Inc. That's who it was.
Oh, Battle Ready? Yeah.
That's who it was. Sorry,
I
I didn't
think
mean to
Battle Ready
cut you
still
off.
does some stuff.
He does. He doesn't do Digimon anymore.
Oh,
He's
he
been
doesn't?
focusing on the like a new card game for I don't like some startup card game that he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Digipan has been. I think Digipan is kind of old guard. He's been in there for a
Yeah,
while.
definitely. Oh, he's always
Um,
been he's always been there.
yeah. Cause I was ahead of them for a while, and then they eclipsed me. Not that it's a race or anything. You haven't seen Mario stream in a while? Mario posts videos pretty regularly. Like, he
Yeah.
still likes Digimon and he still supports it, but he's kind of in the same mindset that I'm in. And I really want to pick his brain on it. Like, I would love to do a collab with him. I guess I just got to reach out and ask for it. Because he's also looking for collabs, according to some of his content. But he's kind of like in the same, like, mindset as me, where it's just like, the game has become progressively less fun the more combo centric and floodgatey the game has become. So like right now, as you kind of saw from these past two games, one player does a lot for basically nothing and then the game ends. And it's just like that's not exactly fun. Like it's fun for one person because they're the one comboing off and they just do everything for nothing. And then they'll like play one thing, like they'll actually play one thing proper to pass their turn, but outside of that, it's just nothing but free actions that gain them so much advantage that it creates this insurmountable board state, which is why when you see Floodgate level 6s and why we're seeing more Floodgate level 6s is because now you're going to then tell the opponent, now I did all my stuff, you can't play the game, have fun losing. Which is where like a lot of these decks are. It's just like Royal Knights really doesn't want you to play. Like they just want their stuff to survive. You could pretend like you're playing, but they'll just like, yeah, you could kind of do stuff to fight against me, but not really. Purple Hybrids is the same way. Like their stuff dies, resets, and then they try to change the color of your Digimon if they didn't delete it, so that way you can't actually use your Digimon. So they kind of like mess with things in a really weird way, but they're more like chip aggro. Imperial is nothing but floodgates. So like they have
Yeah.
multiple level 6s that just tell the opponent, hey, go ahead and try and digivolve. I'm just going to digivolve and counter your digivolve for doing so. Or play that Digimon for free. I'll just get rid of it and then it doesn't matter. Which is why Imperial is like really good. It's more of like a combo set, like so like Lugamon and Imperial Virus are very samey, in which you just do this big intricate combo once you're set up, and then the game kind of just ends from there. And
Either you win or lose. There's
right,
never like an
you
in
either
between.
go all in and win, or you go all in and lose, or you don't even go all in and then you did nothing for the whole game.
Correct.
So yeah, like that's just the unfortunate reality of the current state of Digimon, and like some people find it to be very appealing. Like I think the mid to low tier decks, the ones that actually aren't competitively viable, I think that's where the fun of Digimon is, and they're really good at doing some of those. It's just those decks are more fair because they're doing less egregious things than some of the top decks, which is why everyone's expecting this ban and restriction list to be like a really big deal, because it needs to bring basically all of these decks that you see on screen right now. It needs to bring almost every single one of them down, and anyone that's not left unchecked basically is going to be the next top deck. Like it's borderline that binary in terms of how big the power gap actually is. I'm surprised that there's no Dinomons in here, to be honest. Like I would have rather expected Dinomon than Tyrant.
Yeah, Tyrant's a little weird.
I think he's good, but
I think it's much too slow.
yeah, I think maybe Tyrant's banking on Medieval Gallantmon to do a lot of heavy lifting. I could see that being the direction that they went.
I mean, that makes sense. I can see that.
Like they just go up into Tyrant and then they sit on Tyrant and then they have Medieval Gallantmon, which natively has Alliance. So it's just like cool. If you can't do anything to Medieval Gallant, I'll unsuspend and then use my Tyrant for the Alliance fodder for the Medieval. Meanwhile, Medieval is telling the opponent, hey, you can't play Digimon, otherwise it's just gonna die.
Yeah, Medieval's a crazy card.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh Kid, it is kind of starting to become like a Yu-Gi-Oh, where like you have lots of hyper generic cards that are extra broken, and that's also what's money spiking the game, is because you do have like these super generic cards that most decks need to have in order to function in the current environment. And I feel like that's the biggest like disservice, is because not only does that make deck building hyper linear, but it also puts more stress and strain for those cards being around, because as long as they are around, the game is forever warped because of their existence. And like we already have seen that massively with training cards. Um and I guess that's kind of why like Sukuyamon's doing so well, or like is positioned to do so well, is because like yes, it has plugin synergy, but for the most part it actually cares more about two cost options, like 2 and 3 cost options, which the hyper generic cards are, rather than the actual plugins themselves, which I think is funny. It needs to run just enough plugins to function, but that, as we saw, they're only running 5 plugins at most.
It is very interesting to see.
Yeah. But like looking at this top representation, it kind of does go to show and highlight like what some of the top decks of the game currently are. And like all of them are doing something overtly incredibly broken, or are playing a generic card that is overtly and incredibly broken. Because it's like, yeah, it would be nice to see a Invisimon deck, but why would I waste my time with Invisimon when, as we just saw, Galaxy Loop can run Invisimon? I don't need
Yep.
to waste my time playing, in quotation marks, bad cards, playing a, in again in quotation marks, inefficient and ineffective deck, when I could just run something that's hyper generic that just lets me go into a good level 6, and then use that level 6 to then tell the opponent they can't play the game.
Yeah, they just needed to make those not able to evolve into anything. And then that would solve that problem instantly.
Well, even in one of the games, they didn't have the Saya and Co, and they still just naturally went into a off-brand mega, and then that off-brand mega was just still super powerful enough, because going the rest of the way up was so cheap and efficient that yeah, I could spend 4 memory to evolve into a Hexablow. Again, it just tells the opponent you can't play the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think you are wrong.
Yeah, so like it's just the unfortunate byproduct of just the direction of power creep that they took it. I think they could have very easily avoided these floodgate level 6s, and like this floodgate-esque design that they've been messing around with. It's just I don't think they thought about it.
It probably wasn't something they really thought too deep about.
Yeah, it's exactly what Emperor kind of states, and like the sentiment that I've been sharing for a while, where it's just like your opponent can't either touch you or touch the card you're trying to play. You lock the opponent out of the game, or your cards are just uninteractable. So like even if you could do something, there's nothing there to interact with. Like that's like a lot of these top decks try like, and this is the big thing that Mario was harping on, and like where I'm coming to terms with it. A lot of what we liked was the back and forth, and now that Mario liked it for the skill based aspect of it, where it's just like, yes, this back and forth matters because we actually get to play the game with each other, not against a particular card that just says the game can't you can't play the game. Potential news on stream. I could turn the stream back on.
I have it open. Let's see.
I just have to go to my history.
Talking about the release dates for the deck, starter decks, April 18th. Okay.
So
25
I
to
guess I'll just keep this on for
26.
the time being.
And there you have it. There you have it. And that the Digimon card game is
What? Hold
worldwide.
on.
Oh,
hold on.
that was.
Stop.
What's up?
Did you see what I saw in the beginning there?
I guess they're just saying the game is now
I
unified.
don't know what you saw. Was that the?
Did,
That might have been the tutorial app, but if it's not, I'd be very, very happy.
what is it? It looks very
I don't know.
different. It looks different.
A fake out.
No,
I mean,
no
they could
tutorial
update the
app.
tutorial app. They have. It wouldn't shock me if they updated the tutorial app for the adventure decks. Like, it really wouldn't shock me at all.
Dude, that would be so hilarious if they don't like make the thing, but they just update it so
I mean,
you
they
can use the
updated
new
it
decks.
for they updated it for the ace decks that we
Yeah,
got
they did.
last. So
I just think it would be hilarious if they did that again. They just said, yeah, take those out, just add the new decks, and that's good enough. Good luck. That would be so funny.
No, no.
I mean, I could pull up the YouTube and like rewind because YouTube's actually nice about that. It's just
That
I
is
generally watch on
hilarious.
like streams on Twitch.
We just took a look at
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the starter deck promo as well.
Oh, are they just gonna run it back?
I think so, yeah. No, this is something else. They're talking about the starter decks.
Yeah, they're
So this
they're
is
talking
specifically
about
for the
starter
starter.
decks.
I mean, these starter decks are cool. I'm not gonna front. I thought they looked interesting. The idea of having all the colors and multicolored shenanigans and
No, I think these are going to be some very interesting starter decks. I wonder what the alt mega is going to be because, like, is it literally just going to be a whole bunch of level 5s and then 2 copies of the level 6? Like, is that honestly, like, the direction they're taking the deck? Because all the level 5s do alliance shenanigans.
yeah, so they don't really need level 6s.
So it's like you level 5 alliance until you decide to ace.
But War Greymon's really good.
Yeah, the scramble cards are in here, which are whatever. Like, they're nice. Low
And,
polar rarity.
I'm happy with them. I'm
Oh,
happy
man.
with them.
We get low pull rarity, Agumon, and
Agumon and
Garurumon.
Gabu.
Oh, those are kind of
That's
clean.
amazing.
Not gonna lie, those are fire.
Yeah, they're in the background, the Greymon and the Groovemon in the back. Those good. I mean, for me, the scrambles are nice because I don't have any of them. So it's good. Wow.
I love how he just mouthed, "Holy
Chase,
crap!"
Agumon and Gabumon cards from the starter decks. look
Yoshi?
so
Are you
good.
good?
No,
Yoshi?
East. He just mouthed, "Holy crap!"
Yoshi-
No, I'll just see like Yoshi frozen
Yoshi's like,
Oh yeah,
"Alright,
Yoshi's
with
been
this
freezing.
creepy ass smile.
alrighty, it's my time to
If anything, that's a good freeze shot.
It is pretty good. At least he's not like
Yeah, man,
staring
that
off into
stands
nowhere or something.
Yeah, like I've seen
As a
like
person who
paused
likes
frames of
decks,
some really
I
bad
have
shots.
been
Like
so
if you're gonna
excited
pause on
for
any
the
frame, that's a good
release
one
of
to
all the
pause
new
on.
Tamer
Yeah, just get him off the screen. Just
Digimon, and then all
That
those
is
Digimon
funny, man.
connected as a single
I respect
unit.
East,
So
man.
now you can put
Just
all those Digimon that you
pulling
like
the-
together.
taking
Yeah,
the
no,
punches
this
and
this
going
card
through it.
looks absolutely
Agumon goes
fire.
similar
It's
to
so
the,
clean.
one from STO,
Yeah,
like Agumon
it
from
looks
Starter
cool,
Deck,
man.
I like how you
It's
could tell
Reboot.
what's gonna be golden, and like the gold outline on Agumon for his evolution.
Also, the gold lettering looks fantastic.
Yeah, I dig the
And then this
background.
one's silver outlining, which they've been playing with for the trophy cards. So at least like I was gonna say the average Joe, but these are low pull rates. At least like we get to see more of that like premier level foiling, I guess.
I love the art. Like the evolution, the level 4s in the background, they look nice.
Yeah, honestly, I think like they are like these decks probably are just going to be a whole bunch of level 5s and then 2 copies of the aces, and like that's going to be it. And I'm just like, wild.
Great cards for the game. Picking up a starter deck, it seems like a great way to do it now.
Oh, did I
In
miss
addition to the scramble cards,
something in chat?
I think that folks are trying to get their hands on them
Imagine
over in
they'd
the West,
slap
and so
in
that's an
memory
easy way to
boosts
do that
too.
now.
They
And also, the
honestly
new
just
artwork
need like a
looks
starter
fantastic.
like
And, you know, you can also start to,
here's
like,
the
combine
Staples
scramble cards
product.
with
Like
your favorite
Yeah.
decks, like, for example,
they just as long
like
they need to
Digimon.
keep
There's
reprinting
a
like
black scramble
memory
Digimon
boost
deck, so you
scrambles
can pair them
and
perfect.
training cards
Yeah, 'cause
to
I don't
hell
have
and
any of
back.
the new, those new ones like the Garnet and all those. I don't have any of those.
A little bit more info for you folks at home.
Oh.
We'll get into that. We've
Oh
got
Yeah,
wow,
we
yeah,
gotta see
they
them.
look
real
crazy.
life versions.
They look so cool.
Those are the first edition, the first edition.
I will say this camera is
Those
doing
cards,
horrible.
The texturing looks amazing.
Yeah,
camera
it's
is
not
not
doing
doing
that
this.
great, but we could get the idea from the foiling that they're trying to show
Yeah,
off.
I like that the
Oh, no.
background level
Guess what? You're
4s they
back.
have like their
We
own
did that
like
just in time
foiling and they're
because
like
we're showing off the
God, they look
actual
so good.
versions
Yeah.
of those.
I don't know if I actually
Nobody
missed
rushed the
anything
stage.
important.
Someone
I don't
protect
feel
that
like I
man.
would
Those
have.
cards, yeah.
So wait, are they just
Not
gonna,
even
like,
stage
after
manager,
all of
one
this, like,
speed.
news and announcement
One
stuff, they're just
speed.
gonna give us the ban and restriction list here?
They,
To see
I think
those-
it said
again,
at
those will be the
12
full
a.m.
cards,
for
so-
us, so that
Yeah,
would
according
be
to
in
their
an hour and a
schedule.
half.
I was holding those cards with no
You'd
speed
expect
limit. I'm like,
a
"Just tell
person
me,
to play with those
no."
cards? Yeah, I mean, I
I'm just
still have
raw
my
dogging these cards here.
Yeah,
in like a
exactly.
magnetic
I'm
case.
sorry.
I have my trophy cards not really locked
And
away. They're
more
just
info to
not
share
something
with
I'm
the
playing
folks
with.
at home, though. It
Oh
looks
boy.
like,
Ooh.
I was gonna say, oh boy, oh, there we go.
So
Japanese slide, we can't
For
read.
people who are just
The
joining in,
participation
it's
event,
bring
friend
in new
campaign
people to
bonus,
play into
whatever.
the Digimon world. I love that.
yeah, so the
New
idea is that
Tamers
during,
welcome
from
events,
April
which I
19th
think is
to
good.
May
They
6th,
need to
you come
do
to,
stuff like that
Tamer
more
Battle
often
or
to just
an local
invite
Digimon event,
players.
and you bring a
I feel
friend.
like right now we
Go
just
to
what's
haven't been
in the
inviting
welcome
players.
pack?
It's kind of cool.
Like, we don't have a
you'll
whole
get
lot
a
of
little
demo
extra
decks
bonus
compared
for
to
your
other
troubles,
games
and you
too.
can teach someone
That's
or
true.
show someone how to play the Digimon card game. Again, the community out here, I've been across the world at this point, and everywhere I've been, the community is awesome. Korea, America.
I mean, the community is
Japan,
awesome. I'll
Southeast
agree with
Asia.
that one, East.
So many great places to play Digimon. Europe as well. I
Yeah,
haven't been
no
there yet, but I'll get there
complaints
this year.
from my end.
Yeah, I mean, we do silly stuff every now and
Yeah,
then,
now you
but
get
that's
some
every
bonuses for
community.
bringing in more
I was
friends.
like, yeah,
I
that's
wonder
just
what the
how it is.
cards are that's in these Tamers packs. Has it
Ooh, now
shown
that's a
anything? No.
really good.
It
Oh,
might
did
be
I
that
get text
more of the
yeah.
messages?
Tamers, no?
From who?
It could be cool if we got like some
Those
some,
the
like, alt
Tamer
arts of
pack
some of the
cards,
Tamers,
man.
or even some new cards as
Like a
well,
full-
right? Yeah.
I could see it being like a full art,
No.
like the way that they do for the Tamers, the box toppers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been liking the.
What I would
I've
like
been
to
liking
see
that, recently. They're doing,
is,
like, the full arts for cards.
at this
I think the most
point,
recent, BT20
I
release,
would
they did
like
the
to
full arts
see
for the
a,
eggs,
like,
and it was fantastic.
Pokemon Pocket soft
Yes, the
reboot
Pinamon
of the
is
game.
So cute.
For a digital client,
Right?
I think that would be pretty fire.
It's so good. It's
Because
so
I
good.
think like the reality
will
of
say
like
that
them
Axel,
having an
okay,
actual
has
dedicated
kind of
digital
been, like,
client
the
is
main
unrealistic.
for me
But if they
because
were to do a soft
Really?
reboot of
straight
the
up,
game and make like a light
because
version of
I
it
love the
and
video
base it
game.
around a particular
Like,
power level,
Ah.
I think like that could work in their favor. But I also am not holding my breath that they have the ability to do that.
In a sense.
So those
And
are
there's
the
Angemon.
stamped
We all
cards
know that.
for the event that they are talking about,
Come
the new
on,
player
boot it
event.
up, bro. What are they? What kind of squad
not
are they
bad.
doing in- bro?
That Angemon
Is that
though,
stat
a little
down?
sus.
What-
Not gonna lie.
America
Yeah, don't agree with that
is
art.
like, we have Angemon.
I think it's funny.
I mean, someone likes it though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just think it's funny.
Those welcome packs as well.
Yeah,
like the I like
like
the
a
God of
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Monarch.
Duel Links, like just something to
Fantastic.
streamline
Monster
the
Force,
game
fantastic. You gain Angel
and
support.
lock it in
Yeah,
at a
no
particular
players-
power
if
thresholds
you're
to
trying to
where
win
they
time, you're
understands
back.
the dynamics of the game better.
And
And
Back
it's
to
not
armor.
gonna
This
like
is back to
completely
armor.
break in half because they do some stupid designs.
I
I mean, granted, all of those games eventually do. Like, I'm fully expecting Pocket to eventually have completely and utterly broken cards, but the interesting thing is how they're gonna handle it.
and that hurt.
Did you see Mr.
You were the one doing the damage, bro.
Alexander's
I'm over here trying to like put together and like hobble together
Question.
my little Ragnalord deck that's like. from,
Do you
3 sets
think
ago.
the
You're like,
overall
"You know
card
what?
design has been
Digimon
bad?
Tamer."
Just like how they made secrets
Like, how
a
could I
necessary 5 of, or I guess 4 of
Like,
index.
how could I fight them?
Um,
They're just kids.
I
That's just-
I think the high-powered stuff, like the absolute high-powered stuff, is very poorly
Years
designed.
later, when
I
actually,
think
like,
a
destroyed
card,
this to the children.
like,
Yeah.
not all of their designs are bad. I think a lot of the Liberator stuff, like Liberator more specifically stuff, has been incredibly well designed. I think right now we're suffering from the over need of a ban and restriction list. So like they just had so many cards with really poor designs run rampant for too long, and they based power creep off of those types of cards. So it's just like that's where things kind of started getting a little out of control, was basically incidental power creep that was left unchecked for too long. That's why in my podcast I've been saying we need a ban and restriction every main set because of how high power the game is at this point. We don't want to see these like broken decks run rampant for an entire year. But I also think like them doing the secret rare that you just saw is doing the game a disservice because they expect you to buy the starter deck, and then buy BT21, and then you need that secret rare to optimize your starter decks. I think that's incredibly disingenuous.
I think it's more unrealistic.
Yeah, like, your common player isn't going to be chasing the secret rares. Like, they'll buy maybe a booster box at most. At most. Or just a couple of packs and build it slowly. Like, they're not going to be your locals grinders or anything. And I think, like, that's the thing on having starter deck products that need secret rares. Like, that's where things kind of break down.
Oh,
Like,
come
I'm not
on,
going
I
to tell
just
somebody...
bought all this Galamon stuff. Don't tell me I need to buy more.
Yeah, you need to buy more Galamon
Sweet
stuff.
heavens. Oh, the War Gramon's actually good.
See, I like this trailer. I think this is a very
this
good
is
trailer.
cool. This is pretty cool. Showing, like, the different series and stuff.
Yeah, and, like, clips of the cards. I think that's very smart. Because it makes it feel more special. Like, I don't know. Call me crazy or old-fashioned. It just, like, makes it feel special.
I think they just do. It just makes it feel more like it's a cohesive unit, rather than it just be like a separate thing from.
Is that what they called it?
What?
Fusion Battle? Is that what they called the boy who leapt through time?
Digimon Fusion Battle.
Yeah. And then my boy Atmon coming into the game.
Finally.
I'm excited to see how good it actually would be. I'm not expecting it to be very good, but
The lip thing doesn't sound horrible.
oh, is that the first time we're seeing Gaiamon?
There's a Gaiamon? Oh, I'm looking at your stream. That's why.
Yeah, no, we're
What?
gonna see Gaiamon. Oh my god, I gotta rewind and look at that. I'm sure somebody has already posted it. I think the new Seriousmon stuff's
We've
kind
seen.
of
Oh no, we have not seen Gaiamon. Yeah, that's the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, no, that's neat. Oh, there's a new
Liberate.
Zenith
Yeah.
and a new Owen.
New Force Wind Guardians join the game.
Yeah, it's just another one of the family's decks that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Puppetmon Ace. It looks cool.
Yeah, there's good cards in those families, but they're just gonna suck.
Ooh, those look.
Yeah, these
Ooh.
signature cards are gonna be absolutely fantastic.
Oh, these alt
Alt-art versions
nice.
of the Tamers. 4 special cards included. Yeah, there's the Gaiamon. It's a secret? Oh, no!
That sucks.
No!
That blows.
Oh, Pepe Rip.
Featured low pull rate. Of course, it's the tie.
Oh,
Low
Pepe
pull rate
Rip.
tie, man.
I gotta
That,
go back
that
and read
sucks.
the Gaiamon.
Oh,
I mean,
my
that looked cool.
No, like, I think, like, the production of their trailers is really good. I've seen, like, way worse trailers.
Bro, that, like, it's so cool that BT21's World's Convergence is a celebration of, like, the entire, like, history of Digimon. Like, no matter what's, like, what
I
show
mean,
you grew
yeah,
up with,
it's
like,
it's
I'm not sure
cool
my
that
age,
it is
but
a
with the
celebration
pictures, and also,
set,
like, I caught the
on
first
multiple
one,
different
and,
levels, which I think is
like,
kind of neat.
It's so hyped to see all those in one, like, collection. So no matter what,
I need a
series you got
hero
into,
by the end of the
like,
night.
it's
Yeah.
so hyped to do it.
He's gonna be really strong.
That
I
was-
hope
Also,
I hope
some of the
Applemon are
new
good.
cards-
I really hope so. The only problem with Applemon is I don't necessarily see them getting that much feature support. It is a protagonist deck, so it very easily could. But I think, like, just because of the sheer number of Applemon being so limited and small, it doesn't have that much room for
There's
growth.
not a lot of legs to go off of.
Right. Like, I think there's, like, maybe 100 Applemon. I mean, granted, that's 100 Applemon.
Yeah, that's not the worst, but it's also, like, in the grand scheme of Digimon as a whole, like, that's a very small drop in the. And you also, you didn't read his thing, right? It's a song.
Also, like, the tie.
Oh,
The tie
oops.
secret rare, like, change was so
You just put
good.
hero's name instead of hero.
Oh my god.
Oop.
Dude, they're hitting the
Okay, there's the Gaiamon. So blocker, link.
Bandai came through, let's
Oh, this thing
go.
looks sick.
You get to link one of your Applemon
Second secret
from
rare for the
your
set.
hands.
Cost for-
Oh, it's Atmon.
Okay,
Red.
so
paying the cost.
yeah,
For
link
the-
attacking is free, not limited to
the
once per
Atmon
turn.
cards. Blocker,
Crazy.
link plus
When this
You know,
Digimon
once
gets
you cross
linked,
power with Atmon,
unsuspends this
trade your
Digimon,
hand
trash
Digimon
your opponent's
exclusion cards to
security
one Digimon
card.
without paying cost.
Whoa.
Your turn when
That's pretty
Digimon
good.
gets
That's
linked,
pretty
Digimon
good.
just- when your Digimon
I
gets
love
linked, excuse me, by
how
unsuspended,
And
it
it's when
has
Digivolving when
two
attacking.
different
Yo,
Digivolution
why
conditions.
does it unsuspend and trash?
So it could
That's so
Digivolve for
scary.
5
'Cause
on
it
a
can
level
just
5
randomly
red,
attack.
or it could Digivolve. Oh, so that's the Applemon stage is ultimate. So it could Digivolve on top of any level 5 that's red, or any
So you
Applemon
fuse
that's level
Lobon
5.
and
Yep.
Charismon. Was it Charismon?
Or
I'm
you
forgetting
just
about this.
app fuse. Like that's
Zero
Yeah,
that's
the app fuse.
yeah, or you just app
Nice.
fuse.
is probably more efficient.
Insane.
So the
It's
point of
almost
the
like
rainbow
seeing Digivolve
is
on the
because
Atmon card.
Applemons are stated like they're staged
Do we
differently.
have some-
So like
Yeah,
it's
they're not
not
like-
Bandai, you got something else?
yeah.
Traditional levels.
Yeah.
Give us more. Give us
No,
more.
it's just me.
Dude,
No.
oh my God. It's
So it's basically
our
stating
faces.
it could Digivolve on
Oh,
top of
it's
any
crazy.
Applemon
I
for
don't wanna see you
5,
right now. Come
or
on,
it could
like-
Digivolve on top of any red
Listen, my
Digimon
birthday
for
is in
5.
April.
Like that's the
So
what
I'm
I'm
just
getting
gonna
from that.
assume that this world convergence is for. Is your birthday in April too?
Oh yeah.
Funny enough, my birthday's like in a
It
week.
runs literally
So,
for us.
yay.
When's yours?
I'm gonna after this. I'm gonna walk up to the stage.
Oh,
and grab
nice.
the Agumon,
Yeah.
Agumon, chase
Happy
card.
early
save me
birthday.
one, save me one.
It's a birthday
I
present.
think
you know,
they're
it's
saving
fine.
it for
So
us.
Bandai's giving me oh
Oh,
Yeah, that looks
fire.
I'm
clean.
gonna grab that as well.
I wish
I'll
you
just
would
grab
stop
Agumon
bending
at
the
same
card,
time, you know?
but
While I'm
'cause
there,
that's
I might
making
as
me
well,
nervous.
You're already going there. Yeah. There's no need to.
I don't like the way he's holding it.
I know he's doing it. Oh, what is that? Whoa, one
That's the alt?
star. Yeah, that's the 1-star alt. Oh, that card looks so good. Oh yeah, show them clapping.
Here's the thing, man.
I will say the camera is doing a horrible disservice to those cards.
No, but I already know the type of texturing that they're going for.
Yeah, it looks
it's
nice.
gonna
You
be
can see the
so
waves
fire.
and the diamond. It looks nice.
Yeah, right.
No.
Oh my
Yeah, I have-
gosh.
I have friends-
I need those
I have
cards. I
friends
need
that
that
play lots of
deck.
card
That
games.
deck is gonna be
Every
so
one of them
good.
Mutually agrees.
I mean,
it's one of
yeah,
the best card
Yu-Gi-Oh,
games
you're not wrong.
out there. By
App
far.
fusion
Like,
is just a fancy way to
the art
de-enable
great.
effectively in the grand like.
by like
Yeah, in the
100,000,
grand scheme
like,
of things,
a
it
light
is
year
just
away.
essentially it's like a combination between DNA and Digicross.
Yeah.
I still don't like this tie being a secret rare, but I understand they like money.
This guy needs to learn how to hold cards, bro.
See, this was way better. Like, let me read the card. I mean, granted, we already knew what this card did. It's just let me actually look at the card.
This is God, dude. Like, I hate that they made this like a secret rare.
So clean.
I'm not a huge fan of the recycled art. I think it's kind of cute, but
How many people do
if
need
I
to
pull one,
sacrifice
it's
for this? Like,
immediately
what is
going
the,
up
like,
for
the-
sale.
how many people
Unless
do
I
you sacrifice
don't
for
see
this
any
to make
others,
this
then
card?
I would keep it, I guess. Because that's how I work
Alright.
with my
But I may
alts.
have-
Is
I may
like
have to
I
sacrifice you for the tie.
the alts that
This
I
is a
pull, if I
special one,
don't
though,
sell
isn't
them, they go immediately into my playset binder that I just don't touch, like my collection binders. Which I just bought another one today, because I was out. So I'm officially starting my what number is it?
The tie tamer.
Fourth binder.
really surprised we got a secret rare tamer again. I think the first one we ever got was Rena, and so seeing them take a pivot back here.
I still
tie,
didn't
I
finish
hope
binder
bodes well
number
for this,
3.
well
So
for the
good.
adventure set.
Oh, that looks
Wow.
okay.
So good.
I'm not like
Even
impressed.
the
Again, I
secret,
think
like,
it's
Yeah.
because the art isn't
That's
necessarily to me
crazy.
super
The anime scene?
fantastic.
No way.
I like it. I like that like it's like panels, but like the images of the anime and stuff.
Yeah,
And
it's
it kind
well,
of pops out really nice.
yeah, it's well put together. I'll say that.
Not this guy literally
Nah, I'm playing-
spamming.
I'm
Please
playing-
unban Jet Selfie-mon.
You can't stop me. I'm an Agumon.
Is
I'm an
somebody
Agumon.
in
That's
their
first
In the
and foremost.
Bandai
When it was
like
the Agumon and
thing,
Girl
he's
card,
just
Jet
spamming
Selfie
it.
Jet Selfie's not getting unbanned.
That was
Digi-evolving for 1 is incredibly stupid for level 5s.
Recovery and Digivolve for 1 is
He's
stupid.
got Draymond in the name.
Sorry. Like
Yeah.
I definitely am more into the Black War Greymon.
New
Is every
information
tamer-
stream. So yeah. Just give us that banner restriction list.
That tells me.
Just give it to us.
Come on, don't you guys?
Oh,
Don't be
okay, so
cringe.
these are fire. Oh, that's breaking.
Whoa.
There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, my heart nearly had like popped out of my chest. Medusamon? Okay.
Yeah, this thing looks cool.
I don't think we have.
Progress.
Progress.
No, Medusa.
While
Your opponent's
attacking, your
effects
opponent's
don't
effects don't.
affect this Digimon.
Wow.
While attacking, your opponent's effects don't affect this Digimon.
That's pretty
What?
crazy. That's an
So,
absurd.
okay, so that goes into the problem of the current iteration of Digimon, where it's just like, just don't interact with me,
I
please,
guess
just don't.
anything else that would happen, right? As long
And
as- as
then
long as
delete
you
your
don't
opponent's
attack,
lowest
it becomes
DP
very
Digimon,
attack.
end of attack, and one Digimon.
Which is fine. A lot of level 6s have removal. When your opponent's Digimon are deleted or their security stack is removed, play something. Okay.
Play a token.
Oh, she's another token player. Okay.
Yo, the diamond texture?
No, the texture looks nice.
So Puppetmon actually is such a good ace for green. Like we,
It's just a shame that like Puppetmon's gonna be like one of the only playable cards out of Wind Guardians.
Yeah, Medusamon doesn't seem bad.
No, I mean Medusa's not Wind Guardians, but
Yeah.
Medusa doesn't look bad either. Like protection is borderline mandatory at this point, which again goes into the problems with Digimon. Just don't interact with me.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's something that has to happen, but
Really,
whatever.
more immunity? Yes, they have to have immunities at this point in order to be playable cards.
It's
I'm
like,
sorry,
if they
that's
don't, then what?
unfortunate.
It's like if they don't, then you just can't do anything.
Yeah, so
you
like
can't-
the common trend with a lot of level 6s is immunity and deleting or like removal. So if your Digimon doesn't have immunity or removal or is dealing damage to their security all at the same time, I'm sorry, you're just not a playable card unless you're a floodgate. Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so you folks
It's a reprint of the BT13 secret
13.
too.
the Wargreymon and the Metal Guru
That one's good, but this one looks crazy. Wow.
Putting out the Omnimon as well. This
Wow.
is the BT13 Omnimon. So like if you're running Royal Knights,
Nah, this one looks crazy, dude.
Yeah, that looks good.
fantastic indeed.
again,
And again, I like how they feel like they're the trophy cards. Like that's
Yeah,
something
exactly.
I think is very smart.
it'll be alright.
Granted, your average
You can
player
become a Royal
probably
Knight.
hasn't seen any of the trophy cards to know that it looks
No, I
like
can't,
it,
can't.
but I think
can't.
that's kind of
too
neat.
blinged out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bling
there's
it
no
out.
way.
To play Devil Advocate, at
Right.
very least,
It's like, hold on, I
it's
can't just have
literally
one
the
Alt-Art, like,
only
it
when
needs
it
both.
attacks. Yes.
What we see here,
Conditionals are also very
version of
good.
the Omnimon
That's so
card here.
fire looking.
Keep in mind that in the English version, these will be randomly put into boxes for the BT21 set, I believe, and then for
Yeah,
Japan,
those are
there's, like,
box
different ways
toppers.
to
Like
do
that's a
it.
random pull on
In
a
the past,
box
it's been,
topper.
like, when you open boxes,
That
you
is
get a lottery
crazy.
card, essentially.
I mean, it's
And
basically
those
still the
are
equivalent of
lottery,
like
and then you
the
draw them
the
into
chase cards that we
hunt,
saw in
and then
BT20.
Yeah,
Or,
I assume
like,
I assume these will be
that's
even
2.5.
harder to get.
Hey, hold on. put
They're gonna
the
be
thing
Did he
just in the
just
box toppers?
hunt him? Did he just boop him?
That's mine.
I think that
Oh
was
my
the
gosh.
Zero is mine. What's up?
He's like, hold up, I'm gonna boop ya.
He was putting
Yeah,
in
it
his
was.
pocket.
Yeah.
The funny thing is,
All
right,
that's
what else
they
are they
did, is
announcing?
They handed me like those SP cards last year to do the same thing, and they had like told me to like put it in my pocket, and then after the thing, they're like, "Oh, you just put it in your pocket so we can walk off the stage." And they like forgot to come get it for a while, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I still have this in my pocket." And then somebody came out, and was like, "Oh yeah, can I get those cards back?" I'm like, dang it, no.
Oh, yo, she's telling the story of like how he accidentally
Yeah.
walked away with some of the cards.
Not the
That's
good
funny.
foil either.
We have 000 or
The
triple
Omnimon,
zero.
if you have
Maybe.
the Wargreymon and the Metal
I think
Guru
maybe
Omnimon,
the
I
triple
like
zero
the
text
full
is
set.
just for. I mean,
I
they're
don't think
they're
we know
very
if
easily
that's
could
like
be
the number one
triple
or-
zero.
Yeah, someone could have a 000.
That really
I guess.
But I think they
Theoretically.
just used the number just for like this.
Just to
example.
show that they have the number.
World's Convergence has the event period for this set.
Yeah.
from April 18th, the release of BT21, until May 9th, I think. With
Yeah,
the-
they stopped doing like pre-releases and now they're just release events.
But it's
And
really
I
good.
love the fact that this
There it
is
is.
a
There's
Sign up
the
for the
entry
events.
card for playing in the
Yeah.
pre-release. You get a
And this is
Imperial
awesome.
Paladin mode
This is
ace.
great.
This
This
they
is
need to
amazing.
do more of this. Like yes.
A fantastic card in its own
What's
right,
the difference?
but also the new artwork is
One's
so
foiled,
amazing.
one's not.
I was like, what the fuck? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the
I
winner
was like,
one
wait a
is
minute.
foiled with the star to indicate that it's the foil
Yeah,
one.
I was like looking like, but like the image that they showed, both images didn't show foiling. So I was like, what the hell's the difference? I was like, that's funny.
Like, granted, Paladin
No.
mode doesn't see like a overabundance usage, but the fact that it's still like a highly
Nah, it's still a good
like
card.
it's still a very
So, I
good
mean, just
card.
going, it nets you one
So
of the best ace cards in the game.
that's awesome.
Also,
That's
bring a
true.
friend, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And
Bring
a
friend,
card
get
that's
the
fairly
more-
expensive at the
the more
current
people
moment.
that play
Yeah,
this, the
no,
more
it's so
support
good.
we get.
Oh, I
Oh,
guess they're doing secret
What are we hiding?
reprints for
What are we
each
hiding?
of
Rest of the cards
the
here.
uh
So the cool thing is we're gonna do
pre-releases.
release events for
Mhm.
BT21
Maybe.
and then the upcoming BT22, 23,
Like
24
SR, like
afterwards.
good
The
SR
cards
reprints or
themselves that
secret
you get
reprints.
from those
I
events
hope for
will
good secret
create a
reprints.
single mural.
Like if they make
So if you put
like
the cards
BT
together side by side, they'll create
23,
one
like
giant
medieval Gallantmon, a
So the second one's
the
got
secret
Not
rare
this,
one,
Vikemon.
a
not this
pre-release
animal.
card.
I don't know if any
Animal
other
say
Digimon have
Vikemon for
a base like
BT22.
that.
What a
So
monster, dude.
Yeah.
unless there is, I think
Shut
it's
up.
also the Vikemon
Vikemon
too.
Ace.
Oh, are they all connecting?
And
Like,
then
is it all
the
connecting
Secret
art?
One Ace, and then Magnamon.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Oh, it might be.
That
I
is
think it
cool.
Oh,
is.
shit. So then that would mean it's
You have,
Vikemon
you
Kinda
have
looks
better
like it,
eyes.
right?
right
My
here.
vision is
Yeah, it's Vikemon,
awful.
Valkyrymon,
Who's that
and
Digimon?
what's the other one? Vikemon,
This is what I'm
Valkyrymon.
waiting for.
Yellow?
I
Was it
love
yellow?
Shinjumon's
No,
I-
that's
art.
Valkyrie. Valkyrie's yellow, right?
Yeah, Valkyrie's
Yeah, Valkyrie's
yellow.
yellow.
Oh, here we go.
So releasing June
Purple? Is
26th
there a
is gonna be
purple one
Japan
that I
Super
can't think
Set
of?
versus Monster.
I don't know. I just know of Viking Valkyrie.
Oh, the what's his face? Wasn't it this guy?
Dang. The
Grand
Tsunami Bridge
Kuwagamon
is all
Ace?
smiles right now.
Oh, maybe.
That's it. All
That was the
smiles.
other ace from that set, no?
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
think
then
it's gonna be
EX9
support from also the other
versus
cards that
Monsters
were
releasing in
released, the Digimon
June.
that were released
We
in
already knew all
April
this,
was
so they're
all,
probably
like,
gonna
Digimon,
spoil
like,
some cards. Oh,
like
here's an
pets.
Look
EX9
at that
spoiler.
Greymon flexing.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Training.
Keyword
In the
for
main
red,
phase, by
training.
suspending
In
this
the main phase,
Digimon,
by
place the
suspending this
top
Digimon, place your
wait,
Deck's
place
top
your
card face
card
down as this
face
Digimon's
down
bottom
as this Digimon's
evolution
bottom evolution
card.
card.
This
Effect
effect can also activate in the breeding.
Okay.
And I love the border on this because it's
By
the
placing
Digivice border.
your deck's top card face
Yeah, I
down
think
as
all
the
the
bottom
cards get
Digivolution
top.
source, and it gets plus 1,000 DP for each face
It gets
down
plus 1,000
Digivolution
DP
source.
for each of its face down Digivolution cards.
Okay,
until
okay.
it
So the longer it
reaches
sits in the raising, the
The
bigger it
stronger
potentially
it
gets.
gets.
And then just to your turn. Oh, I love the inheritable effect. Like the icon is
Yeah.
the
Yeah, the little.
That's so
the
good.
Your opponent's turn. I guess it's
Is
just
this going to be the
wonder
theming?
why.
Like I know
This is
it's the
uncommon
theme.
too. This is
Yeah,
just an
like
uncommon.
is this going to be the border that they're going to be using for EX9? Because I love it.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Like I hope this isn't just an
More
alt,
specific.
and I hope they
It's
just
interesting,
use
like, you
this
can now just
style
build
for
Yeah,
EX9.
for all the cards.
Face down and use the
Like,
actual deck as a resource.
Because I know
That's
they
really
were
interesting.
playing
Also, the
around with
DM
that before
break
when they
digital
did the
monsters,
whole
maybe?
Digivice thing. But like
Yeah.
seeing a whole set with that would be chef's kiss.
And version 1.
What a weird effect.
Do face down Digivolution sources not give inheritables? Probably they don't.
No, they're definitely not
Because
going
you don't
to.
know what it is. Maybe there's going to be a way to flip them face up, and then you get the inheritables.
Yeah, maybe from the level 5 or level 6.
Yeah, like when
Yeah,
Digivolving,
yeah.
flip
Maybe
the bottommost Digivolution source face up,
I imagine some
or the
options
top.
cards gotta be
Yeah,
covered,
the
right?
top.
But then I
face
guess the
down.
logic would be then what happens if it's not a Digimon?
Event period for
What happens if it's like an
Monsters set
option?
June 16th to July 3rd. So fill out most of the summer
Like
play
an
for
option or a
Digimon.
tamer.
Options
then
could
what?
sometimes have inheritables, and I guess they would just be not inheritables, I guess.
But you know what?
Yeah, that would be really weird.
Sets, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe they're just gonna make more options with and tamers with inheritables. I don't know.
Focus
Well,
only
let's
on
not do that. Hold on.
Let's not
Relax.
do that. Hold on.
me as a
Relax,
Digimon
man.
fan, I have
We don't want
waited
we, no,
with
we don't
bated
want
breath
that.
for
No, we
some
don't.
support.
I'll say that we do not.
All the homies don't want that.
You are
What happens if you Digivolve into a face
Into a
down?
face down, I think it would just get deleted.
You
Either
just
that or it would
lose
state
the
it
guy,
can't.
I think.
Yeah,
I assume
I-
that it can't exist on the board.
Yeah, maybe it'll just say
Yes,
it
Paimon was
because
also
it doesn't have a
defined,
DP. It
so,
just
like, when
wouldn't
I saw the
exist.
Dark Magic stuff, I was like, oh, this is cool, but I was like, wait, it's not just a Paimon deck.
Either that or maybe there's like going to be a clause or rule that states that you can't be digivolved into face down.
Yep.
Bro.
And then
Like-
you have to be the one right above it.
Paimon himself was
Yeah,
a
so maybe that would be a thing. I doubt
lived
it,
through that
but
for the
I don't know.
set. Bro, Me with
Eos
my
one
like,
ace.
versatile mode.
See, it's like those types of designs, like I don't mind them playing around with. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
we
interesting.
don't need free casting, free digivolution, free value, uninteractability, OTKs. Like, we don't need any of that stuff. And that's what they unfortunately love printing and giving us, is like hyper degeneracy when it comes to all of those. Like, the cards that we just saw, design wise, I think we're all fine for the most part.
Yeah, nothing absurd. I didn't really look at anything. It was like, wow, that just comes out and wins you the game. Like what? Like,
Well, okay, maybe Galactimon with his dumb combo, but outside of that,
yeah, but that's a combination of things.
it's three
So it's
cards.
like
Yeah, I mean that's,
that's
like,
3
no-
cards that you have to
Calm
get.
down. It's 3 cards. Cyber Eden. Oh.
This is cool.
22
Oh.
with Cyber.
This is my shit. I love this game so much.
Yeah.
So,
Oh wow, so actually also summer, yeah.
July 25th.
And it feels like they're filling out more of
We're gonna
the.
have a good summer.
Here.
Feels like they're
Oh
filling
damn.
out
Yeah, it's
Guess who's
they're
not gonna
showing
be touching
off a
this.
lot.
Cyber Sleuth cards. That
I
got
ain't gonna be
released a
touching
long
this.
time ago in,
That's
what was it,
unfortunate.
5? Am I
Yeah,
remembering
'cause-
correctly?
yeah, BT5.
I think 5 or 6. I could be.
BT5 is when we got the 2 tamers.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a pretty big set. I know that. Because we're going to be
Machine
getting.
Germon support.
But I'm
A lot of
I
people are
assume there's
looking
going to
for
be
Diaboromon
Alphamon support.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna be looking forward to the Diaboromon
we got
support.
a couple of cards.
More War Greymon, more Omnimon support,
In that game.
and then
Oh,
Alpha
we
support.
get
Yep.
eaters.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
they're
different.
straight up announcing we're gonna get eaters. Wow.
Alphamon players, rejoice.
They're probably gonna be like D Reapers, just level-less Digimon that do their own thing. So I could see like Eaters being a very specific deck, and maybe Eaters will play with Digimon.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so more Greymon support. Exactly. Alphamon support's gonna be pretty big too.
He gets so much mileage.
Maybe Alphamon will get a tamer with an inheritable ability.
But yeah, we're just taking a look at some
I
of the
mean, it would
older,
have to be what's her face, no?
Yeah,
That's
because
her
she
name.
is Alphamon. He
Yeah.
like Alphamon literally stated like in the game, spoilers, is like, yeah, so I basically became this person.
Yes.
EX10 Sinister Order.
Yeah, it's a villain subset.
Right.
So
That's
it's
pretty cool.
basically gonna be like all of the villains.
September 9th.
I mean, Black
So
War
we already had
Greymon
this
on the
stuff all
cover.
spoiled.
If you're a villain
I'm
fan,
down. I have not seen any
you
of
got
this. So.
Piedmon in your heart, you got a little bit of hate in your heart, EX10
I don't
is
want
your time.
Piedmon. I want Black War Greymon. Yes. I
Whether you
don't
hate
care about
Take,
Piedmon, bro.
Or you hate the heroes, EX10 is your time to shine.
Yeah, Demon Lords, Yggdrasil. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. So like, I think that as much hype as they're trying to build for this year, I think if they can't ring the power creep home this year specifically, and based on what we're gonna be getting in the upcoming ban and restriction list, that's gonna be very telling for the overall direction of the game. Like, I already can't support the game in a competitive level anymore. Oh, EX10 Bagramon, nice.
Oh, he looks cool.
Yeah. So, like, I already can't support the game competitively because they're not giving me events to actually compete in. And, like, if that's going to persist throughout the year, then I'm not even going to attempt to play Digimon next year. Because it's like, there's no point. Especially if the game gets less fun because the power creep gets bigger. But if they're showing me this time around, based on this ban and restriction list that we're going to be getting, that they can properly balance the game, and they can ring home some of the most degenerate stuff, and they stopped printing degenerate cards that just do nothing but power spike the game, then I think that the game's actually going to have bigger legs, and I would be more willing to support the game in whatever capacity I'll be able to. But that
I'm not
Bagramon art's
opposed.
pretty good. And we're most likely going to be getting some Dark Knight stuff. I mean, it's a villain set.
Yeah.
We're going to get a little bit of everything.
I mean, yeah, I assume if we're getting like the hero set over here, this will be the counterpart
Yeah,
to
this
it.
will be the counterpart.
More
More Bagger stuff? Yeah.
No,
No, I think like
Um,
Bagramon, like to me, was a really interesting concept. I liked what he was doing and what he was up to. It's just he
The
wasn't
Bagger
efficient.
army was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just he wasn't efficient enough at what he was doing to really be a threat. because he was essentially just a taxation deck. It's just like, cool, if I set up my stuff, I'm going to tax you. But because so many things do free things, it's like the tax just means you pay a tiny bit amount versus nothing. But if you already have enough
Most
memory,
likely you pay the normal amount rather than the a massive amount you're supposed to be paying.
right. So it's just like, but even then, if you're just, if Bagra turns free into normal,
Yes, agreed.
you're still on,
It's irrelevant.
yeah, you're still on pace to play the game at a higher level compared to some other techs.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, the tamer. Oh, this is so. That's what they finally show us what the box looks like. Oh my god.
Are some really cool,
I mean, it's cool. It's a cool
$35.
set.
That's not bad.
You can't buy it anymore.
Yeah, I know. I assumed that would be the case.
Because this is what's come. This is literally what's going to be coming out like next month or in a couple of weeks or whatever.
Yeah, we had to
You
buy
would
it
have already
30
had
years
to-
ago.
Yeah, you would have already had to buy it 8 months ago. And like the funniest thing is they didn't show us what the box was going to look like for all of that time.
That's crazy, actually. Oh, you only get 2 of each, so you had to buy 2 of them to get the thing. I mean, that's normal.
I mean, you're buying it mostly for Ancient Grey and Ancient Guru. The rest don't matter.
Yeah, the rest of them are garbage. I like Ancient Sphinx, but the rest of them I don't like.
This is the one.
Yeah,
what
and
is
then this is
this?
the
Yeah, the
I
premium
could
memory
have
boosts.
yeah, I could have bought this at Nationals, but I just don't care enough about memory boosts.
Yeah, these cards are pretty irrelevant nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still important.
These are some of the memory boosters that bring the
Um,
matches here.
As we saw, like they're still important cards. Like a lot of decks are still running them.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the advent of the newer cards, like the Garnet and those ones,
Yeah, the more of those that we get, that will definitely
These will
put
slowly-
those. Yeah, that'll power creep normal memory boosts. And then now they have to worry about reprinting those cards as well, because I think they're safe on never reprinting the memory boosts again, because
No, yeah, they
RB1
got
exists
4
and
different
there's...
reprints.
Oh, here's more of them. Oh wait, no,
Wait,
these
this is a
yeah,
memory
these are
booster.
new
Wait, hold on a
ones.
second.
These are
No,
new
these
ones.
are brand new.
Yeah, so we got red,
There you go.
purple, blue, black, green, black, green, yellow, blue,
It's red, yellow.
yeah,
Red,
red,
purple.
yellow, and blue, purple.
Interesting.
Whenever we're getting this is a buy. Like this is a buy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is insane.
And along with the red and
Yeah, more
One
colors.
box.
That's
these are gonna
Wait,
And the
wait,
funny
wait,
thing
what?
is, we
Hold
still
on,
have
what?
more. Yeah, I think we have
Wait a
like
minute, wait a minute.
more.
Oh, this is the LM. Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're all LM cards, which are essentially promo 2.0. So the fact that we're
Also-
getting these is huge because a lot of decks unfortunately need these.
That's really what it is. Red, yellow is a thing.
Well, I literally was just talking about it. I was like, once they make more of them, this just bypasses the memory
Yeah,
boost.
so like XL is definitely
Dude,
gonna need the
Come on,
yellow
dude.
green one.
Imperial getting the red purple Imperial
we
getting
get
their
another
own thing.
Tamer Evolution box. Okay,
PB21.
maybe this will be worth buying, and maybe it won't come out in 5 years after
Oh,
purchase.
dude, that art is cool as shit, though.
No, that art is fire. Like Digimon's
It's all
always
the-
had like such good art, and it's literally all the protagonists from everything.
Yeah. I'm
So
telling
like
it looks
you can
cool, man.
see like some of the
Erismon,
Seeker stuff here. You could see Pulsemon from the Vi. Oh yes, yes,
Dude,
baby,
that's a
give
play
that
mat,
to
dude.
me. No, I'm looking at the box and I'm looking at the special art cards. You get one of each, but hot dog.
No.
Oh, you get
another-
Leviamon?
Magnum on X.
That's
good one?
BT16 Omni. Yeah.
So we get Omnimon. Yeah, we get Omnimon.
Yo,
Bloom Lord
the fact that
2?
you get Magnum on X is already crazy.
That's
I like the dice. I like
insane.
this. I like the Fox leather storage
Oh,
box.
that's
Like
that sucks. You only get one of
this
each.
is a
to come.
purchase. 200?
It's gonna made of like.
Oh hell no, that's not a purchase for me then.
Oh my god.
That
Bandai be cooking hard, but that price is hard to swallow. Wait, in addition to the above, it comes with 2 types of special sleeves. Okay, so you get sleeves on
you get
top of it.
sleeves. I don't
Oh,
think that's
really?
It's
worth
gonna come with two types
$200,
of
but
special sleeves,
200.
especially because you only get
And
one of
what it
each of the
looks like,
cards.
we do get the
Yeah,
cards,
and
so
they're
that,
gonna show the
so
others
it's
too.
6 cards, and then there's 6 more
I
cards.
don't.
The
Oh.
fact
I
that
Don't know
Venusmon
when
is
the
getting
BT7
another reprint is a
shows
little
how
This is
stupid
true.
Venusmon is.
Yeah, it is BT7
This is actually
Venusmon.
insane.
You get
Yep.
BT10
That's actually
Bloom
insane.
Lord.
It's
That's
the
a
black
choice.
gold with like
The
the
Magnemon
It's
color.
BT11 Cross 7. I would have at least hoped it
My
would have
favorite
been
out
the
of all
new
the 6
Cross
here
7.
is the Omni
No,
Helix.
but if
Yeah.
you're buying this, you're most likely
Obviously,
buying
Blue
it
Lord, I
because
would
of the
breed for all
Magnemon.
these guys to actually
And
use them.
maybe
Yeah, the
the
Magnemon is
Levia.
I'm
crazy,
so hyped
dude.
to get my hands on another Leviamon card. Like that card here in
Oh my
Japan
god.
is
And
hard
then
to
you
come
get
by.
more.
It is
Yeah,
So
hard.
we
I
only know
still think
half.
that there should be. You should never. They should never give you one of a card.
More and more cards, play cards by
Like,
effect, so
they should
it's
get you
always
2 of
interesting for it to
each at
combo with
least.
Digimon.
Yeah.
That and the
If I'm
Sometimes
dropping
X series is
$200,
incredible.
you're on
It's
drugs
incredible.
to
Oh,
think
that's
I'm gonna
Blitz
get one.
Omni.
Oh,
Holy
they're
crap,
so
that's
fucking
Blitz
cool.
Omni too.
BT5.
Oh, they're showing the box.
Oh, they
Okay,
showed
that's
it?
a that's a high quality box.
Okay. Yeah, it looks nice.
Oh,
It does look
yes.
nice.
Oh, girl, show me that
I actually got
box.
something
I have a
similar
box
to
similar
this
to
a long time
this,
ago.
and it's
Might be
nice.
time
How
to,
much
like,
does that box how much does that box that you have run you?
this might actually be time to
Oh,
rip
here's the
it.
playmat.
It was like 60 something dollars.
Okay, so if you're saying like so
Jesus.
just in the Magnemon and
I
the
like that it's also
box,
this hero
that's
thing.
already about
It's going
$100 in
to, like,
value. I know they value their playmats at around like 20, 25, 30 bucks. So, depending on what the rest of the cards are, it probably is worth the purchase, but damn, 200 is such a
I
hard
just
pill
don't
to
think it's
swallow.
worth for one card of each. If it was multiple, maybe, but
Just hide it within
like,
it.
I guess it just depends on the other cards.
Just like
yeah,
posted up on the mat. You'll
I
never
don't
see
know.
it.
I think
It's
they
so
won't
cool.
ever
Yeah,
look
like
at like the
art
value of a
is
card
very
as their
cool.
way to like value something.
I really like this.
I
Okay,
don't think
so
that's the logical
Yu-Gi-Oh
thing to
Kid,
do.
I have a very strange like not really addiction, but like I like good supplies. Like I don't have a whole lot of good supplies, but I like good supplies. Like I have a small Dragon Shield collection because I love Dragon Shield sleeves because the quality is so high. That and I make a lot of decks, so I need a lot of sleeves.
I think,
But I
the
have this
box
one
that
box that I've
looks
been
like
using
it
for
could
my
be-
decks.
gonna be
It's
able
not
to
very
fit
high quality, but I
two rows
love
of
the
deck
ever
boxes.
living shit out of it.
Yeah,
I
that
really
and I
hope
think
it
there's a
fits
space
deck
for
boxes
the
and not just
counters
cards.
as well.
If it comes with Ruin Mode, oh, I hope it comes with Ruin
Dude,
Mode.
that'd be crazy. Imagine it comes like medieval or something.
Oh, he's also
Medieval
battling.
ruin, like that'd be crazy.
Yeah, no, but people are going to be buying that just for the Magnemon. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
that's obviously the
1000%.
chase card. Like so
100%.
here's my problem with Bandai Premium stuff is they're choosing such old cards that don't have a lot of value for the majority of it. It's just like, okay, Venusmon
Like
at this point is a
BT5
sub 5
Omnimon.
right, BT5 Omnimon, which already is basically outdated because of Omnimon X. So if they included Omnimon X instead of BT5 Omnimon, I would be like, okay, you're showing me updated stuff. I would have rather had the new Shout Cross 7 than the old one, because by the time we get this, it's already going to be 8 months later.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, assuming, this is assuming that they're going to drop the, like, pre-orders, like, this month.
Yeah, I'm showing my boy Moment, bro.
Something that's
It's good
cheap
quality,
and that I'm
right?
like not even gonna ever.
So it's just like the fact that they're
gonna use all
using
these
so
cards.
many old
Trust.
cards is like I get that a lot of these cards are highly playable, but it's just weird. Ayo.
I'll hide away.
What's going on, friend?
What? Nah.
What's up, guys? Hey, Van, did you see the new reveals?
Omnimon hater?
We're
We're
watching 'em
looking
now.
at them right now because we're still watching the stream.
In a folder. In a folder.
Oh, okay.
There are still more things being revealed.
Definitely use it for my.
Oh,
Yeah,
that does look like a very sick update.
Oh, there's
Any red blues get the
Getting them out.
Super hard, friend.
We got a quick,
Yeah,
we got a quick
you're
shot
breaking
from
Now
up.
information
Worlds,
that the
some
white,
of the finalists from yesterday. And
yes,
popping off as well.
the confirmation that the white cards are the eaters in 22.
Yeah, we're
So
looking
we
at
gotta
all
see
this
what's
stuff.
gonna go on there.
Store tournaments.
still
and
doing
regular
more.
Yeah,
tournaments.
Yeah, we got the store tournaments from April to June happening. And regulation battles will be happening from April. To
Okay,
May.
so they
It's going to
are
be popper
showing
Yeah.
us that they're doing store
format.
tournaments for April
Yes,
to
we were just
June.
talking about this a
Popper
lot recently.
format.
It's been a while since we've seen a popper format, but the last time we had it, it was actually really fun.
It's a shame that the game is horribly imbalanced. But yeah, it's interesting. I think like if they designed their cards better from a set perspective, like this goes to macro level design of set design, like assigning cards proper rarities. I think like Digimon could have a very good common and uncommon format, but I think like because they haven't designed the sets with that type of gameplay in mind, like I think it's kind of just it's not a wash. It's gonna be interesting, but it's not gonna be like a very conducive or smooth experience.
Yeah, I'm not over here like doing
Six.
flips.
Okay, so Gaiamon.
Yep.
That would be a crazy fast turnaround.
Rocker, Link 1.
+1.
Yeah, Garden. We already covered those because we're watching all of this stuff live.
Oh, she's doing a Japanese announcement.
Yeah, I'm only seeing it as it comes and hits the thing. I'm excited. The
Okay,
fact that
ban and restrictions. Here we go.
no,
Oh,
So it looks like
dang.
there's a choice ban.
This is the ban list we've got.
Alright,
This
fix
is not
Okay.
enough. This is not enough. I'm sorry.
They're taking away Stingmon. Starter
New
deck
banned
Stingmon.
cards. So Matt Ishida's straight up banned. We got a banned pair, which is what we were expecting. And then new restrictions. They're getting rid of the Fen. That's the wrong card, my guy.
Come on, y'all. This was not a mistake.
Goodbye. That was
No, Shadow Mother needs to go. Get that out of here.
They're getting rid of the promos. The Stingmon doesn't do anything. Why are they
the
hitting the
Stingmon
Stingmon?
is stupid. The Stingmon
Is it the
stupid.
draw? Like the Kazuha I could get, like that kind of stops Ruin Loop, but as we just saw, that doesn't matter.
Jack Raid?
Yeah.
Thank God, Jack.
That dude wasn't even using Kazuha.
Oh my
That dude wasn't even
God.
using
The fact that they're
Kazuha.
banning, like
so
hard banning
Mirage was
that.
hit. So
I agree with that though. I agree with the map ban.
I 100% agree. That card is the dumbest shit ever after playing current Digimon.
Now,
I'm
So
fine with the
Pearl
ban
Hybrid
pair.
is going to be crippled a bit.
Hybrids is like
I
so.
think they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Trust me.
I said cripple a little. It's not enough.
I mean, blue was already crippled as is. Just the loss of Hammer Spark was big.
Losing Mirage is
The Blinding
Yeah,
Rays,
and then
Jack
there's
Raids,
that
that's,
Mirage.
yeah, the Blinding Rays, Jack Raids, Mirage, that's all to be expected. Everything else is just like, why?
Why did they hit Lobo though? Lobo's not doing shit.
I think it's just the potential.
Yeah, it's the same logic they're using for Gudamon.
I need to read
Mm.
the descriptions. I don't think this is enough, and I think they hit some pretty missed cards. Like
Yeah,
Stigmon,
Stingmon doesn't make sense. Fenrir Luga doesn't make sense.
So we've got,
like,
we've got the logic for both sides here. We've got the logic for both
hold
sides.
on. I need
Okay.
to read the Takamika fan. Give me a second.
There's no black.
Wait, which one is this?
It's the
It's
Fenrir Lugamon from...
yeah, it's the BT 17 fan.
Yeah, 17.
Oh, so it's the inheritable.
It's the
It's
Revival
the
one.
inheritable to stop it from snapping back and keeping turn.
For the most part, because of consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
We didn't see anything for
So
I mean-
they're trying to force you to use the fen.
But I think the Galaxy Toolbox is really
Like they're trying to force you to use the
and he uses none of these cards here,
Takamikazuchi
so-
Ace and the new fen.
Well, I guess the Mirage, but like
Yeah, to move on.
seems to be the way to
Instead of focusing on just pure OTK.
I'm gonna see if there's one in a little while.
Honestly,
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna stop the deck. I really don't.
I doubt it. I mean, they still got to have one of it, so it doesn't even like...
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Oh, this is not enough.
I think now this like the Takamika deck is just gonna feel so sacky when they see the one of, and then you just get rolled by the one of.
Yeah, no,
So it's gonna feel way worse.
this is clearly not enough. This is
The
a
Stingmon
very
is stupid. I don't know why they're touching Stingmon.
this
Like,
is very clearly not enough.
this old
holy
starter deck
crap.
Stingmon because they can play it for 3.
Really,
So-
That's why you're banning it. You're restricting it.
Yeah, so Matt they have to ban because of Lobo. That's
That
like
makes sense to me.
that, and Matt's been very easily abused for the entire history of the game.
Every purple deck can abuse that card.
Yes.
So I'm perfectly okay with that. That makes sense to me. It's
Yeah.
future proofing.
It
I'm
makes
fine
sense,
with
I
that.
think for both those colors, you just kind of get hit.
Taka. So
Wow.
like
That's
Taka
crazy.
Mikazuchi might actually just go back to like old Fen.
I mean, a lot
To
of
be
folks there
honest.
wanted to see a lot of cards
Yeah.
fetched. I think
Like
even
I
close to
think
the
there's
players,
enough
who were there for
iteration
the finals,
to
they
like
kind of
enough
echoed the
cards
same
in the
idea.
Fen
Like,
pool
I don't want
to
to
maybe just
I
rework
wanna see
Fen
a
to his
big
old
shift
OTK and then
It'll be
just so
interesting to see where
happen to
things land,
sometimes Taka
considering
Mikazuchi.
you
Like
got the
Yeah,
Belger
and then
type,
if you hit the
got
one off, okay,
Digimon
just
type, so a
full
little bit,
Takamika and just
right,
kill.
either that or they're just gonna try
so really
leveraging
interested to see how
on
things
the
shake out.
ace,
I'm a
which
little bit
isn't
worried for
nearly
Royal
as good
Knights.
as just
Maybe
straight up killing
Sakimon
the
as well, but
opponent.
again,
So like
with
Yeah.
stronger decks kind of
I,
dropping
I
down
don't
right
think this
now,
does
older
enough.
decks kind of pop
I
up.
think Taka
Yeah, that
can
was
still
weird.
live.
The landscape
Or
is
like
changing.
Fen
Yeah.
is still gonna live.
I'm just happy.
He's
Shoto
definitely
and,
gonna have
Van
a lot of
Look,
Yeah, the
Interesting
people
stuff
talking
going
about
on.
I don't get blinding and
I'll say
Jack
something.
right.
It's
No, then you just don't understand the game then, because those two cards are
there's
absurd.
nothing stronger than a Mother's Love.
Yeah, no. So zero
And
cost
Mother's Love
memory
for her
gain,
son there,
because the
ouch,
game is
the
in
one
such a
time.
high powered
Come on.
state to where any additional free advantage that you could get literally is like quadruple in value because of how much free stuff you already are doing. Like that's the reason why those options are hit, is because they want to remove the possibility of you just having the option and then just saying, oh, now I just
My Justy Moon
like
deck just
one
got
memory
really
already can win you the game in a lot of decks.
unfortunate.
So it's
I
just
worked
like
so hard on
now
that.
if you
I
double
retweeted
that
like 2
memory
days
or
ago,
triple
and
that
this is how
memory,
they-
think of how much easier it is to win the game with in a single turn because of those cards earlier.
The Cyberjamon hard out. That's cool.
Yeah,
I
the
think there's a
100%
lot
those
of
cards should never
I gotta play the
existed,
actual
but
Justy Mon line. Come
I
on,
think
bro. I just
these
wanna
are smart
parlay the
hits.
Justy Mon for
I just don't think that
Thanos',
they're enough
Supreme
hits.
Connection.
I think the Stigma makes
Like
no
the
sense.
okay, so
But
like in
whatever.
this scenario,
One more thing. We're gonna talk about here.
Galaxy Loop didn't get
Let's take
touched
a look.
at all.
I mean, I guess technically it did because the Mirage, but
Right, but they're as you saw
Technically it
from the
did.
worlds list, they're running one of him.
yeah, they didn't even care to use
Oh,
that
so
many,
that was the thing that they were looking at. So are
Okay.
they actually gonna show the mobile app thing a little bit more? No? Because I'm curious on what that is. Ingenuity.
Yeah, that's totally what the cards are connected by. Ah, a fellow Galamon player.
Oh, here's webcam play. Okay.
Okay, what about...
Oh, that's
Oh,
using
they had a
their
client.
garbage system. No, that's using their garbage web-based client.
Yeah, the crappy one.
Oh, he's a Digimon fan. You could tell.
Yeah, he's there.
With the Digimon card game, you can have rivals from all over the world.
The-
Cards connected by
Damn, he didn't even let
Cards
the turn
connected by
end.
passion.
Digimon Card World unites as one.
All right, well let's get the client.
Open them
How about that?
and play.
Oh man, they're cracking boosters.
Oh, watch out with those scissors. Take it easy.
It was a very clean cut though.
Y'all need to put some sleeves on those cards. That shit's triggering me.
Yeah, sleeve them, please.
Over here, just chick over here slamming the alt arts. I'm like, yo, you need to.
Oh,
Connected to the world.
Yeah, these saw that bend. I'm like, bro, they're triggering me, man. This is hurting me.
all of them are not even sleeved.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, dude, they need to. That chick with the what's it called? The Galamon X alt art over here slamming it. I was about to. I almost like winced. I was in pain. That's crazy. Alright, well, that was useless. That didn't tell me anything. Cool.
Pretty sure that's a mobile.
Are you
Please.
sure?
Right? That's a tease. I mean, it
Are you
looks different
sure?
than the
Alright, Yoshi, come on now. You're just looking. It's just promotional material.
Yeah. So hold on. I'll show you the picture.
Are you telling
Chat.
me there's
the
a
tutorial.
digital version?
So
The
it's
tutorial doesn't look like
this.
that.
It's the tutorial app. They have a tutorial app that you can download the game right now.
Yeah, these
And you can
this is
play.
very clearly the tutorial cards.
Hold on. Now you actually got me like.
I think it's just an updated UI.
Connected to
Like-
the world.
That's stupid. I hope to God.
Are you telling me that we're getting like a digital version for the Digimon card game? Like, I mean,
Please.
it does
That's
seem
what I'm
on brand.
Speculating.
Yeah, those are the starter deck cards.
Yeah,
So I
So-
just wanna-
because that's Terramon
You
versus
and the folks
Tai.
at home,
Yep.
can't see this, but someone has just walked in, and
And look, she's not playing against anybody.
I think we've got top men here to take me out. Now that I've said the word digital. Uh oh.
digital
Hold on.
gate.
Hold. I think there may have been a slight error there. I think we might have shown the wrong.
The wrong trailer.
I think that we might
Okay.
have something. Hold. We just. I'm
What?
so sorry, folks. To the folks at home, I'm so sorry. I
What?
think we just showed the wrong promo video, but we have another one. Hold on for just a moment.
They
How
showed
do
the
you-
wrong
I don't
promo
wanna say
video.
what it is.
This
I
is
don't
this
know
is
what it is.
Bandai. This is 100% a Bandai stream.
Yoshi, I feel
Let's
like you
go.
planted the seed in me, and like I'm gonna take that back. Pause. Yoshi, I feel like you planted the seed, and, and now I'm really wondering. Like I'm really wondering. Like
I
Guess
think
who's
they're
not
reading
about
too
to
much
show up
into
on
it.
stream?
I
I was
mean,
like,
you're
guess
right,
who's
you're
not showing
right.
up on stream ever again?
the
If they just leak shit.
Usually it's just got the red and
If you
blue
didn't
background.
show an
It
app,
doesn't
I
have, like,
don't
a
want it.
field.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Don't
wondering.
worry, you don't need it. I was saying you don't need the app.
Unless it's being
Unless
updated.
this is
Hold
like
on
them
for
leaking
just
a literal
But yeah, hold on for just a
app,
moment, folks.
like a
We're
new
gonna get the
digital
correct,
client app.
promo video up.
I mean, they gotta know. They know that everybody's
We have
wants
Top
it.
Minimum Production
I mean, of course,
storming the room
everyone
right
wants
now.
the
It looks
ease
like-
and
it looks
ability
like
to
the
play the
Matrix,
games
where,
that they
like, all
love.
of the
Like
agents
it's
are just
it's
storming the room.
Pokemon Pocket is literally booming
Do they have
and
their-
is
they
making
have their glasses
gangbusters
as well?
money because they're
They got the suits and the
smart.
glasses, yeah.
Like it's not
I
rocket
love
science.
it. I love
Granted,
every time
Pokemon is a huge IP, but
and you
like
can see-
I was like, anything
I'm not even
Pokemon
close to the
shits
room,
out
though.
is
Like,
gonna make money.
I feel-
yeah. Although, dude, speaking of Pocket,
It feels like-
my roommate opened
like
up
this
a
video has been
immersive
posted, where, like,
Arceus
I
this
wake up
morning,
tomorrow and, like,
and
things are great,
yesterday I opened up
and
an
but also at the
immersive
same time, like, all
Palkia,
this
so
new
I'm
stuff is
feeling
coming,
pretty
and
good. We're both
it's a
feeling
better
pretty
time to be
good.
this
We're
young.
just like, oh yeah.
So-
He's just like, how'd you know that was an immersive? I'm like, because I opened one up yesterday.
Is gonna be amazing.
Hello and goodbye, whoever
What's
just
your
jumped in.
collection?
It was probably
Because
Guardian.
you play
Yeah.
multiple parts of the world.
Dude, it's been a long time since Duel Links came out, man. I do
do
remember, though.
Japanese cards, or have you?
No. So
Yeah, no, I
use
think
Japanese
like
cards.
a
'Cause I'm
digital
living here in
client would be
Tokyo,
good, but like
I
the
only use
problem
Japanese
is
cards. When I
when
go abroad,
and where. Like
back when I
when
used
will
to
they
live,
release it,
before we
and
had pairings,
where,
I would go, when I would go back
like
to America to
where would they
visit
even
holidays,
start
I
with
would
that?
just
Because we have
play
20
my
sets in.
Japanese decks, and I would basically like
I think
drop
my
the-
big thing is
the
not
cards down
necessarily,
to whatever the
I guess,
current English
both
version
when,
was.
but more so
So when I went back,
how.
last
Like,
year,
how is it gonna work?
Right.
What is the monetization gonna be like?
Yeah, because if they're using
Like-
Dragon
Black
Ball
Greymon deck,
Super
and
Fusion
also
Worlds
a-
monetization,
Oh, that's just
not
dead.
gonna fly.
what
Dead
is it?
on
Black
arrival.
deck, so this
Yep,
is 2 years ago.
DOA.
Like-
Christmas before last.
Like, that shit's gonna come out, and people are gonna use it for a little bit, and then be like, okay, yeah,
I
this
would
is
just play
fucking
there.
so
I went to New York,
predatory.
got to play with some of the guys
Like,
down in New York,
we're just good.
and they were fantastic group of fellas.
Like,
Right.
The best case scenario is they just say, screw it, we operate this at a loss.
They're technically separate
And they just say you can use all the cards, and that would be best case scenario. We know that's not gonna happen. So they're gonna monetize it somehow.
And so I just
Right.
played with my Japanese cards, the
Um,
Japanese version, and
The other logical thing they could do
but now, I mean,
is
no matter what,
follow
it's
the
still
Pokemon
Japanese.
route and just put like code cards and
It's
fucking
either
shit.
Korean
Oh,
cards
okay.
or Japanese cards.
Um,
Yeah. So the
So
Korean
are
version
the big question is, now that the game is unified, are they actually going to like not care what region or what language our cards are in? So like if I wanted to, I could actually use Japanese cards.
Yeah, use
or...
Japanese cards since now we'll have the same stuff.
Yeah, so like I think that's a big thing that would bring into question, because I know that we got a lot of like early Japanese cards, because that's when the game was like first new and it was easier to get Japanese cards. But are they gonna still region lock our cards to where it's just like, okay, you could play with any language, but you need to use the one, like, I don't know. I think like the language barrier thing is gonna be really interesting.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
So whereas the worst of the world is going for like
Because Bandai's not
up?
necessarily known
I
for
just
doing
started
that.
slowly
What's he
collecting,
showing? Oh.
Japanese, because now that I'm here,
Yo, that's a good ass card to collect. Hold on.
that's my baby. That's my baby. That's my
Whoa.
Well, we can't see the card, but you know.
It's Zephica.
It's all my Zephagomon stuff.
Yeah, the pretty one, the
I respect it. Yeah, I recently
But
just
that's the,
The
only deck that
SP.
I decided to do
Yeah.
Japanese, because all of my cards are in English. So when I moved here, we
makes
play in Indonesia with the Japanese cards. So I ended up just building another Zephagomon deck in Japanese. But my hope is that we'll be able to.
Oh,
slowly
that's
get
literally what they're talking
because
about.
most people in Indonesia, Southeast Asia, speak English. and not everybody can read Japanese. So it'll make it easier for the general public and like younger kids.
I believe the
that are
Master
just,
Duel route
are
would
wanting to get into the
be
game
the best
to
way.
get into it, be able to read the
Probably
text
just
versus
saying like, yeah, here's the ability
Okay.
to build a whole bunch of these, and we're just gonna slow roll them out, but on a regular basis, just to be able to catch up.
The
Or
thing
like,
is, I don't think Bandai's got the self-control that like Yu-Gi-Oh could have.
I also
they-
don't think that they are willing to put the money in, like enough money in development to get to that state.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they have
I
the.
guess I do my thing.
I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they have
the
the know-how / the drive, I guess I would say, to want to put an absurd amount of effort into
Johnny Production.
that.
Roll that bad boy.
Oh, now they're gonna show us the
Okay,
proper
this is
clip.
the actual trailer that we were supposed to see. Okay, who the hell is this? Oh, okay,
Renamon.
Renamon. This is an app. Okay.
Information available at Digicon.
What the?
So it's an ad for an ad.
All right, well.
That's
So they're just gonna tell us that at Digicon. Yeah.
Nah, bro, you're not.
So
about
they're
to
just
sit there-
advertising Digicon next week because like this is smart because Digimon Con for the past
And that's as much
since
as
it
It's
I-
perfect
started
for
has
mobile
been
phones.
yeah, it's been like the biggest joke ever. And they use Renamon, of course. Yeah. Digimon,
dude,
don't
that's-
mess with me.
Take that for whatever you think.
So stupid, man.
So will this actually? I
that
always
was the
hate
worst
doing
trailer.
Digicons.
That was the worst trailer.
It was
That
15 seconds of teaser telling us to watch Digicon when they know Digicon has usually been the biggest waste of time ever.
That was the most frustrating.
Why are they
I can't
trolling?
even begin.
Yeah.
Why are they trolling? Why are they even? That's not even trolling. That's just stupidity. Like, why waste our time with that trailer? Why get everybody like, yeah, just wait for a second for the trailer, for it to be a 10-second trailer telling us. It doesn't even tell us anything. It actually, there's literally no information. It just says, information will be said at Digicon.
That's like
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
that's pointless. You could have just put that on a tweet. We didn't need you.
a waste of my lifespan. Right.
The thing is, the crazy part about that is they wasted probably hundreds of thousands of dollars on that fucking
I've got to
thing.
prep my
We're
trip.
gonna be offline. Go check it out.
Oh my gosh.
That was literal waste of money.
I mean,
Literal
they
waste of
they
money.
love making announcements for announcements. Like that's just a thing companies do. It's just like, yeah, we're going to announce an announcement for an announcement because like they announced
That's
that
money
they're going
they
to
took
tell us
away
to watch
from the thing.
Digicon, to announce what they're doing at Digicon, to then announce it again later. So like it's just
That was-
announcementception.
That was crazy, man.
Yo,
I'm.
Jason, I had a time hanging out with you.
Whew,
We got
yo,
some
that triggered
great
me, bro.
games,
That triggered me the wrong way.
fantastic news,
Man,
an
that was
incredible
stupid.
ban list,
Yeah.
and I cannot wait until
The ban list, incredible is a very strong word. I wouldn't use incredible. But
That is very far from an incredible ban list.
Now,
Very,
I think much
very
more needed to
far.
be touched.
That this ban list it barely does anything.
the
Like,
ban list
that's
definitely
the
needed
big
to touch
problem.
more.
Yeah, so like I'm just gonna pull up the ban and restriction list. I'm sure they're gonna be talking. I'm pretty sure like the majority of the news and announcements is basically.
I'll be
over.
listening, I guess, and see what they say.
Yeah, I'll set them aside in case something else happens and you tell me something's gonna be happening.
I'm listening to it in the background, so
Yeah,
you good.
so a
And
new
I have it
Digimon
open.
project for mobile phones was teased at the World Championship. More information at Digicon. Yeah, that's literally all it needed to be was just a tweet.
That could have been a tweet. We did not need to. Oh, that's it.
Oh,
the
okay.
tweet's over.
They I saw the peace out. All right.
Yeah, he
So-
said bye.
Let's go over the ban and restriction list. I think this is
God.
good. This is
I'm
them
going crazy, man.
staying face. The Mother Shoto pair ban.
Yeah,
That's
that,
them.
I think. Yeah, that one's good.
We have been asking for that for a while. I think they could have gone heavier and said Shoto just can't be played with these alternate type eggs. So I would have also liked to see Gate and Yggdrasil, but I think like Yggdrasil doesn't really use Shoto as much because it doesn't need it. So I think it's fine just starting with this and going from there because this already stops a lot of like hyper degeneracy that we hate. I've been using the word degenerate a lot. I need to come up with a new word for it. I think this being the second card in Digimon history to get banned is very good. They need to start banning cards more. And the fact that this is the card to get banned makes me very happy because it shows how bad the game has gotten to where a simple card like Matt has became so egregious that like they have to get rid of it. I think that's fine.
I don't know
Jay
about
Stewart, I
using.
know you and me we're gonna be going through this like in way more depth than I'm gonna do here for our podcast. Like our podcast is gonna be worlds. Teddy, you're more than welcome to join if you want.
Depends what day. That's
Tuesdays at 9:30 Eastern Standard.
I have to shoot you a message and see if I can.
Okay. But yeah, so Blinding Ray Jack Raid, good. Zero cost options that gain memory are right now hyper problematic.
I think they should be banned, not restricted, but that's beside the point.
Well, I mean, with Matt gone, they don't have any ways to recycle Jack Raid unless they're using what's her face? Lilith. But at this
But nobody's
point, like
playing that
that's
shit.
yeah, that's just such a non-factor that it just doesn't matter anymore. Ridiculous. That's a good one. Mirage, long time coming. Very long time coming. I think the big problem with Mirage though is they're just gonna take the ideas.
Just use a different floodgate.
Well, it's not
6.
just a different floodgate. So they're gonna take the ideas that was laid out in Galaxy, where it's just like, yeah, levels 2 through, I guess technically 3 through 5 are agnostic, and you could just run whatever the heck you want as a top end.
Exactly.
So I think like Mirage, I could very easily see a world where their Mirage deck basically turns into Blue Toolbox. And then you're going to have Galaxy Toolbox and Blue Toolbox, because what's stopping us from running Invisimon, just as an example, in the exact same shell that we've been running Mirage? Like, I'm honestly thinking about going to TCG Player, hit buy now for Invisimons. And basically that's the only thing I need to realistically hardcore change outside of the deck.
It's
and then what? I run a Black Tamer to be able to throw underneath, and I'm good to go. Just to reuse the Invisimons, or just find a new blue Floodgate or a new broken blue Digimon level 6. So like
that's what I'm saying.
I think
change them out for any blue level 6.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's a fine hit. It's what we wanted.
I agree with the Mirage hit more than the first 3 cards. I think 100% are fine.
Yes, the first 3 are absolutely exactly what we expected and wanted. The Mat, exactly expected and what we wanted. The Pair Ban, exactly as expected and what we wanted. I think this Fen probably is the correct call. It's like correct and incorrect, because it kills the current iteration of Takumi Kazuchi, because we don't get the inheritable to actually use Takumi Kazuchi in the capacity in which we have been using him. Now, granted, we still have the Broken Egg, and if we still have the ability to gain enough memory, we could just use the new level 5 and forego the ability to play with more memory. So we could play and build the deck more towards a traditional style deck that still leverages Takumi Kazuki in its current capacity.
I don't think purple hybrids hurt that incredibly hard.
No, this is a very light tap to purple hybrids, because they're just gonna double down on what's its face, Koichi. So like you still have the Koichi. Like all this means is now you need to have a Duskmon in your trash. That's literally all it means, because you use the new Koichi, even though yes, it's kind of slightly worse. Use the new Koichi to swing, grab the Duskmon in your trash back into your hand. Then you do the whole Velgar loop thing. So, like, Purple Hybrids is going to be just fine. Losing the Jack Raid also kind of sucks, but again, it's not the end of the world for them. Like, Duskmon is the problematic card. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Duskmon is the problematic card. So, this was a love tap to them. This was just like, hey, stop it. You can...
Stop doing too much.
Yeah, stop being stupid. And start being less stupid, or like you're playing with.
Be a little more fair.
Yeah, you're a tiny
and even then,
bit.
it's still not fair.
Yeah, you're a hair more fair. So like Takumi Kazuchi can still exist even without this Fen. I think this
Yep.
Fen just kills the current iteration that we're playing.
I think,
So
yeah,
we're
you
gonna
just
have
can't do
to,
the easy OTK.
yeah, we're just gonna really have to rethink about how we're gonna do it, and I don't think it's gonna be that difficult, to be honest. It just
Accurate
means
is
we go
not a
back to
luxury.
relying more on boosts. Like that's
Yep.
literally all it means is we just rely more on boosts and trainings to be able to
And
make up for
now,
what we're losing.
yeah. It's like
Because
no reason not
there's
to.
there's literally a world where we just play more search options to find the one of, and that's it.
And just go for the one-off OTK, and because like that's effectively all you have to do. Once you find the one, you just win.
Yeah, turns out Jack Raid is a luxury. Exactly. Yu-Gi-Oh!
You're on
Kid, you
Steam.
hit the nail on the head. Jack Raid is a luxury for purple hybrids. Takumi Kazuchi's gonna need some rework. Kazuha basically makes it so they can't do Ruin Loop, which I think is fine. But as we just saw, they're not even playing Ruin Loop anymore, so kind of irrelevant. Like, it's relevant, but it's kind of irrelevant.
If people
The
are saying
Aguni,
Purple Hybrid is dead, they're crazy because it's not dead.
yeah, Purple Hybrid is very far from dead. Very far from dead.
The deck
Then you
still functions
have,
perfectly fine.
yeah, then you have the Agunimon, which hurts just the OTK variant of Purple Hybrids. You could still play the ancient variants. You're just not OTKing hyper consistently. And then you could also still
And you could also still
you
just
also
get the
still have
one up and
Emperor.
sack.
Yeah, you also still have Emperor. So like red hybrids is not dead. Blue
No.
hybrids,
Never
that
use this
one's
card
that one's a
anyway.
little bit more brutal. Granted, they already weren't playing the Lobomon, so I don't think it matters that much. I think
I think
like
that's like more of
Lobomon,
a future proofer thing.
yeah, like these feel more like future proof rather than like the deck is hyper problematic now. And I think it's because they take up like the same design space, which is why they want to hit them. Especially with the new tamers. The new tamers, their inheritables playing along with the new tamers is one of the biggest reasons why they probably wanted to hit it. The Stingmon makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like, I'm sorry, this is the biggest miss I could have even thought imaginable.
Someone earlier was saying, "Oh, well, it's because Stingmon allows you to, draw, refill your hand." I was like, "Do you know how many other cards in the deck do the same exact thing?
No, so all we have
What's
to
missing?
do.
One draw."
So all we have to do. Where is? Here we go. So let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, so this is running 4 Sting. I'll shut my mouth because this one is running 4 of the draw Stingmon. But I think like honestly, they just run memory Stingmon instead. And then yes, the deck has
Yeah.
less card draw, and I think that's what the deck is leaning on is more card draw, but like I don't think this kills Imperial in the capacity in which we hope. Like, so based on everything that we've seen and known, the meta is barely going to be changing. So
Yeah.
again, scrolling up to this meta breakdown, Leviamon untouched, untouched. Magnamon untouched. Virus Imperial untouched. These two decks touched, as we've seen with Toolbox untouched. These are like obviously these were the two bigger decks, and yes, they were a little bit touched, but not to an insurmountable level.
Not enough to where they just die or you
Yeah,
can't use them anymore.
Sakuyamon untouched. I'll just say just for shits and giggles, Tyrant untouched. Like the majority of the meta, outside of literally Takumi Kazuchi and bringing purple hybrids down a peg, this ban list effectively did almost nothing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's probably the best way to say it. They got love tapped. They were just like, no, we want you around, but we don't want you to be broken beyond belief.
So let me bring up
I don't.
the current Japanese meta again. Uh-oh.
I
Did
guess we
I
will
close
see.
out all of the other tabs? I did.
This is a. I guess we will see what happens, but I'm going to make the educated assumption that it's not going to change much. Unfortunately.
I think I accidentally got rid of all my other tabs. Oopsies.
They definitely needed to do a little bit more, hit a bit more. The Lumbos more for similarity. I mean, sure, you could say that logically. I think it's just they're the same. Those two are effectively the same cards. So they said, okay, let's just take
All
both
right.
of them out so that we just future proof and they both don't exist. Even though they're still going to be at one. So if something does come up, I don't know. I hate when they limit cards. I hate limits. Limits are so stupid to me.
All
Because
right.
now it just
So
feels worse when you get like when you're playing against Red Hybrid and they get that one off Agunimon and you get sacked and you're just like, oh, wow, that was so much fun. Like I can't stand one offs. They need to stop with that, but they're not going to.
yeah, so obviously the two most powerful decks currently in Japan, or like I don't even think that these are that powerful, but I think like two of the more played decks that are topping a decent amount, they're untouched. As we can see with wow, they really stopped playing Memory Stingmon? Why?
What memory Stigmon? Oh, the
Yeah, a lot of Japan just stopped playing Memory Stingmon. This one's playing Memory Stingmon. And this
I
one's
think
not. This one's
it's
like barely even playing Draw Stingmon. So it's like again, this deck basically is untouched. It's
it,
borderline untouched.
the way I look at the reason. I understand the reasoning why they use Stingmon because it's a 3 cost, makes it cheaper to DNA, but effectively the Stingmon does the same thing. So it's
Yeah,
like
because it gains
the
you the
only
memory
difference
back
is
for
it draws.
DNA. Yeah, I
That's
guess
the
they just
only
limited the
difference.
draw power.
And even then, that doesn't limit it to the point where you're not going to be able to find your pieces because you're not finding your pieces from drawing anymore. You're finding them from the searches when you put down the rookies. So it's like the draw power is like okay. Like, yes, okay, it does hurt a little bit, but not enough to the point where it's like, okay, now Imperial won't be seen as much. I don't think that's true at all. Like,
Right.
the deck will probably be just fine. They'll just put up more of the they'll switch the ratio around. Now they'll run more of the memory one and then have one off of the sting one. Like it's just stupid. I don't know. I don't agree with that logic.
Yeah.
Um,
Why are they afraid of floodgates? Exactly. Um, but yeah, so purple hybrids, yes, did essentially got love tapped. Like they'll just play more memory
look,
boosts instead of the zero cost option. And then instead of the Mat Tamer, they're just gonna double down on the Koichi and then run the memory fixing like discard mat,
yeah,
which
they could use the
combos with
other
the
Matt. They could use the
Koichi.
starter deck Matt.
Yeah, they'll
So,
use starter deck mat. So it's like again, it literally was just love tapped. Because I think this
and
forces them to run the memory gain rookie, or memory gain egg, which they're already running as their main egg. Um
yeah,
and then
this does
yeah,
effectively nothing.
it slows them down because now they have to have a second dusk in trash if they're going to loop. Either that
Yeah,
or they're just going to play like maybe a tiny hair into the like lowy side just to be able to have the Koichi grab back the dusk more often than not if one is already used up.
that or they just add more ways to add a little bit more consistency, like training or not trainings, but like boosts or something to
Yeah,
they compensate for losing it, which isn't really going to be that bad. And
right,
there's other
which
cards that they could use to get the cards back from trash. So it's like it's not like it's going to be like, oh no, now they don't get a free recover trash
yeah,
and the
it's
memory
just
fix.
it's less free.
So
Um
not as big as you guys probably think it is.
Yeah, Magnamon didn't get hit at all. Like that,
Why would
this
it?
ban and restriction list literally didn't do like. Obviously, Jay Stewart, you and me are going to be talking more about this in length, especially as everyone's feelings are going to be coming out, and we get to sort through our owns more. But from the onset, and I'm obviously going to be talking to local peeps about this too. Very much so, local peeps tomorrow.
That's what I'm interested in. Talking to some of my friends about it and
Well, one of
seeing
my
what they say.
locals guys, he was a judge, so like he had the knowledge to back up what he was saying.
I'm
Oh,
very
a
interested to see.
new
Oh, the
new
10-second
Wing
trailer.
Guardians.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
new Wing Guardian cards. Um,
Yeah, they're just showing him.
yeah, but essentially, this ban and restriction list, it curves some of the things that we just don't like, but it doesn't stop the game from being in this. I'll just label it as weird state that it's currently in. So all of the stuff that we've kind of been doing and all of the top decks that we've been playing with, we have zero incentive to actually leave any of them. Zero.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
so,
Zuhamon just stops what the loop, basically.
yeah,
And
so
even
at
then, it doesn't
locals,
really
I'm
stop it.
probably going to test a different, like, hold on. Let me bring up the database. So let's look at blue level 6s real quick. Just as, just to see what we could turn Lugamon, or not Lugamon.
Mirage.
Mirage. Found it. All Force. We could literally just turn Mirage into an All Force deck.
Yeah, and you just get to play a tamer, and then you
Literally.
get to. It's like
Oh,
in a. And the only difference is now you don't gain absurd memory, but now you control the board a little bit more, and then.
we could even
But
just run Melga. Melga
yeah,
doesn't bounce, but the other one does. So, like, we could go Melga X, and run that as a top end. There's always Ancient Guru. So, like, we literally could play the exact same package just with Ancient Guru.
yeah, this just like it just.
So, like, we could still
It's
do Hankun loops and end off a Hankun into an Ancient Guru.
it
And
is
then
an
Ancient Guru, when
okay
it
hit.
dies, allows us to grab, like, maybe throw in a one-of hybrid. I don't even think we need it, but
Probably not. You
yeah.
just evolve it, and then it's
Um,
an okay hit. I don't think it's bad. It's just not
yeah, there's
as.
obviously Invisimon, as we saw.
And you can still run the one off, so it's like it still isn't like the worst. It's not like you're losing the card completely. So it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could also just lean heavier into, like, we could flip the ratios of the Mirages. So we still run
Yeah,
Mirage from BT13 if we really just want to lean um heavier
tamer
into
control
yeah. Well, it's not only just the tamer control. It's
and
still being
evade.
able to use burst mode. Because
Yeah,
burst mode is what's OTKing the opponent. Mirage
yeah.
just helps with the free bounce that it's doing.
No, you just run Galamon X. Screw
You
it, man.
honestly could. You very
I was
much
like,
easily could just slot in Gallantmon
just
X into the deck and then just run X antibodies. Like, there's
yeah.
literally nothing stopping you from doing
Use a
so.
protoform or use the regular. It's like doesn't really matter.
Are any of these promos good? I don't think they are. Um, Vikemon, probably not. It has Ice Clad. That's funny. Um, you could even just run Shang Penmon if you really wanted to.
I was about to say you could use that guy too, the bird.
Honestly, like, I would be slightly curious on Slayer Dramon from EX3.
Yeah, the unsuspend, so you can swing
Well, just the
multiple.
goading, like, force the opponent to attack, and then you could, like, ace bait them. So, like,
Bait the ace.
yeah, like, you could just turn your deck into, like, an ace bait deck.
It's not a bad idea, I don't think.
No, so there's still plenty of viable options. Like, we also still have the old Mirage with evade that bounces tamers, so it's still not terrible. Honestly, I think the easiest route is probably just All Force, but I think the problem with All Force is you need to dig out the arenas, and that's where the real issue is.
Yeah, it would require you also to probably focus more on the tamers, and I feel like you're not wanting to do that in like pure All Force, but
So funny enough, hold on, where's the card? It was EX1. I know. Talking about an EX1 card.
yeah,
There we
that's an
go.
old.
Mirage. Or Metal Garurumon. So like the big thing is you could still leverage the fact that you can use your low end to force the opponents to draw cards. So that means that when you go into Metal Garurumon, you're essentially just using this card to go into him for incredibly cheap.
Yeah, just reduce the cost.
Yeah, and then we also still have the old Mirage just to be a cheap Mirage to go into. Like it's not doing
Yeah.
anything other than just the same thing as what you would use Metal Garurumon for. But again,
It could
like
be also a cheeky little hit because he's unblockable.
Yeah, I mean, most people are probably just gonna scrap the deck and say, just fuck it, I'm just gonna run Galaxy Loop and make my life easy. Which
Yeah, most likely.
I'm not gonna blame them for doing that. Like, if anything, this incentivizes more Galaxy Loop, which I think is a bad thing. Like, that's something we don't want.
Yeah, all they're doing is just not a good. I mean, it's a good hit because Mirage I think is just an unhealthy card, but all it does is it makes people look at this and be like, okay, well now the shell of Mirage is inferior. Why would I play that? If I want to play a blue deck, I'll just play the Galaxy
Yeah,
package.
because, hey, look, here's the Galaxy Loop that just won Worlds. One Mirage. One Mirage. It literally doesn't do anything.
It's like it's just there as a floodgate. That's literally all they use it for. They're not actually like
Yeah,
it's not like their main sort of attack or anything like that. So it's like it's meh. Like
I'm so disappointed. Like
they needed to do a
I'm
little
so
bit more.
curious. I'm going to have the time of my life reading all of the comments for the next couple of days surrounding this ban and restriction list because I think this is the shit or get off the pot list. And
I guess you're not wrong, Empire. I guess you're not wrong. Yeah, theoretically, this could just make it so now if a Galaxy Loop is the only thing that shows up, then maybe they'll be like, yeah, wait, this is unhealthy. I don't
yes.
think that's the case, but
No,
we'll see,
so
I guess.
like the game is in such a high powered state where it's just like I honestly my big fear is I don't think that they care. And that's where the issue stems. It's just like, okay, yes, you could have a shit ban and restriction list as long as you do more. Like, this is why I want an update every 3 months, is because, like, okay, this was clearly garbage. So maybe the next one will be a little bit better. And then, like, I don't think we could wait 6 months for another ban and restriction list if this one was literally this bad. Like, people are going to be happy for
more aggressively.
Yes.
Just if you're gonna do that every time you do a ban list, you need to be aggressive and like really put stuff on the chopping block so that the game when the ban list comes, it's like a completely meta warping thing. Because otherwise, you're just gonna see these like this. This doesn't change anything. Most of the decks that are available right now that are doing well are still gonna be the ones doing well. Like it barely did anything, so it's like there's nothing going to like they adapt. These decks can just adapt because they're already so far above the other decks that them switching a card or two isn't going to like hurt them to the same degree as like a middle powered deck would. Like a perfect example is like Mirage Galgamon actually. Like Mirage Galgamon, the deck by itself is like it losing Mirage sucks. It really blows. But then, like, the deck that's actually abusing it is, like, more Galaxy Loop. It doesn't hurt them at all, because they just switch it with something else. And even then, they only run, I mean, this specific list, but I've seen lists that ran more and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
but
we're
it's
getting
like,
more and more
they
options.
just switch it up.
Yeah, we're getting more and more options, and like any toolbox, that's just more tools in the toolbox for them to use and abuse.
And for them, it's like, oh, okay, I'll still run the one-off Mirage because why not?
Right.
Like I will always hate this whole restrict to one. I think it is the most illogical way to like get rid of cards because you're not effectively getting rid of them. All you're saying is if you're lucky and you get your one-off, you win. Like I can't stand it. Like I think this is like the most illogical way to like fix things. Like why have Blinding Ray and Jack Raid at one? Why not just get rid of him?
Yeah, like
What reasoning is there for them to be at 1?
yeah. No, I got a lot
Same
of
with Mirage. If you just say take it all off completely, just ban it completely, no one can use Mirage anymore. So I don't like getting sacked by one-offs. When Takami Kazuchi gets their one-off Fenrir Lugumon and wins the game because they got the one-off, that is the worst feeling ever. Like, it is the worst feeling that you're like, oh, you just saw your one-off. So I didn't have the chance because you saw the one-off of a card that they said is too strong, so we're gonna restrict it.
All right, we're gonna have some fun. I went on Facebook. So the ban and restriction list update 43 minutes ago, already 100 comments. So we're already off to a good pace here.
Mario already posted his video. Just posted.
Mario already posted his video.
Yeah, Banlist video. Yeah, he just did.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to make that tomorrow, aren't I?
He said
Damn.
purple hybrid is dead. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You're just not generating 10 memory every turn.
Yeah, you're just
for no
not.
reason.
You're just not overtly incredibly broken. It's not dead. I for sure do not think that deck is dead. So all right, what do we got here? Mirage got hit. Okay, I guess I'll wait for. I'll be waiting to play my Mirage deck until after it comes out. My Gao
I guess
deck
that's
has
fine.
been on the shelf now. I'll put it back. Oh, okay. The deck can perform without BT11 Mirage. Oh,
Yes.
yes. I mean, yes. He is
I was
correct.
like, yeah. It can perform fine without it. It won't be as absurd, but it's fine.
Purple Hybrids is dead. Nah. Just isn't generating 8 memory for free anymore. Again, correct.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're just not cheating the game. That's all
Far
that
from
happened.
it. It just isn't a linear loop deck. You actually need to build something decent and pilot it. Again, not incorrect.
I wholeheartedly believe that. Yes. Makes sense.
Is this
The
legit
Stingmon
by
is
Stingmon?
hilarious. Dude, the Stingmon is so funny.
I love how my brother's just like, yes. The worst sting in the deck. Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, it's not a bad sting. It's just
I don't think
reducing
it's
the
sting.
access. Like, the big thing is, it's reducing the access card draw. And, like,
even then, like,
even
that's
then,
not the
you
main
are
way you're getting the cards. You're
Right,
getting
if-
your
if
cards
you-
from the searches.
if you're already in a level 5/level 6, swinging multiple times, sure, whatever. Access card draw is not a bad thing, but now you have the ability to just have something else.
So tired of seeing people say that about
Way
Mother
too small of a
Shoto.
list. Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Low-key Mother Shoto shouldn't have been hit. The deck
This-
was a good benchmark for what could be played in the meta. No, I think that's
Cannot stand that.
completely
Cannot
agree.
stand that
No.
mindset.
Disagree, and I think the community it's mostly a community thing. Like, this is mostly a community thing. Like, I think, yes, there is some inherent not fun. Like, this feels like it's just we're doing this to stay face and try to keep the game a little bit more fun. When somebody flips over Mother and plays Shoto, it just doesn't feel good.
I dislike this. I
Yeah,
dislike
that's the
that
part
logic.
that they're attacking. It's not necessarily, oh, the deck didn't put up results. It's the Ice Wall ban. Like, Ice Wall got hit because it made the game not fun. Mother Shoto got limited got hit as a pair ban
You can
because
still
it made
use
the
it.
game not fun. Like, it is that simple.
You can still use your Mother. You just can't use the Shoto with it. Like, it's stupid. I hate that logic because it's like, oh, if you say a benchmark, what does that mean? A good benchmark? You're saying that if you can't deal with it, you just can't play the game, and it's like, that's stupid. Like, so a deck has to be able to deal with Mother Shoto to play the game, and it's like, that's dumb. That's like one of the lamest things ever.
How much Imperial has topped and they got a measly Stingmon hit?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's the part that feels so awkward. The
Just
torch
makes no
just get
sense.
passed to Magna. No, it doesn't kill the deck though. Oh my god.
The torch just gets passed.
Yeah,
to what?
Varney.
Magma.
I don't really get what you're saying here. I really don't. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like,
I don't understand
never
what people
mind.
health
It just doesn't make sense. I know there's more context and it's probably not a complete thought.
I
So
don't get it.
just so people understand, I don't think that the deck was a healthy thing in the meta, but I truly believe for a deck to compete, it has to be able to answer something like this. Mother Shoto decks prey
That's lame.
upon fringe decks, and there's
So
nothing wrong
no
with
creativity. That's basically what you're saying. You can't have creative decks and things like that
yeah, there's
because it
nothing
can't
wrong
deal
with
with Mother
keeping
Brooke.
bad decks out and good decks in. That's a
You know,
statement. Wow.
what does that mean? What do you mean? So
Yeah,
you're
he basically says like it's what I stated like months ago, where it's just like Rogue is dead. Like he's basically saying Rogue shouldn't exist to begin with, and I'm just like, no, Rogue decks need to exist because that's how the game is
that's how
actually
you get
showing its
checked.
health. Yes.
You have ways that like a random rogue deck can shit on a meta deck because of like maybe some unique interaction that it only has with it. And
Yes.
that's fine. That's a good thing.
That's a statement, but yeah.
That's a crazy statement.
I'm super happy with Mother Shoto restriction. Thank goodness. Purple hybrids definitely needed something. Yes. Stingmon generally confuses me because not every Imperial deck uses this card from what I can see. Yes. These are all objectively correct statements. What did Aguni and Lobo do to deserve the hit? I feel like this might be the most unwarranted ones. No, Stingmon's the most. I guess technically Lobo's the most unwarranted because Aguni was
I think that
enabling
he's
the
like a
OTK.
byproduct of Agunimon.
Yeah,
Like they
he's
saw what
just a
Agunimon's doing. They're like, okay, yeah, if he can't exist, this guy can't exist either.
The one, blah blah blah. The draw one. Yeah, he's just saying it's the draw. Which is whatever.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You have draw already.
Well, a free draw effect and a play cost reduction is kind of good. I mean, he's again not wrong, but again, like I already was just playing one of this card anyway, so like.
Yeah, to me, this doesn't. My Imperial deck was using the same thing too. It was only using one of it anyway, so it's like this doesn't affect the deck at all. Like, I don't know.
Nicholas, yeah, I agree with you. A good player with a rogue deck messing with a Vlad player with a meta deck is such a fun time. I 100% agree.
That's right, Pablo. It makes no sense to say alienate rogue.
Okay, so I respect this guy's opinion. I like him a lot. No Galaxy hit, no Magna hit, no Dusk hit, no Royal Knights hit, no Imperial hit, no Baumon hit. So nothing will change then.
That is correct.
That is exactly correct.
This is like that is the most base comment.
Oh, I wonder if he has a response. Just replace Yamato with Loey and keep the loop going. Yes. Like it's such a it's a love tap. It is such a love tap. You can only evolve over 3 Tamer Dusk. Oh, Velgar can only evolve over 3. He's missing it. He's missing the point here.
Yeah, he's just glossing over it completely.
Yeah. Takamiki is done with Fenrir at 1.
Sure.
That's kind of what we were saying. I was just reading some of these. It's not just about Velgarmon. It's about the super aggro way to play. They just keep spamming resources without any risk of losing much. Yes. That is what makes purple hybrids not fun to begin with. It's because you also can't interact with their super aggro like most other decks. Oh, don't be like that. The one Stingmon no one cares about got hit. Imperialmon is totes dead. Yeah, dude, I love the sarcasm in that one. Oh, here we go. I'll agree on Galaxy and Imperial and maybe Baumon, but Magnamon, Duskmon, Royal Knights are all fine with what was done.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean they didn't get hit. Magna is not good. They keep releasing cards to support it incidentally. All new adventure card options help it a big time without losing security stack. Yeah.
Okay.
Dust, no way. No, I usually agree.
Magna, that is a crazy statement. Magna is not good. What the that is crazy.
You know the
Magnamon is
blinding
a
ray hit
crazy
is
card.
for Magna, right? Replace it for the Deep Savers option, and you're good. Or
Yeah.
literally the like any of those options. Yeah. That's actually hold up.
Dude,
That's
it's
a good
so
point.
funny, man.
That's a good point. Just run those options to remove your own security. Oh, these options are actually correct for Magna. I mean,
Dude, it's
granted,
funny.
you can only use it while there's no Janai
Yeah, again,
Genai. Oh wait. While you have no face-up Genai security, you can ignore color. Oh, it's just for ignoring color requirements, so it doesn't even matter. So if you're running like Ukamon, you could still use this. I mean, granted, Magna's not running any white tamers, but they very easily could. Or the other one. Um, yeah. No, like the Deep Savers one works. These work. The I guess the point is like there's a replacement
there's
for it, but like
replacements.
they at least cost something, so it's obviously more
Yeah,
fair.
that's fine. Yeah, it's not as bad. Still sucks, but it's not as bad.
I still vote that they should definitely hit Analog Youth and Galaxy at least. Yes.
I don't disagree for the most part. How is birds getting hit if a Goonie gets hit? Am I missing something?
Yeah. Somebody else in chat was just like, "That's a weird assessment. Rogue decks shouldn't exist." Right.
Yeah.
Anyone who's played any amount of competitive card games know that rogue decks are good. Like it's a
They're good for the game.
Yes, they are good for the game, and saying they shouldn't exist is really weird.
Is a crazy statement to say.
Oh, a Goonie hit means birds gets hit too.
How? Am I stupid? I mean,
They birds have been slowly working in the red hybrid package, so I could see that. Yeah, because you use the Aguni to warp into the ancient that plays the tamer when it dies. So you'll deal damage and
okay, and
set up
the
your
tamers
Sora
for the birds. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, just play pure birds then.
Yeah.
You'll
It
be
was
okay.
a galaxy hit in the form of Mirage. Yeah, no, that's not enough. That's an awful way to hit, and tonight proved it. Yes. Yeah, that Mirage limit, definitely hurting Galaxy.
Makes zero sense.
Why even say
Sorry,
this when the
Kyle.
deck...
I apologize for that ride, my avatar. That's not a good statement. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I feel like the Kazoo is really weird hit. Sure, Tau Loop is obnoxious, and puts all the skill on the player too. But any
No, Kazoo has
retaliation
fine.
and Tau loses. I still think Sukuyamon's gonna be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Sukuyamon's 100% fine. Like as we literally just saw from third place,
Very
Sukuyamon's
commanding.
yeah, Sukuya's so fine. So 4 good hits and 4 questionable to useless hits, and 2 extra purple cards to reach Bandai's anti-purple quota. Typical
Yep.
Bandai. Kevin, you're always so fun. Almost like purple has been an issue from the get-go.
From forever.
Not wrong. All these cards, even that bad. Are all these cards even that bad that they needed to get banned? Some of them.
Well, they're not banned. They're restricted. Yeah. So
that's Kabumon is alive and well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No. Sure. There's a lot and there's more coming, but that's it's going to be really interesting to see what other people are thinking when it comes to this ban restriction list. This was huge, this was massive, and unfortunately, I don't think this was enough. I really don't. That's my first honest impression, is this was a good step in the right direction, but it very, very clearly is not nearly enough.
No, then more needed to happen. So.
Yep. I agree with that.
At least double the amount of cards, I would say.
Interesting that BT18 Lanamon's getting a alt art reprint. BT6 Titamon is getting a signature card. Oh my god. Can they go any further back?
Yeah, we need the dude. We
These
totally
are
need
these are
Titanite.
fire though. Give me that Grace Nova though.
That's what I want. I don't give a
EX2. They chose EX2 Blast Mode. Oh my god.
no.
Like the
I want
arts on
that
these are
Grace Nova.
fire.
That's my
It's just
shit.
some of the versions I think are very questionable at best. Very questionable. And that's
Yeah.
like a usual Bandai thing is they're
To
usually
be fair, like what Titanmon?
Titamon from BT6, the one where you discard a card.
I know that, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like what other Titanmon would they want? I mean, there's like one other Titanmon.
I
Or I
know.
guess they have the super
No,
old
but like
one,
why
I guess, from
Titamon?
BT2, but
Yeah,
like,
I guess like the big thing is why Titamon?
I guess because it's not getting any other representation. They're just like, here's a Titanmon card, so you guys can shut up if anybody wants Titanmon.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like the only thing I can think
Oh,
of.
that's
I
the
mean, the
Japanese
War Greymon
series.
looks awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for Gaiamon. I think this card's going to be really fun. I think the deck is going to be really fun.
It looks cool. It looks cool.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
so
that altar for Gaiamon looks sick, dude. His hand going through the portal. Oh.
should have chose BT12 Lana. If out of any of the Lanas, I agree with
That
that.
would have probably been the best one.
Yeah. Like I'm not saying all old cards are bad. It's just some of the choices that they made are a little bit on the questionable side. So but it is what it is. Nothing we could really do about it. We just get to bask in all of their glory. What does this card even do? Alliance? Oh, this is the Griffinmon. Oh, this is the rare. So this isn't even the main Wing Guardians level 6. Or is it? So, when Digivolving, you get to play a level 4 or lower Digimon card with Wing Guardians from your hand for free. Decent. When attacking once per turn, one of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a Wing Guardian from your hand without paying the cost. Yeah, that's not the main level 6.
No.
What does the option do? In your security, all your Digimon with Wing Guardians and traits gain Vortex. Not a protection effect, but alright. I'll take Vortex.
Vortex isn't that bad.
Yeah. And
it's not amazing, but it's not bad.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. They're always cute little decks, the family decks.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a rogue deck that no one wants to see. Because apparently rogue decks are not healthy. Also,
oh man,
4 versions on debut.
Yeah, I got a lot of process. Holy shit.
I'm here for the ride. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, so if you could make it to the podcast, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time is usually when we start on Tuesday nights.
I'll shoot you a message and see if I can.
Okay. I know me and the current co-host, we're going to be having lots of fun. Jay Stewart, always a blast, always a good time. I also do know, like, I know people do miss you on the podcast, so Jay Stewart is doing his absolute best, and I appreciate every bit of it. I already had a private conversation with him about that. Because somebody did on one of my latest videos post, like, we miss Teddy.
I haven't even looked.
I know you've just been out of the loop. Yeah.
I just watched the videos. I put them on while I'm working. And then...
hopefully it's at least helpful in keeping you up with the day-to-days. If it's at least doing that, then I know I'm doing my job correctly.
That's effectively how I watch them. I try to... This is like my way of... I mean, I still consume quite a bit of Digimon content, to be honest, but I just don't play as much.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm trying to play a little bit more. But these cards are expensive, man.
They really have gotten up there. I hated buying some of them.
I was not happy buying those Galamon X's.
Yeah, but you got him on the low because
I did, yes. They were originally like $70 a few months ago.
Yeah, like imagine if you were trying to buy them for like 60, 70. Now you're buying them for like 35, 40.
They're $46 a piece.
Oh, so they might have
I guess
bounced
at
up.
85% it was like 40. It's like $38, $39.
Yeah, so
Um,
they must have bounced up a tiny bit.
but I still was not happy about it. But I'll take it. I'll take it over 70. That's for sure. I just will not get Medieval Gallantmon anytime soon. Not unless I open it from a box or something. It's like the only way I'll do it because I'm not paying $80 for a card. I don't care. I'll just buy a box and hope for the best at that point.
I get you.
But all right, my man, this was fun. I needed this little break.
No, I appreciate you coming on and
Dude.
doing this. I always appreciate the time that we have together, and it'll be interesting to see how the game develops going forward.
I'll always be watching,
Yeah,
as I always am.
I'm curious to
But
see what your Jesmon deck is gonna look like at the end of your journey with it.
I'm excited. I get those stuff all like Monday, Tuesday. I believe I should have everything,
Heck yeah.
and then I'll have everything for Gallantmon too by then. So I'll have my two main decks, and then I kind of just everything else will just be to the ether. But I don't think I'll mess with anything else for the most part because it's just too expensive right now, and I gotta try and gotta be a good adult for a little while at least until
I
some
feel ya.
things line up right.
Oh, I feel ya. So, all right. Well, have a good night. Get some sleep. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Keep the wife healthy and happy also. Tell her I said hi.
Of course. She was like, "Oh, you're talking to him. That's good." When I told her earlier that I was hanging out with you and talking.
Yeah, no, Florida Nationals was definitely a very fun time. I appreciate the time we had there.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. I always have fun.
So, all right. Talk to you later.
All right, yeah, of course. Take it easy, yo.
All right. Later. Good night. All right, chat. That is going to be it for this stream. It went on a little bit longer than what I was anticipating. But obviously we had some pretty okay games of Digimon that we watched, and we had lots of news and announcements, fun conversations. This was definitely one of my larger streams, so I really do appreciate everyone who comes out and watches. On any of my streams, make sure to hit that like button so that way I know that you're actually enjoying this a little bit more than your general interactions or lack of at times. But I don't mind quiet chats. I don't mind busy chats. I just like being with people, entertaining them the best that I can. So yeah, tell me your thoughts about the ban and restriction list if you're watching this in post down in the comments below. And as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more. And with that, I hope to see you all in the next episode, or not episode, next stream or next video. Have a good night, and I wish everyone the best on their journey. Later.